Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to the live stream everyone. कैसे हो सभी लोग? क्या हाल चाल? Welcome back to the EWC official watch party stream. आज भाई फाइनल्स होने वाला है आज. It's gonna be sorry सेमीफाइनल्स होने वाला है आज. It's gonna be very fun. भाई मैंने फाइनल्स की स्क्रिप्ट रट के रख दी. हाय बॉन्जैक्स भाई, कैसे हो? क्या हाल है बॉन्जू भाई? कैसे हो? क्या सीन बॉन्जू भाई? आप कितने बजे उठे थे फिर आज? 6 बजे जिम जाके आए? हाँ, जिम जाके आए तुम? डब्ल्यू इंट्रो. थैंक यू. क्रेजी भाई. आज भाई मेरी फेवरेट रामेन ब्रांड है, उनकी टीम भी है. नॉम शेंग इजी रेड फोर्स. हाय अमन, व्हाट्स अप? ऑल गुड ना? गॉट लेट एट 8. ओह ठीक है, इट्स फाइन यार, कभी कभी चल लेता. आज मेरी नींद मैंने पूरी कंप्लीट करी है, पूरी. मतलब मैं रात को आई गेस सो गया था, लेट ही सोया था ऑफ कोर्स, बट मैं लेट भी उठा हूं, तो या मेरी हो गई नींद कंप्लीट. या सो भाई मजा आने वाला है, बिकॉज आज है 100 फ्यूज वर्सेस एनएस. उसके बाद है बीबीएल ई स्पोर्ट वर्सेस एनआरजी. आई एम रूटिंग फॉर थोड़ा एनएस साइड एंड बीबीएल वर्सेस एनआरजी में ऑफ कोर्स एनआरजी, बट लेट्स सी क्या चलता है. इट्स गोना बी फन. देखते हैं, मैच स्टार्ट होने में अभी थोड़ा टाइम है. सो या आई होप तुम लोग अपने स्नैक्स लेके बैठे होंगे. पॉपकॉर्न शॉपकॉर्न जो भी है ले लो भाई. तो मैं पॉपकॉर्न लेके नहीं आया हूँ, मैं कुछ क्रेजी सा लेके आया हूँ यार. मम्मी ने ऑर्डर करा था दाबली और वड़ा पाव, तो हम वो खाएंगे और मजे करेंगे. आई विश भाई मेरे पास अभी रामेन होता तो मैं फुल रूटिंग हो जाता भाई, फुल एनएस के लिए. तो कि बंदा रामेन भी हारा है उसी ब्रांड का एंड उसी ब्रांड को ही सपोर्ट कर रहा है. पर ठीक है, इट्स फाइन चलता है. बट लेट्स सी व्हाट्स अप. हाय आना, कैसी है? व्हाट्स अप? कैसी तेरी तबीयत अभी? क्या सीन? मुझे भी चाहिए वो भी जो भी खाया जा रहा है भाई. मैं अभी तो वड़ा पाव और वो सब खा रहा हूँ, मतलब अभी लेके आया हूँ, अभी नहीं खाऊंगा. बढ़िया है मेरे पास. हाँ, तुम लोग को क्या लगता है गाइस, आज के मैचेस कैसे जाने वाले हैं? अगर तुम लोग फॉलो कर रहे हो ईडब्ल्यूसी का पूरा इवेंट, तो तुम लोग को क्या लगता है कि 100 ट्यूज निकाल पाएगा या फिर एनएस निकाल लेगा? 104 पे हूँ. बेटर आई मीन, व्हाट यू मीन बाय बेटर? 104 इज नॉट बेटर, कम ऑन. तेरे डॉक्टर ने क्या बोला तुझे? क्या हुआ, क्या है? इज इट बिकॉज ऑफ वेदर? आई गेस इट शुड बी लाइक बिकॉज ऑफ वेदर, बट हू नोज. भाई तुम्हें पता है ये जो सेमीफाइनल और फाइनल वाला मैच है, इट इज प्लेड इन द डिफरेंट स्टेज, जहाँ पे ऑलमोस्ट 7,000 से ज्यादा लोग की कैपेसिटी है. एंड वो स्टेज बहुत ही इंसेन है. अगर तुम लोग ने कल का मैच देखा होगा क्वार्टर फाइनल्स वाला, उसमें दिखा होगा कॉज ऑफ वेदर ओनली. हाँ भाई, वेदर का तो सीन हो रखा है अभी क्रेजी सा. कभी भी बारिश हो. अभी देखो मेरे यहाँ 2 दिन पहले फुल एकदम बारिश हो रही थी कंटिन्यूसली, और अचानक से धूप आ गई. क्या है भाई? परसों 106 पे थी, आज 104 आई हूँ. बेटर ही है. हाँ वैसे बेटर है भाई, लेकिन अपने को एकदम फुल तंदुरुस्त हो जाना है, फुल एकदम फुल पावर कम बैक करना है, और कुछ नहीं. वो तो हो ही जाएगा वैसे. बढ़िया, ध्यान रखो. दिल्ली भी सूख गया अब. हाँ ना भाई, मैंने भाई शॉर्टी से बात चल रही थी मेरी, तो वो बता रही थी भाई फुल क्रेजी बारिश हो रही थी, फिर अचानक एकदम सीन हो गया शॉर्ट. पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. बॉम्बे में भी सेम सीन हो गया है. बॉम्बे में भी बारिश नहीं हो रही अब तो, अभी ह्यूमिडिटी बढ़ गई है. सो क्रेजी हो रहा है, लेकिन वही है, देखते हैं अभी तो. बट अब साला अब चीज ये हुआ कि अब गर्मी बहुत ज्यादा पड़ेगी. मैं टोरंटो के लिए निकल रही हूँ कल शाम में. क्या है? शेड भाई, मेरे स्ट्रीम पे से एक व्यूअर कम हो रहा है, मतलब शेयर गर्म हो रहा है इधर. हाँ भाई सी. भाई मुझे तो स्टेज देख के बहुत मजे आ रहे हैं. और उनका पता है स्टेज खेलने वाला कैसा है भाई? ओपन है पूरा. ये एक टीम है, ये दूसरी टीम है, उनके जस्ट पीछे उनके कोचेस बैठे हैं भाई ओपन में। भाई बहुत क्रेजी है भाई, क्रेजी सिटिंग अरेंजमेंट है भाई इनका। गरम तो मैं भी हो रही हूँ। बात तो सही है, बात तो सही है। बढ़िया। हैव अ सेफ जर्नी ब्रो, सेफ ट्रैवल्स, गुड लक। यस सर। भाई एनएस में ये है ना डांबी। ओ वेट, लेट मी चेक प्लेयर लिस्ट। 100 थीव्स में तो अपना वही है, चिमोचिनो, एसुना, ओरा बैंग, क्रायो, एनबीएस एंड डांबी, एक्सरॉस, फ्रांसिस, आरबी, आईवी, ये लोग है 5 मैन, फर्स्ट 5, मतलब 5 मैन बोल रहा हूँ भाई। लेकिन तुमको पता है एनएस के साथ, एनएस के पास 3 कोच है और 100 थीव्स के पास 2 कोच है। क्रेजी ब्रो। ये तुम लोग का क्या प्लान है इस वीकेंड का? मेरा तो यही प्लान है, देखो आज और कल वॉच पार्टी करेंगे फुल एकदम मौज। आई गोना टेक्स्ट माय फ्रेंड्स जो सैटरडे संडे फ्री होते हैं मोस्टली। लेट्स सी अगर आज रात को कहीं का प्लान बनता है तो पोस्ट स्ट्रीम देखते हैं। इट्स बीन वेरी लॉन्ग कि मैं मिला हूँ उनसे, एंड फिर वही है कि जब वो लोग बुलाते तब मैं अहमदाबाद होता हूँ या तो फिर आई एम जस्ट ट्रैवलिंग समवेयर। 2:30 को वर्ल्ड कप मैच है तो हैव अ सेफ जर्नी। गाइस लाइक कर दो यार फटाक से स्ट्रीम को भाई। ईडब्ल्यूसी वॉच पार्टी पे तुम लोग को बहुत मजा आते हैं भाई। आई वाज अबाउट टू गेट वॉच पार्टी राइट्स फॉर द गेम चेंजर्स आल्सो, बीसीटी गेम चेंजर्स, जो 14 और 15 जुलाई को हो रहा है। बट द थिंग इज वो भाई दोपहर के 3 बजे होने वाला है, तो थोड़ा जीजी है। डिसलाइक यार, तू वैसे ही भाई यही करती है, हेट ही करती है तू। देखा अंदर ना तेरे अंदर कहीं ना कहीं इतनी जगह पे हेट भरा पड़ा है मेरे लिए, पता है मुझे। डन डन, हाँ कर कर डिसलाइक कर 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 कर। ओए डिसाइडर हो रहा है गाइस आई गेस।
Thieves Team B, Nongshin Team A.
We ban Fracture.
Okay, Fracture
ओए इन्होंने
ban.
फ्रैक्चर बैन किया है,
Ban split.
Split ban.
स्प्लिट बैन
You
किया
guys
है।
pick the first map.
भाई 3 कोच एक डिसीजन नहीं ले पा रहे। देखो
We pick Sunset.
Sunset pick.
Attack on sunset.
Attack. Okay.
Pick
Damn
Lotus.
attack।
Okay, Lotus pick. You guys choose the side.
मैं रेडी हूँ पनौती लगाने के लिए, जल्दी करो फास्ट फास्ट।
We
हेलो
pick
तोश
Attack.
भाई, हाय
Attack.
तोश। अभी दिखा
Okay,
ना जस्ट।
next ban.
हाय अमनदीप भाई, आई लाइक, थैंक यू। डिशन टफ लग रहा है लगता है। नहीं
Ascent. Ascent ban.
5 घंटे लगाए इन
Ban
लोग ने।
breeze.
Breeze ban. So the decider will be Heaven.
मैं अपने डॉग पे चल रहा सब, एवरीथिंग इज
Attack.
गुड।
Attack pick. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you.
And there you have it, Sunset, Lotus, and Haven. So Sunset kicking things off here. I was chatting with Tom earlier. He feels like this was a pretty good trap set by 100 Thieves in terms of maps.
I think the same. I think that they're very smart in banning the split. We could see how long Nongshim were taken. Where I was looking at the Vitas, like it's kind of obvious. You need to think a lot about recent form and whatnot. Having that sunset there, as I was literally telling you, I think 100 Thieves are being very smart in their map Vitas so far.
They probably have something.
Hello.
We haven't seen their sunset for such a
Fahad,
long
continue to
time
take
now, so
decision,
it's going to
what?
be really interesting to see what they have cooked up. We talked
अबे
about
लेकिन
them playing
इनका
harder
production
on
quality
almost
ऐसा
every
क्यों है
single
यार,
map. I
Chad?
wouldn't be surprised if we see that again, or maybe the Sage.
Maybe
You know
the
how they
Sage.
love-
Oh, and Asuna
Yep.
Sage. I'm so down.
Yep.
I'm in. Signed.
Less than a minute to go. It's time for us to do our EWC pick'ems. And so,
Okay,
No.
Deegan, I've been told that you're very good at this.
Hey,
I
am.
did
Same
you
हाल है
know
ना?
what you did yesterday? Actually,
Do
we'll
you
talk
know what
about
you
it
did?
later.
I-
We'll talk
Ah,
about
babe,
it.
इधर
all
भी
right, we'll
same
talk
हाल
about
है।
it later.
But
I guess.
ठीक है,
Let's
ये
start
थोड़ा
with our
better
second
है।
match. First, PBL versus NRG.
इधर बेटर है थोड़ा
2-1 BBL.
उधर
Okay,
फेच होके आ रहा है ना
2-1
इसके
We're
वजह
going
से
2-1 BBL. Boop.
2-1
Got that
BBL.
one locked on in. And then our matchup that we're about to call
You
here, 100
choose.
Thieves and Nongshim.
You choose.
You,
We've
there's
been
one
yelling,
Wait,
we've been-
ये
we've been
कर
doing
सकते
all
ना?
the-
answer. I believe in you. Go ahead.
आओ करते
Come on, Daniel.
Is it really a Nongshim win 2-1?
No.
Oh, if he says so, if he
no,
says so, if he says so.
It's okay.
That's crazy. He doesn't let me swap. I was just kidding. It's 2-100
I'll
Thieves.
allow it.
All right, y'all. That does it here from us.
भाई
Let's get
login
ourselves
करना
ready
पड़ेगा क्या?
for that first matchup. 100
अरे
Thieves
यार।
and Nongshim do battle for a spot in the grand finals.
अभी टाइम है यार कर देते
그룹 스테이지 때부터 계속해서 성장해
깐데데
와서
가이즈.
그룹 스테이지 때보다는 확실히 좀 더 좋은 경기력으로 올라와가지고 4강 올라올 수 있어서 너무
हो गया
기분이 좋아요.
हो गया क्या फिल्मी हो गया
저희 팀은 지금 확실히 한 판 한 판 할 때마다 연습할 때나 뭐나 계속해서 성장해 나가고 있는 단계인 것 같고 관중분들이 팬분들이 있었어가지고 확실히 더 활기차고 재밌었던 경기였던 것 같고 일단 여기 온 팀들 대부분이 자기 지역에서 굉장히 잘해서 여기 온 거기 때문에 어떤 팀이 와도 저는 다 이길 것 같은 자신감은 있습니다.
In his hands, he's got them in his palm, and he's closing it to a fist. A three-piece.
क्या हुआ है ना एवरीथिंग इज
I feel like
गुड
from the
अरे
outside looking
बेचारी
in, it looked
बीमार
a
हो
lot
गई
more
है
rough around the edges than it actually felt. I feel like in the series, I felt I was pretty in control most of the time. Things we didn't expect, maybe some really like a run for our money, but other than that, I felt in control the whole time, and yeah, it felt smooth sailing. Everyone makes mistakes, but I think we're playing a game that is even better than before, and we're taking every game with lots of lessons, and we're definitely peaking at the right time. We're all individually showing up for sure. I don't really hear the fans too much, but when I did my clutch, I did hear them. It got me
Okay.
hype, and yeah, always having a crowd, it makes me play even better.
ओए अभी का कहाँ है
Every game gets me a little overstimulated. I'm just coming down right now. Feels good, and
ओए
I'm happy
पिक
that
लॉक
we're
भी हो
peaking
गया
right now.
वाओ यार 2 मिनट में हो गया लॉक
Great to play every game.
लॉगिन क्यों करवाया फिर मुझसे लॉगिन क्यों करवाया मुझसे भाई
I hope you guys bring your best game.
लॉगिन क्यों करवाया भाई जब लॉक ही करना था तो गंदे लोग यस हाँ बोलना फिट चेक ब्रो मेरा फिट चेक दिस इज माय लो की द कंफर्ट फिट भाई इसमें क्या फिट चेक दिखाना है ब्रो व्हाट इज फिट चेक भाई कल का मेरा फिट बहुत क्रेजी था ब्रो कल का मेरा
Mesdames
फिट
et
चेक बहुत
messieurs,
क्रेजी था
bonjour amis gamers, bienvenue sur la STC
Well,
Arena
it
pour
was
cette
that
troisième
thing
journée
is
de
my
l'eSports
favorite
World Cup
you know
Valorant. Je
कल
suis
का आउटफिट मेरा
Ian et
फेवरेट भी
voilà
था
Lou et nous serons vos hosts pour la journée.
Je m'appelle.
हाय धनंजय चौधरी व्हाट्स अप
I'm
कैसे
cool
हो
with that. Listen, it's EWC. We expect it to be unpredictable. We expect the unexpected. And the last couple of days
भाई
here
तू
in
स्टेज देख रहे
Valorant
हो
have delivered. I don't think
कितना क्रेजी
many
स्टेज है
expected the lineup that we have here for our semis. What
Oof.
a few days it's been.
Yeah, especially having Vitality out this early, given that there were serious contestants for
भाई वो
the
shard
Club
break करेगा ना
Championship
वो
trophy,
मोमेंट
but,
देखना है
you know,
मुझे
they're out already, so there's space to take.
Yeah, we're down now to the final 4. And I don't want to jinx anything, but we have seen nothing but long contested
Thank
banger
you.
series, and I expect
Thank you, Mandeep
more
bhai.
of the same today. Our
Hey
final
Lala
4
Gamer, who is
teams,
this lovely watch
2
party
of them
streamer? It's your
will make it to the
friend.
grand final tomorrow
It's a W
to have a
host.
crack at this bad boy.
Indeed, with us, you're always in for a treat. Donc, comme le disait Ian, on veut pas de jinx, mais à chaque fois, depuis le début des playoffs, ça a été des longues journées, ça a été des matchs de 1. Donc, normalement, vous allez être avec nous pour tout le reste de la journée. Il n'y a que 2 tickets pour la place en grande finale. Should we welcome the first semi-finalists?
Absolutely.
Thank you इंग्लिश में बोलने के लिए
Bienvenue.
मैंने क्रॉक्स मंगवाए हैं डाइट कोक वाले हैं फोटो पेज लेट्स गो गाइस आई रियली वांट टू सी दैट मोमेंट जब आप किसी का टीम की कोई एक टीम दूसरी टीम का शार्ट ब्रेक करेगी एंड शार्ट इज दिस बेसिकली जो हाथ में लेके आ रहे हैं कैसे ना भाई आई एम गुड भाई आई एम गुड आप बताओ कैसे हो तो भाई डिस्कॉर्ड डीएम देखना इसके बाद
Oozing confidence so far.
अभी
You
देखते हैं
can
ना,
see
रुको।
it on their faces. They are ready for the occasion and see themselves in that grand final.
And against them, the last
Flanker हो गया
hope
आप?
of Korea, the last hope of Pacific.
Are you flanker?
It is Nongshim Redford.
ठीक है, मैं इसके बारे में बताता हूँ आपको। All good gang, let's go. आज ही ऑर्डर किए, फोटो तो भेज, मतलब कौन से वाले ऑर्डर किए?
But you can see they've got plenty of hope.
फीड ऐड को लपेट लिया आज, गला खराब होने के बाद भी मेरे पास स्टॉक में पड़ी, बट मैं नहीं पी रहा हूँ।
Getting a strong ovation despite the fact that they took out Vitality yesterday.
It's Americas versus Pacific. Time to pick
Let's
your
go.
champion. Choisissez
Let's
votre champion.
go. Bro, उनका पेयरिंग देखो आउटफिट का, व्हाइट टी शर्ट, ब्लैक बॉटम्स एंड सबके साथ लाइक सबके पास ये सेम शूज है जॉर्डन्स
Thank you very
में।
much, Lou and Ian, as we get ourselves ready. I'm not
Shit,
sure if
the
you can hear
fuck?
that at home.
वो भी सपोर्टिंग
But the Nongshim
भाई देख, अंदर से तो मेरे को
cheer
नोंगशिम
was
के लिए
very,
सपोर्ट है
very
बिकॉज
loud. The
या
Paris
ऑफ
faithful
कोर्स
made
व्हाई
it
नॉट,
known they are the home favorite.
बट ऑन द अदर साइड
Because they knocked out
भाई मेरा
Vitality,
फेवरेट
possibly
स्ट्रीमर है
because
सुना,
they're not an
तो
America's team, but either way,
थोड़ा
it
100
has
व्यूज के
been
साथ भी जा रहा है,
awesome
बट
with all
लेट्स
the
सी।
action here in the intros, but the ceremonies
Let's
are
see.
over and it's time for the guys to get
मेनली
themselves into
एनएस के लिए है मेरा
Yeah,
सपोर्ट।
now we're going to be seeing Sunset as that first map. Little bit of a question mark from the side of 100 Thieves because we haven't seen them play yet. But for Nongshim, they actually lost this against G2.
Yeah, very
Let's
close
go.
encounters, right? But there has to be a reason for
NS
them
is the
to
final
go
boss right
into
now.
this
Exactly.
sunset.
For that
Maybe
reason only I'm
Prime
going for
Warriors,
NS
like
because भाई वो लोग बहुत crazy खेल रहे
We've
हैं।
seen a little bit of that sunset, and maybe why 100 Thieves wouldn't want to play it. Maybe there are things that we just don't know about this encounter. What I
Coach
do
diff
know,
तो है भाई
now
लेकिन
that I
इनका।
think about it, I do not want an Americas versus Americas final, so I'm actually with the crowd on this one.
Listen, what if you vote for 100 Thieves but not 100 Thieves?
I will do that if you do that with me.
Oh, okay. I'm not making any promises. Anyway, back into Sunset.
I don't want you. No. I don't want you to. I am okay with this as long as you don't tell me at the end of the day, oh, because Nongshim won, I want to go with NRG. Just protecting myself.
Listen, everyone
क्या
knows
भेजा
that
इसने?
100
वो
Thieves.
क्या वो वाले क्रॉप्स भेजे?
Everyone knows. It's public. It's on social media.
देखता
It's
हूँ
out
मैं।
there. I'm not scared to admit it. But that's why I'm really looking forward to Sunset because Nongshim.
असुना खेल जाए बस फिर
they
मजा
put
आएगा।
that
हाँ
push.
भाई,
They have to
असुना
do a
खेल
lot
गया
of
तो
those
बहुत
trap
मजा आ
setups,
जाएंगे।
fast splits into
लेकिन
market,
सामने
making sure
डाम्बी
they
और
set
आईवी भी है
themselves
ना
up
ब्रो,
for
अच्छे
success.
प्लेयर्स ही वो भी।
But I don't know if that's going to
डाम
work
भी है
against
crazy
100
तो।
Thieves because they tend to cook
तुम देख रहे हो इनका
some
प्लेसिंग देख रहे हो तुम,
crazy stuff to
सिटिंग
counter.
अरेंजमेंट देख रहे हो?
They're really good with their duelist and
ओए
they're good at
बहुत
beating
सेक्सी है ये
a
तो।
lot of that utility too. And so I'm expecting from the side of
ओए
100 Thieves
बहुत
maybe
सेक्सी
a
है
little
क्रॉक्स।
smile from NBS
और अभी
once
तो
again
ऑफर
to
में
make
चल
sure
रहे
he
भाई,
knows how to keep
बट
it of a
भाई मेरे
smirk.
साइज का ही
I
नहीं
think
है।
also that G2 did a lot of their homework for them because we already saw
मेरे size का ही
G2
नहीं है
being in this
bro।
situation against Nongshim, having to bounce
यार,
back, having to
कितने
go up
sexy लग रहे हैं
against them,
Crocs।
and just deal with the utility we just saying about the breach. And I think that they did a very good job. Could it possibly be that Nongshim is about to change something again?
Crocs, what's up?
Changing?
किस पे पनौती लगानी
I
है?
think that'd be super exciting to
अगर
see
तू
two different
जिंक्स
parts
वाली
we haven't
पनौती
seen
की
before
बात कर रही है
from both
देन
of these teams on a map
Sunset is
like
back.
Sunset.
Everybody
Thieves।
wants to know how
लेकिन
we're
अगर
going
तू
to
वो
be playing
पनौती की बात
Sunset.
करे कि
I
जिस
don't
टीम
feel
पे मैं
like, you know,
पनौती
I
लगाता हूँ
feel
वही
like
टीम
there's someone out
जीतती
there
है
is
देन
100%
एनएस।
convinced there is the best in slot.
Are
Yeah,
you?
the meta is not defined yet. The play style is not defined yet. There is no set strategy to play this map. The map is just so new when it's come back with all these meta changes. The only thing I do know is I'm definitely expecting a Neon. Neon has been
भाई
so
स्टेज कितना
good
crazy लग रहा
cleaning that
है।
elbow, taking care of the mains, and it feels like we're gonna see
Let's
something
go
like
NS,
that.
I'm
But
having
as
ramen.
Ian Select jumps up on the
Of
screen
course,
here,
Dambi
we're
on
gonna
Neon.
see that Nongshim, they're actually keeping that breach
You got two
online for the
initiators.
Yeah, they're keeping it online for the side of
And
100 Thieves. They've
100
decided for
Thieves के
something
पास
along the lines
ओके
very similar,
टिमोटिनो
resembling
के पास
of what
भी
they do
नियॉन
also
है।
maps like Haven,
They're going two
buying
duelists
on that element.
like
Asuna
normal
is going
comp
to
पे जा
jump
रहे हैं
into
लोग।
the Phoenix
ठीक है।
Timotina with that neon that you were mentioning in Athena, and the value that is going to have to find, especially with the performance that Timotino had yesterday, with them starting on the attack. Ball is completely in their court, on their court, to be a surprise here.
I think for me, it's X-Ross not on the Phoenix.
Sunset पे 2 innings are good actually. Yeah.
He was clutch in many of those
और
rounds
दोनों इनिशिएटर
yesterday
बढ़िया है
on
भाई. एक
Duelist,
स्टंट के लिए एक रिवील के लिए परफेक्ट है.
over to fit the composition for Nongshim Red Force.
Seeing slow duel in
Big
professional
talking
match
points.
is rare.
You guys hammered it
Slow
home.
duel कहाँ है
It's
भाई? एक ही तो है,
Timotino
सुना ही है.
2 of the 3 best left in the tournament.
But he won't
They're
be
gonna
slow
go
भाई.
head-to-head
He's
in
gonna
this
go
first
boom
map,
boom
best of
crazy.
3. One step closer to the finals with this map win as we send it on
ऐसे
over
flash.
to our casters for this matchup. Pacific versus Americas. Nongshim Red Force and 100 Thieves on the call. It's Tom and Mitch, man.
Thank you, Deacon. It's time to kick this one off with 100
go.
Thieves stepping down on that stage. But I was surprised to see or to hear
And
that
RG we
Nongshim,
missed
I think
some.
they might have gotten the
Hey.
louder cheer out of the two.
रुक जा यार अभी
Yeah, for
बचा के
sure. I
रखो
think
अपना
maybe they've won
साइन
some people over.
And it's
maybe,
winning. Let's see. I'm a supporter right
eliminating
now.
1 or 2 people along the way might have helped them out, but I also want to talk a little bit about the veto going into this one. I came into today going, okay, both of these teams have
भाई
a
तुम
bit
लोग
of a map
देखो
that they're
भाई
gonna
कितना
ban.
सेक्सी लग रहा है भाई
For
पूरा
Nongshim, it went the
venue.
way I expected. It's that sunset that was the surprise. And I saw MBS coach of 100 Thieves earlier, and he had a grin on his face. He took out the split. He knew this map was coming, and it seems like 100 Thieves have a
सॉम को
plan.
मिस कौन नहीं
But
करता
if it
भाई.
was a trap,
सॉम तो
Nongshim
crazy
have
bro.
gone, I'll take
Very
your trap
crazy.
and I'll raise you because we
Alright,
think we could beat you on
पांच
this map
लोग
anyway.
ये पे जा रहे हैं अभी.
Oh, different identities brought to the server here. Nongshim starting with the breach. You see the stun lined up and it's fired through already. Asuna not long for this.
Ooh,
Roman
nice.
threw out a cage to try to help him, but
ये लोग 4 ही खेल रहे थे.
there was no way back for him. And now 100
Rated
Thieves are
up,
sent
rated.
scurrying, leaving this position with just Cryo holding it.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
traffic
भाई
coming
Cryo.
his way.
Nice
He hits
यार.
hard and brings us back to a 3v3.
Yeah, it's left an isolated player on the other side as well. That has to
साइफर
be
को
dealt
पिंच
with.
कर सकते हैं लोग.
Ivy
बट
had
आईवी
a
के पास
phenomenal
एंगल है भाई.
performance yesterday and is going to need
NTR.
another one. It's a dig connected, but it's not quite a kill. That allows
Winnable है भाई
a
लेकिन.
route straight towards the B site. And a post
अभी भी winnable है भाई.
which actually going to be quite awkward for the defensive side because it's
क्योंकि
planted
उनका
their own
दो
spawn.
बंदे like एक तो
Excellent
almost low
recovery
है.
by 100 Thieves.
एक
Cryo
half
did the
HP
work
है.
outside of A.
तो yeah winnable है.
Formality on the trade, out of the damage. Time ticks away. Francis sees absolutely nothing.
और दोनों
Normally, you're
साथ में
gonna
आ रहे हैं,
expect
which
to have
is
seen the
good.
spike by now, but like you said, that plant position for 100 Thieves, it gives them that forward position to hold from. An awkward fight here in the
Nice.
corner. Vora isolated. But they've got the time on their side now. That stuns bought them even more. A paranoia to delay. And even
Nice.
get them out of the corner. Maybe not for Bang. He's going to be caught off. Timotino, the last man standing.
No.
The clock
Oh.
by his side forced Francis on the
पुश ही कर
defuse.
देना चाहिए था.
It's a narrow margin.
क्रैगर
Solid
क्रॉसर
opening
में
from
थे है
100
ना.
Thieves.
I'll be honest, I thought that
Crosser
after
में
shot
आ
was
रहे
going
वो
to be
दो
enough
लोग.
to win the round. Clearing
भाई
both
हो गया था
players from
NS से
that
हो गया
awkward
था.
corner, forcing
NS से
them
हो
into
गया
a
था
wider
भाई.
position, and both of them being tagged low. But it is again
यहाँ पे वो
individual
खींच लिया भाई.
brilliance from
दोनों को
Timotino,
पुश ही कर देना चाहिए था instead of doing it.
a man who is quickly rising up the rankings.
जीती
of how
जाती भाई
highly
है ना.
rated he will be
कोई
and
बात
for
नहीं, कोई
100
बात नहीं,
Thieves,
देखते
of
हैं.
course. A team that narrowly missed out on London. Now look to leave their mark.
Yes guys, let's
At
swing into the
EWC.
crosshair.
Deploying drone.
Come on, this one's looking a little bit quicker. An open B site. Not really anything in terms of resistance, although saying that, Nongshim have
कोई है ही
rotated
नहीं,
very
wow.
quick.
Timotino's not looking to let Ivy out of that
Ooh,
corner.
ooh, 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 ooh.
Seemed to be a death sentence for Nongshim in the last round. Deep flash coming
Crazy
through.
push.
Asna forced back by the seas, but again for Nongshim,
भाई
they
लेकिन
don't have a lot
अभी
to
भी
actually
चांस है भाई
fight
वो
with.
लोग
They're
इको
dealing
निकाल
with
सकते
that
हैं.
First burst of aggression, but they shouldn't win most of the fights yet. They're trading.
But
They're trading
never
remarkably well
mind.
to start. At the finish, it seems to be a different story. RB left alone, trying to add more
ओए
of a
NT
cost
NT
to this
NT
round.
गुड
but
इको
price tag
दो बंदों
stays
को तो
at
लिया है
2.
उन्होंने.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more costly than they would have liked. A weapon or two that needs to be retrieved, but
वो ये कौन फ्लिप किया?
ultimately, that's about the minimum that the 100 Thieves would have been hoping for. And of course, Arsenal getting a couple of those kills is always going to help out get towards that Phoenix ult. The funny thing is, looking at these two
घोड़े की हंसी.
sunset compositions,
अच्छा वो मेरा टॉप चैट है.
you
Oh
kind of
never
look at
mind.
what 100 Thieves are playing and think, I'd quite like to see Nongshim playing that. Like that
भाई
more
मेरा इसका
aggressive
सब्सक्रिप्शन
double
एंड हो रहा है
duelist,
यार 4 दिन में.
having the potential for
अपने आप क्लिप
extra
नहीं
back on
मेरे
the
में है
Phoenix.
ऑप्शन
So I
अपने आप
wanna
क्लिप
see
का
what
बट
they
वो
get out of
उसमें
this
होता है
composition
गेम
that
में
they can't get elsewhere. And well, these aggressive stun pushes
जाके
seems
एक
to be a part of the
बारी
plan.
देखियो नहीं
Hasn't
देखा है
caught too
मैंने
much in the
ये
early
मैंने सुन
round.
लिया था ओए नाइस शॉट रे
Yeah, I'm not sure that has
Good
much to
spam.
do with the agent in play, but the
Oi,
breach of
थोड़ा और
Francis
spam हो जाता तो हो
finds one of the
जाता।
spam. Big pickup and a
भाई तुम लोग
rolling
नोटिस
thunder
कर रहे हो ये लोग
online
सारे
now, but
ये
Knox
खेल रहे
is
वैंडल
quite
और फैंटम
early
खेल रहे
on.
ये लोग
I
ओए
don't know if
नाइस
they can really even follow up on that.
Good
This
hit,
is
bhai.
Smoke's fate. It's just a delay strategy. It's
Nice.
stopping the spike from going down until
Nice.
reinforcements are here.
Bro, good round.
Job
What a
done.
good भाई what a round.
Cryo alone. Rifle in his hand.
क्या टाइमिंग पे अल्ट किया है टाइम बाय कर लिया ताकि वो
remaining
लोग
and a
साथ
firing
में
squad around the
आ
corner.
सके एंड फिर वो लोग ने
Handled
पुश
that
कर दिया
aggression
इजी
beautifully.
Yeah, this is going to be about damage now.
मेरे को भी नहीं दिखा नहीं मेरा लाइव चैट पे था मैंने लाइव चैट पे किया फिर हो गया
This Nongshim side, or are they going to come out of this one flawlessly? It's already an impressive start. They've enjoyed these deep pushes off the back of
Nice
the
round,
utility
nice round. Let's go,
Francis,
Enes. Let's
but
go,
he's
let's go.
also just frying. And this was sort of the fun thing
Let's
yesterday.
go,
I think
bhai.
in that third map in particular, we were watching Nongshim play, and a lot of it just didn't make sense. Like with how
भाई तुम
quickly they
अल्ट
could
देखो
swarm
अल्ट
onto
के
an
बाद
opponent, how good they were with just individual shots through smoke.
Wow.
Okay, this one there was a reveal, but yesterday there weren't many reveals. They were just hitting those shots anyway.
Straight VS.
And if they can get back into that rhythm again, I truly believe there's no one in this tournament that can stop them.
बोनस था वैसे भी 100 थी उसका हाँ वो तो है बट ठीक है अपने को राउंड मिला है वो
They had
इम्पोर्टेंट
every
है
read right. Even when players were in front of them, they would just
भाई वो
put
पुश कर
straight
रहे
through.
हैं
Mow
ओए
them
पुश कर
down
दिया
and
डाम्बी ने
down. With his early aggression was a big feature. Now he tagged Asuna, but the ult is activated. Phoenix gonna get his health bar right back, but won't get much for the ult popped.
उनका रोटेशन दिख रहा है कितना क्रेजी है
Immediately filled in by Nongshim, but the rotate
और ऑफ कोर्स ये लोग को
through
पता
is
चल चुका है
massive.
वो लोग जाने वाले
This
पीछे
defensive
वापस
side has all 5 players towards
But
the
already
side
feed
a
पहुंच
couple
जाएगा
of
वहाँ पे।
seconds ago, and 100 Thieves are quickly switching direction. This is going to be
एक्सरॉस तो
the
पहुंच ही
B
गया है
side for
मतलब ऑलमोस्ट पहुंच ही
free.
गया है वो
Oh, maybe not.
Danger for
रिवील या
Cryo,
तो
but
किल लेने का
okay,
ट्राई
he's
करेगा
caught
वो।
Ivy on the cross.
Well, Exos has managed to rotate
Nice.
in, and just the spams have helped him. He's now in
ओए
trouble.
एंटी
though.
स्टन भी हो
Revealed
जाता
up
खुद
at
की
the back
टीम
of the
से
site. Danby now making a move. This is very isolated from the defense, but they are happy to make these moves alone. They have the
Oi,
individual
nice.
players that can
Let's
just
go.
take over rounds. And Danby once again,
ओए
maybe the
क्रेजी
best of them.
राउंड
He leads it down
भाई
to
क्या
Cryo,
मारा है
and
डाम्बी
there's
ने
no hope with RB on the
भाई
fly.
नियॉन डिप कर दिया नियॉन डिप
There are moments
नियॉन
when
डिप
you
कर दिया
look
नियॉन
at
डिप
what Nongshim do and go, that is one man against the world.
टीमो
But when
चीने
that
हु
one
कर
man
दिया
is Danby, that is enough.
Yeah, it's the best thing as well, is seeing him be challenged by a wide swing Neon, that slide going through, the thing that so often buys him that first shot on his opponent. And he just domes him. He gets him right away. Like, oh
भाई
no, bro,
टिमोटिनो
you're not
भाई
gonna catch
क्रेजी
me
मार
with
दिया
those
उसको तो
tricks. Look at this. Or don't. But it was unbelievable seeing him flick so quickly. Take that backside control, and that's the thing. Like you say, sometimes it looks like Nongshim make mistakes, and then you realize that they've just got the players who can thrive in those positions far more often than they should.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing we talk about when we look at a team like Paperex. It's like from top to bottom, they have so much individual skill. And yeah, sure, sometimes they'll get punished for it.
ओए what a good क्या बोलते हैं ट्रिप
Already, Ivy playing back into his utility. They're up against an eco, so you think they need to be careful,
Nice
but they
one.
don't care.
Nice
at
one.
all.
Good round.
Cryo
Very good
left
round.
alone. He'd hope for one. He'd pray for a second, but I don't think he's going to get anything from this round. They're just dancing around him. And
RB क्या कर रहा है?
ends up with the final kill. And look at them. This is a team in a semi-final looking for a spot in the grand final of EWC, and they are giggling.
Bro, what a
Momentum
round.
is a big factor for this squad. We saw that yesterday, heating up as the series went on, and they're coming off the back of that.
भाई
win.
फ्रांसिस 11 kills पे already
For 100 Thieves,
Bro's
there's a lot
cooking,
to
bhai.
deal
Bro's
with. And
cooking.
you'd think coming in, it will be Ivy based on yesterday.
guys
It will
make
be
sure to like the
Gabby
stream
in
and
those
आपके
big
अगर दोस्त लोग को
rounds, or
पसंद है
maybe
EWC तो
Exros.
भाई make sure to share
Or
the
hell,
stream
RB behind a
मजे
smoke.
करते भाई एकदम
Jeez, that
crazy
was
watch party
ridiculous
में
on Breeze, but Francis now the one leading the charge, and
Reach
that is the
didn't
thing.
work like
ओए
Oh my
भाई
goodness,
push है
Gabby's
push है
already
crazy push है
under
ओए
Solomon. He's running it down.
भले instant trade off
It's a
हुआ है
taste
लेकिन
of what
भाई
100
अच्छा
Thieves will
खेलता
have to
वो
deal with across
ट्राई
this
अच्छा था
half.
basically
All out
nothing
aggression,
else
and they've
बट ये
dealt
थोड़ा
with
GG हो गया
every
राउंड
facet of it here.
थ्रो हो गया
Only
राउंड थ्रो
Francis left on 5 HP. And that might
round
put
थोड़ा throw हो
Nongshim in
गया
their place.
Yeah, this is what we need to start seeing from 100 Thieves is, okay, we know they're going to press us. We know they're going to be aggressive. We need to be able to soak up that pressure. Otherwise, they will continue to do it in more and more aggressive ways. This time, even with the stun, Bang was able to soak up a lot of that
NT,
pressure.
NT,
and a solid
NT.
round
Throw
from
कर
him
दिया.
individually, a 3K to level up the scoreline and take
ये
us
लोग सेन की
3-3.
टी-शर्ट पहन के क्यों आए हैं? Wow, यार.
Yeah, we were definitely in that danger zone of seeing Nongshim run away.
Oh,
with
yeah.
it. Think back to last map yesterday, you know exactly what that looks like.
Even split. They won, what was it? They won a,
Oi.
I think it was an eco round from
Oi.
Exos. And then
Kick PC.
Exos, I think from then onwards, they won 8 rounds in a row. Like, it just, all it takes is for them to get into a rhythm, and it's going to be very important for 100 Thieves to deny that from happening. 'Cause don't get me
Beauty
wrong,
shot.
there's
Hey,
fantastic
तो
players
उसको
on
याद
both
आ रहा है
sides
इधर
of the
से.
stage. You don't end up in a semi-final without that being the case, but
और ये लोग पुश क्यों कर रहे
Just
हैं?
running it down. He's been shut down again.
लोग पुश क्यों कर रहे हैं? अभी तो शट डाउन हुआ है.
And now the rest of the players have got to try and find a reaction. 100 Thieves have slowed their pace quite a bit, and I think that's helping them.
Of course, last round, we saw it in the replay. Bang was finding 2 shots through the smoke.
Satisfying.
They thought that Nongshim, well, let's just go aggressive again. Let's
Wait, nice
fight
shot.
them.
Nice shot,
Last
Exros.
time we got on
Nice shot,
This
Exros.
time, we'll show
Wow.
what we're made of. And
Recover
Exros,
किया है भाई उनके picks.
it might not have been Danby as the
2v2
tip of
है.
the spear, but the hilt just as deadly.
But भाई क्रायो की पोजीशन बहुत अच्छी है
Like he's
वैसे.
got a fantastic chance to backstab here.
But
It's all gonna come
probably
down to
Ivy को पता ही
timing,
होगा.
though. And indeed, the direction
Never
that they go
mind.
in with the hat off the head. Ivy's got all the info.
Yeah, Exros, I'll be honest, for the majority of this round, it looked like
Wait,
he
what?
should have been dead to rights. Nightfall, not going to connect.
बच गया
Both
ult,
players
but
been able to dodge it.
good ult
It does
भाई.
clear a lot of real estate. But those positions can be filled back in, and in fact they have
Good
done.
read, good read. Oh, timing,
Isolated
timing.
fights, looking
Timing.
like the most likely turn of core. Exros needs
Nice.
another, and it's his 4th kill of the round already. Looking for that last player. He reads it perfectly.
Wow.
How does Exros
Bro.
make every move
क्या
exactly
क्रेजी
as
मारा
he
है भाई.
needs it? And an
भाई
ace
रिकवर किया है
already
पूरी टीम के लिए
in our
राउंड.
semi-final.
पूरी टीम के लिए रिकवर किया है.
We wanted to see that comp on the other side. We wanted to
देखो.
see Nongshim
भाई कितना आराम से छिल गया है भाई, छिल गया है.
have a chance to shine, but my God,
देखो छिल गए.
it doesn't seem to matter.
He's insane.
What he's playing, look at that, the read.
Bro.
Couldn't be better.
Doesn't even react. He's just
That
made
was
one of the
clean,
most
that was
insane
clean,
plays
bro,
of the
that was
tournament,
clean.
and he doesn't even react.
ओए शैंक्स आया है.
God.
Sensational for Nongshim. That's the lead secured. And proof that it's not
वो
just
Shanks था
Francis
ना
here today.
वो?
Danby will not be deterred. He is pushing.
My.
He is pressuring. And he's tearing them apart. The big swing finally shut down by Bang.
Wow.
Just being the one to catch
वो
him a
भाई
couple
अब
of
काम
times.
कर गया
that
इनका
the
push.
reason that Danby
दिल
has
है कि आप
fallen,
पुश
but
करके ही रहेंगे, कुछ भी हो
Woods
जाए.
versus
वी गोना
three.
पुश भाई. जब
The
तक काम नहीं कर रहा है
damage
तब तक हम
surely
पुश नहीं
already
रोकेंगे अपना.
Question of the TP is whether or not it's worth it. Ivy low. RB in an isolated fight, but he is normally the safer pair of hands, forcing him into Francis again. An opportunity for a 1v1. No group up just yet. Bang's done well. Looks to try and maybe bait the idea that he's going back towards the B site.
Let's go.
This is where you'd kind of expect the remaining players to try and group up, especially with how low Ivy is. The possibility of a clutch has gone up massively.
ये बात तो सही है.
RB's in a pretty solid position, but again, they're somewhat split.
Spike planted.
विनेबल लेकिन. Nice.
RB
Nice
hits the
round by
shot,
NS.
but
बहुत
that's
अच्छा
a
round
big
था ये.
risk from Nongshim to split up in a moment like that.
बहुत अच्छा
Give him a
round था ये.
chance.
What about the rest of the round?
दामी ने जो पुश किया है, उसने रिकवर भाई उसने रीसेट करके मारा ना वो बेटर हो गया.
The Danby has pushed the same angle.
And keep in mind, it started with him being shot through the smoke. Bang got a double to shut down the round before. The last
Yep,
round he ran
yep.
out, immediately died as well.
Ramen for the win.
If at first you don't succeed, try
Ramen for the
again.
win,
And
bhai,
that's
for
what he's been
real.
running. And it is just that confidence. That's the problem. You know, for this squad, I actually don't know what it takes for Danby to go, ooh, I need to tighten up here. I need to play.
Maybe it was 3 in a row.
Bro,
We'll never know.
crazy.
We'll never know now.
I'm not so
अरे
sure.
crazy setup है ना
It's a
इनका.
tough one as well when you're the coaching staff, of course. NBS, Doom Bros, checking in with their players, and you're kind of in a spot where I think there hasn't been a pause call before this.
We want
because
free
their
ramen.
Players are going to be very clear of what
Yes, sir. Yes,
Nongshim is
sir.
doing. They're running it down. They're sprinting down mid, trying to fight you early, setting up a stun, putting in utility to try and make those fights awkward, and then kind of slaughtering you in those moments.
वो बोल रहा है, कोच
And
बोल रहा
although we
है,
have
ऐसे मत
seen
करो,
100
ऐसे मत
Thieves
करो,
already correct
ऐसे
in
करो, ऐसे
some
करो.
of the earlier rounds where it's like, okay, we've been able to stop that, we've been able to deny Danby, and then get aced by Exros. You then kind of go as a coach and go, well, yeah, you guys know what's happening. You know what's going on. It's just they haven't been able to find a solution to it, or at least a consistent one.
क्या खेल रहे लोग अभी? ये लोग A side ज़्यादा फोकस कर रहे हैं.
Thieves cracking the code is going to be tough on this one. Pistols brought in for
Francis
Nongshim.
rotation पे खेल रहा
Likely
है.
sixth, and of course against the Nico, we all know what teams do.
तो slow round जाने वाला है. ये लोग mid
At least to
pinch
start,
करने का try
Nongshim
कर रहे
went
हैं. Ego
towards
इनका
A
तो.
main. They looked for it with Danby, trying to swing around that corner, outlaw in
But
hand.
I think इनको पता चल चुका है कि लोग mid
And
भी
he
जा
then
रहे हैं.
holds the angle. This is a different face to Nongshim. They're going to play much more passive in that early fight, and the space they're containing allows those rotations to go through. I don't think 100 Thieves are going to be quite ready for this much presence from Nongshim.
And इसके पास
Three
लेकिन
players
अच्छी
towards top
position
mid,
है
one
भाई.
of them being Breach as well with a full kit to play off of. Exros as well taking one through the walls. Certainly not going to help things out.
Nice, nice RB, nice flash.
RB a follow-up. And the spike's now down in the open. Even when they don't push their aggression.
Oi, what a blind!
Cryo bringing us back
Whoa.
to a 2v2, and from what seemed to be a secured round for Nongshim moments ago.
That was good. That
there's
was
now
good.
A battle on our hands.
Again, split between right on the edge, waiting.
Nahi.
Patiently. Bangs won that fight as well. It's left to
No.
Danby, and it's a thrifty round that comes through. Cryo, Timotino managed to make that one work. As you said, with the first couple of picks, I thought this was going to be a nigh-on simple round for the side of Nongshim, but there was a recovery.
Well, I think it was a simple round. They had tempered aggression to start with. It worked well with a trap setup on top mid. They pounced on the back of it. This is something we saw from them yesterday. Their defensive sides were really annoying to play against because they were constantly setting up these little traps across the map. They do that here with the early aggression from Danby. And then in the 5v3, they keep pushing. And that's the problem, overheating. I like the idea from Nongshim. I like the approach, the change of pace, but once things started to go their way, they got a bit too excited. It's given 100 Thieves a fourth round and a chance to still compete for this half.
Yeah, ults galore. Both sides having plenty.
I guess so. जाएंगे.
Shadows traveling. Run it back, the overdrive for the attack, and Rolling Thunder, Nightfall, and an overdrive of their own. Gives a lot of opportunities, even just with the fact that RB
Guys, मैं थोड़ा
rotate
nom-nom
to
कर रहा हूँ,
the
इससे
other side of
कैमरा
the
बंद
map,
है, ठीक है?
or that they have ults that will deny the push. And that's where I feel like 100 Thieves have to be a little bit more careful in this round based on time. You go in too late in the round, you get hit by one of those ults, it could end your round. But also you've got to be careful for everything else that Nongshim have been doing, which are those trap plays. They've been doing it throughout the tournament on their defense. For now, they've felt out the map, realized the passiveness of their opponents, and now with 35 seconds, look to head in towards this A side, or B side, sorry.
Nightfall put to market for now. But most of 100 Thieves are coming out of main. It was only Timotino who was unspotted. Going to be shut down by Danby, but they have found themselves an advantage nonetheless. Rolling Thunder trying to pull it back, delaying that time. Spike on the site, isolated, but not dropped. Vora somehow survives in that corner, but the cross is needed. 10 seconds, and Vora's there for more.
No.
His head may be bloodied.
Spike planted.
But unbowed in the end as 100 Thieves find themselves the site. It looked like they were up against it.
हाँ
Even
वर्डन
with the
अबे
man
खा रहा
advantage, so
हूँ.
Rolling Thunder to fly through from
Make good
Danby, but they
boy.
dealt with it all.
Really good work from them. RB now the last man standing, and he's going to clear one, but Vora there to close around with a quad.
Goodbye, bro.
Fantastic stuff from him individually, but also just as a unit. They're able to soak up that pressure, not panic when it gets down into those last few seconds. Obviously, the plant was the main goal, trying to deny it on the Nongshim side. You can see the aftershock sent through, but it's the clear of Francis that makes sure that there's no real danger towards the end. And the fact that Vora is also hitting one of those shots while stunned has helped him out massively.
Okay. Overall, the
Ford
good.
did a phenomenal job.
भाई आने से
The
तो बहुत अच्छा
pressure he was
retake
put
किया
under in
लेकिन
that
ult के बाद.
corner. His teammates isolated. The wall was trying to help him, and maybe it did give him the edge he needed to quickly correct. For Nongshim, they're left to pistols. Again, they should have 6 on the board already. 5 versus 3 in the anti-eco, but 100 Thieves managed to pull it back. Find themselves with still a chance to take the lead by the time this closes. We talked about Nongshim's traps, though. It's been a huge problem for teams before that.
ओए ये क्या push कर रहे हैं भाई? डाम्बी और ये?
100 Thieves has bought them a bit of space, a bit of time, and indeed an advantage.
भाई फ्रांसिस और डाम्बी कुछ भी भाई ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो लोग कॉम्पी खेल रहे हैं नॉर्मल.
All the eggs in one basket for Nongshim. If that push works out, they've got a weapon on the floor, but instead, rotations to the A site, and 100 Thieves again picking the easier hit.
Yeah, I think Cryo's done well consistently throughout this attack side to sort of
Nice
hold
shot.
on to space. He will lose the fight versus Ivy. There's always deadly players on
भाई
the
आईवी ने
Nongshim
बहुत अच्छा
side,
मारा
but they
साइफर
are
को.
being picked
बट
off
ठीक
one
है.
by one.
NS is
Good
थोड़ा
use of
bad
the
on
paranoia.
ecos.
As well, just to remove a lot of that additional danger. Even still, though,
Spike planted.
they managed to make this scary. A late
Oh.
flank back. That's a freebie for Francis. We're now in a 2v2 scenario, and sure,
Free
there
kill
is a
था भाई
Hunter's
यार.
Fury if necessary. I think that might now be the plan. You can see Vora falling back into a more passive position to maybe make that ultimate a little bit more viable.
वही लग रहा है. ये लोग ult के साथ ही खेलेंगे probably.
Maybe the ult will be popped. You can save it for time at this stage, though. That clock has run way too far down. Reveal going through. That player's
Whoa,
spotted.
what
The spam
reveal?
has not landed. Oh no! Do they think that they've cleared it? Thankfully, the defuse no longer underway.
Enemy
The
remaining.
issue's seemingly gone as time will decide this fight.
20.
Asuna playing
80
it
bait.
patient and securing
round, yeah,
6
good round.
for 100 Thieves. They've now taken the lead.
Yeah, it's a costly round, but it's one where ultimately I don't think you're going to be too worried on the 100 Thieves side. You get through.
भाई
towards
सब
the end of the
400
half,
hits पे
and
खेल रहे क्या?
Economically, they should be absolutely fine to get back into the next
Nice
one.
shot यार.
Again, it shows that there never seems to be a free round,
설마 이거 장난이지?
but they've at least, after what was, I think, 5 of 6 rounds in a row, managed to stabilize, managed to
अरे इसको
hold
क्या हो गया?
on versus
Slow
what was an
motion में क्यों लिया
incredibly
ये frame?
aggressive defense. And at
Crazy भाई
minimum,
cameraman.
they're going in even at the half.
Thank God. अभी push नहीं कर रहे. अभी push नहीं कर रहे. NS वाले. Thank God.
Lifting the lead from their opponent's pocket. Now a chance to lock it in at the halftime. For 100 Thieves, a slow start. They know that there's likely a trap somewhere. But this breach, the stun's being held for the start of so many rounds to try to get Danby into position. They've heard the noise in middle.
बहुत slow खेल रहे लोग.
Danby is
भाई 100 Thieves को पता है ये लोग push करेंगे.
patient for now, but that time was soon
Yep.
to come that he would go pushing forward. Look at 100 Thieves, though. They immediately fall back, using even the Phoenix Blaze wall just to isolate off that angle, make it harder for Danby to push through, to cancel his aggression. And that's what they're doing for the entire first minute. They are waiting for Nongshim to give them an advantage. And instead, it's Nongshim to take it.
Yeah,
Nice,
cool.
B.
Just spam the smoke and get an opener. Back towards the B site.
30 seconds left.
Cryo looking to be the point of contact. Nobody really watching in that direction for now. It seems like the defense are setting up for a retake, but then Ivy looks to walk in, looks to hold the ground. Paranoia is perfect though. And Cryo further up than
Bye,
expected.
good round,
Then the
100 Thieves,
1-2
good
punch as
round.
Asuna does the same.
7-5 is the score.
Spike
It leaves them again with a man advantage, and they're waiting for these pushes, these solo aggressive plays from the side of Nongshim that they got away with earlier in the game. Now they're getting punished time and time again. And unless
1v3 है
Exros
लेकिन भाई
has
लेकिन
another
इसमें भरोसा
miracle
कर सकते
round,
हैं. Exros कुछ
it
भी कर
looks
सकता
like a
है.
7-5 half.
100 Thieves figured them
Good
out.
half? Yeah, good half.
They did indeed crack the code. The vault is wide
saw, he
open.
saw, he
As
saw.
Nongshim's aggression punished.
Nice.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oi,
from
NT
Exros. Good
NT.
prediction.
NT,
It's
NT,
not
NT.
enough for Nongshim, a guaranteed 6th
Good
round
up, good up,
seed
good up.
to be on the board, but we finished the half 7-5 with 100 Thieves
Good
stealing
up.
the lead out of Nongshim's back pocket. That one has got to hurt. This felt like a series that they had control of, and especially because they were losing those rounds based on overconfidence, based on overplaying their hand.
Well, you have to bear in mind as well that this feels like a punish pick for the side of Nongshim. This is them going, okay, you're not going to ban a map that you've been banning throughout the whole tournament. We're going to pick it to punish. And I'll be honest with you so far, sure, there were 5 rounds where I was looking at that and going, this is worrying for 100 Thieves. And then they recover. They take that pause, they soak up pressure, and they manage to double back into it. That's a good recovery from
wale log hai.
Yes, a familiar face here in the arena. Vous le reconnaissez peut-être, c'est pas le coach de Vitality qui m'a rejoint. Coach Paul, here with me. Yesterday you were on stage, today you're with me. I'm sorry, it's a pleasure to be with you, of course. I wanted to know, because you faced Nongshim yesterday, right? You must have watched their VOD, etc. So I wanted to have your little insight and thoughts on why they're a great team according to you.
Yeah, unfortunately they don't let me back on the stage again today, so I've got to watch Nongshim from here. I think they're a fantastic team just because of how coordinated they are. We've seen this throughout the year. They make the most of a lot of the meta, but also just they start the round in a way where they know exactly what they're doing. Halfway through the rounds, they then make a really clear decision. They know exactly what they're doing, and then they've got a huge amount of talent to clean up at the end.
Yeah, got unlucky, man. VIT, bro. What's VIT?
But I think it's Ivy so
Don't
far.
tell me इन लोग ने rename करा ऐसा कुछ तो.
This event so far.
VIT हो गया है.
Première question, vous avez affronté Nongshim hier, c'était compliqué. J'imagine que tu as dû regarder beaucoup de VOD, etc. Pourquoi est-ce qu'ils sont forts selon toi? Énormément de decision making collectif, ils trouvent les solutions ensemble, ils sont impressionnants, toujours même en milieu de round. Et pour moi, le meilleur joueur actuellement de Nongshim, c'est Ivy. And last but not least, even though the result, didn't go your way, etc. What do you want to be taking back, to Berlin
VIT,
from this
exactly.
weekend in Paris? I mean, this entire week in Paris.
दर्द तो है भाई, VIT बोलते हो तो अपनी टीम ही नहीं जा पा रही है.
It's nice to actually be in Paris and be somewhere else, but I think ultimately the biggest thing is just getting to see the fans, getting to see all of you guys that have come to actually support. Unfortunately not today, but yeah, being able to actually share a little bit more time with the club and feel like we are part of something that is a lot bigger than us, so it's nice.
Absolutely. Donc dernier petit mot de balle pour les fans. Ravi d'avoir pu vous rencontrer évidemment toute cette semaine. Merci à tous pour votre support. And let's see if Nongshim can or not take the win on this first map.
What does it take to beat Nongshim?
Hi, caps tha. साले सब caps में लिखता ना.
But it looks like 100 Thieves may have come in with that question pre-filled. They played a blinder in that first, especially the second quarter. They come in with a complete awareness of what Nongshim want to do. They're ready for every piece of aggression. They seem to have protocols to deal with it, especially around mid.
बस देख रहा हूँ धूप है ना मेरे यहाँ. बारिश वाला सीन तो नहीं है. एक बूंद गिरी की लाइट चली जाएगी साली.
Yesterday, where at times we had to question if he was even mortal.
Okay, they are planning to go B.
Onto the attack they go. Versus G2,
go B,
that's
go
where
B.
we saw the most improvement.
Nah.
Cryo has been
Stop
on the
walking into Cryo's crosshair, bro.
We're a big part of holding on to a lot of that pressure. Even still, though, RB's gone TPing into the side.
You cannot, bro. You cannot.
A pre-take in.
Bro, look at the retake.
Away from
look at the retake.
Before they can get the spike down. A brilliant
bro.
round, a clean round, and a pistol that will hold a lot of value.
Oh, that is a big step in the right direction now. I'm seeing MBS looking very comfortable on that side of the stage. As you said, you come into this, you feel like it could be a punish, but it's looking for 100 Thieves like it very much is something that they
Let me throw out my ramen
for day and night.
I bet you won't.
The cherry on top after a solid first half, a resurgence as well. The wind fully in their sails at 8-5.
Yeah, saving a map for the semi-finals.
Oh,
just like they throw rounds.
It's crazy. But yeah, a solo
Spectre with
no shield
no
Spectre.
shields. Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna ace. I'm ready.
I think he might have bought that as the barrier went up. I genuinely think that was a mistake.
We'll have to ask. Or maybe we'll never know. It's not gone fantastically well.
Whoa!
Spectre, but there is a Spectre that's shining on the other side. Cryo
cook for 5 minutes and throw away.
His reign of terror.
Bro, I cook for 10 minutes, bro, at least.
Only Ivy
Properly, बनाते lag जाते 10 minutes.
A big round individually, maybe not the player you want to get your orbs on, but I don't think they're going to care.
I don't think that they're very happy on Nongshim Red Force on Francis in particular.
I'll just buy a sheriff and headshot everyone, it's fine.
Yeah, well, to be fair, it does work a lot of the time. Look at him, he makes that big investment, he jumps to the side and he gets picked out of the air.
भाई फ्रांसिस तो ऐसे ही मर गया गलती से उसके जंप करते करते आ गया.
As long as he can afford his
It's just so unlucky. He's like, oh, I bought this probably by accident.
Crowd
I'll
is
see what I
washed
can do.
today.
And
What do you mean by washed?
Blind fired at, caught in the crossfire. Now for 100 Thieves, set up close on A main. This is nasty. Timatino's going to be spotted, but there's a flash prime from right behind him. No, there's not. As soon as ran away, Timatino's dead.
Dami getting Timatino.
They're eating good with Asuna.
Never the mind. Asuna gets Dami. एक के बाद एक pick off and हो गए भाई trade off.
Put him in the bag, bro. Put him in the bag.
बाकी है.
It's all good.
Sure, why not?
Cryo's in 1v3.
भाई लेकिन Cryo निकाल सकता है.
They're all now grouping up on this angle as well. Well, I actually know.
In a good way, bro. अच्छा. तो साले lock in बोलना.
Not certain.
One way. Gonna make it awkward.
NT bro. NT.
Cryo's been good, but that one was a bridge too far. The stinger that was on Francis didn't play too much of a part in the end, and you can see the sheer pace.
Washed. जैसे तू है.
That this attack side of Nongshim
Bad
will
way.
look to try and bring through into some of these rounds. This is where things should get a little bit more interesting, though. The rifles on the board for both sides. The first full
17 पे है भाई. 17-9 bro is cooking for real.
Which, okay, if Nongshim tried to pull off a ruse, might affect the round, but by the looks of it, they're gambling on this A side once again.
Nice Timatino. अभी वो लोग भी push कर रहे हैं. वो लोग भी push कर रहे हैं अभी.
First pick, Paranoia landed on a couple. They're forced back, and that staggers the
Nice. Wait. I think it's 100 Thieves round. I think it's 100 Thieves round and the map also.
The rifle for Ivy, left on the other side of the map, and I think now they're going to start to get an idea of what 100 Thieves are looking for early on. Like, it's been a lot of presence on that A side. A lot of utility swinging out, not just from Timatino, but it's the fact that as soon as there, you have the Phoenix flashes, you had the Paranoia from Bang coming deep.
Nice.
Okay. That was nice and clean.
I like the reposition, but I think he stepped a little bit too much. I'm almost certain Bora heard him, and there's a ping on the map right here. Yeah, he's got those pieces of info connected. Double digits.
I think he's pushing better than them. Yep.
It looks like
वो लोग timing के साथ push कर रहे हैं.
Fairly in control of this at this point. Those explosive moments of those 5 rounds in the middle of the pack.
देखो.
Seemed like it could be the same steamroller that we saw yesterday. And then 100 Thieves have learned to soak up that pressure. They had responses to that same side A aggression that they failed to hold in the last round in their bonus.
Very good.
And already,
very
see the pause out of Nongshim. Now
good.
They are a team that are quite happy if the moment feels right to invest even 2 pauses back to back in a row if they feel that they are necessary.
Bro, come on, you're playing EWC, clear corners, Ivy.
Talk things over in this
Time out
circumstance.
Feeling area.
To see if they can find a solution. And quick as well, because you coming up with that punish, sure, I don't think that I sit there and look at Lotus and feel like it's a dominant in either side. In fact, both teams have beaten an EMEA team in overtime. Those are the victories they've had throughout this tournament so far on Lotus. But even still, when you go into Sunset, a map your opponent hasn't played, and they look this comfortable, it does seem like 100 Thieves are coming today with a game plan.
I will look at Nongshim as well, though, and my genuine wonder is, have they tripped themselves up? They're still playing the game the way that they want to with that late round aggression. Think of the defense, the round that we said they should have pushed up to 6 on, and even more perhaps. They end up in a 5v3 off of playing the comp the right way. But in the late round, with the advantage, they go back to their scrappy style. They look for the fights. They push too much. And the comp isn't really allowing them to do that. It's a burst of aggression. It's a trap play.
Broken half by sorry.
Nongshim skipped the reset.
So Ivy half by
miles behind. A chance to fight back here.
Bro.
Rifles in hand for a majority. A Dambi down already.
They managed to at least
deal with the smoke, man. Cool shot, bro.
Hit the shot to Timatino. That's going to level the playing field. Shot dart into the back
I
side will do
India.
damage, but The kills are going one way and one way alone. In fact, they're all going the way of Nongshim. A back and forth on this A side of the map, but some very low players. RB, one of them, 2 HP. Flash, he's going to re-peek on 2 health. That's almost too easy. Weapon now retrieved, but Francis holding in the corner might just have done enough. It comes down to one. Cryo has been the best player so far, but that time has been ticking for quite a while. And his opponent in Ivy is just waiting for him to try and make his move. He'll get it to half a leaf, maybe even try and stick it a little further, but he lands the shot at the last second. Has he got the diffuser?
Oh!
He has! Cryo once again! It's going to close out a round for 100 Thieves.
Bro, hell nah.
That is a crazy clutch from him. It felt like it was played pretty well on the other side. Ivy ran the clock down as much as he could, even went in for the shoulder peek at the end there. And from his perspective, there's a good chance that it's being stuck. If the time is so low, not many would have the balls to stop at this stage, allowing the reveal to come through while he's still crouched down below. And you can see even at the end, they weren't sure he had it, but a big win, a big fight as well. Right off rip, 100 Thieves, they changed their aggression to the B side, but they found, the TP from Bang, they thought he left! What? But somehow, he survives in the shadows, a corner, unchecked, and Nongshim needing a clutch now. A 1v2 with Bang still in their way.
Nah, bro.
It is his round.
Nah, bro.
And his alone to put 100 Thieves on 12.
I think he would have.
Bro, you can play like this.
To disappear from vision.
इतने बड़े स्टेज पे सेमीफाइनल्स में वो भी जब तुम्हें पता है कि ये गेम अगर तुम हारोगे तो तुम्हारा खत्म है ब्रो ये पूरा टूर्नामेंट तुम्हारे लिए
We're going to be seeing another pause. Just look, they're swapping guns, and it's the half check from Francis. That moment is going to be in the back of his head for quite some time. He looks to check if somebody's there, but it's a half check, then they're punished for it.
They'd already killed 2 players. They saw re-aggression coming out, and why would he still be there? And then just further reinforcement. You hear that TP, and you think, anyone who was even cautious of him being around there, he's leaving. He's running away. He's fleeing. Let's get around that corner and catch him. Losing sight.
3 coach hai. 3.
A small gap.
अगर 3 कोच में से कोई एक भी बोलते ना कि ऐसा मत खेलो तो भी जीत सकते राउंड.
For Nongshim, they are so far behind now. This is a squad that seemed to have a commanding lead at a point with a chance
By
to push
this guy, वो था ना अभी इधर लेफ्ट में.
And from there, 100 Thieves have emptied the vault. They've taken them for everything they're worth with Nongshim. Almost guaranteed to need a reverse sweep for the grand final spot.
Back-to-back clutch rounds.
Nah, bro.
Bring them down.
And now Nongshim need to find 6 in a row. The thing is, they've been investing over the last few rounds, so it's not like they've been building up to a big buy. This is still them on the brink. Only a singular primary rifle, but they do have a couple of ults to play with. Now, we saw them on the defense use both of these
shot,
one round, and wow, blink and you miss it. Timotino's already got the first.
Timotino.
That could be putting map 1 on the board for 100 Thieves.
Nongshim sending this to the A side. Only one man stands there, but it is the demon from their darkest dreams, their nightmares in the previous Bang.
Drone angle.
In the corner, put 100 Thieves up to 12. Timotino's not stopping either. He's pushing forward, but Bang will have to hold his ground, but the reinforcements are coming. A tag up onto Francis. He's down to 10 HP, and what was previously 1 man on this A site is now 3, is now 4. In fact, 100 Thieves have wrapped in heavy, and it seems like Nongshim are going to take advantage of that. The spike's going the other way.
Playing off site. Nice shot from Dami. He tries this as a ruse. The TP is going to give the information that they are outside that side of the map. Already rolling Thunder in, but it's not going to connect onto anybody. They'd left that back moment of the site. Shock dart in. Plant will be coming through with 7 seconds to spare, and this flank could end up being everything, but it needs to get a move on. In fact, I think he knows it, starts running it down behind, tries to give space, but it's Vora again, leaving RBs, all that remains, and 100 Thieves.
You use the under.
Like a bit of a dangerous
Why?
band all the way through the tournament so far. They have won it convincingly in the second half.
Oh, bro.
A remarkable performance from 100 Thieves, starting out behind and then running away with the game. For Nongshim, coming in today after dishing out an incredible defeat to Vitality. You thought
but still, bro, that should be something wrong going on
ever
with this
faced,
guy.
and yet we have seen them prepared for every trick up the sleeve of Nongshim. 100 Thieves starting this out 1-0, and it seems like there's danger for Korea's number one.
Good guess.
Thank you very much, Mitch and Tom. Map number 1, 6-6 at half. So close, but then it's just right
करा था ना, इसलिए कह रहा था ना?
yet again for
पता ही
100
था,
Thieves.
target करो
And they
मुझे
get
तुम,
themselves
रही
that
भाई.
sunset, that unique pick that we weren't fully sure if they knew what they were doing, but they definitely knew what they were doing.
They definitely were. It was definitely a trap card. Letting that map be permabanned the whole time that they've been playing here in EWC, as well as when the map was first introduced. 13-6. That's not a scoreline I would have expected, though. Kind of insane to see how 100 Thieves played on this map.
Yeah, I mean, gotta be disappointed if you're Nongshim. This was a map where we were impressed with them before. They brought that breach out. I was excited about it, but this is what happens if you play Breach twice in a row. In my mind, you kind of get exposed.
Yeah, welcome back here to our analyst space. Joining us is Vitality head coach Pal.
Hey.
As Mitch gave that toss without knowing you were here.
I think he did, yeah.
That's messed up, Mitch.
Yeah,
also, big time joining us here. Yeah.
He just chose not to say anything.
Obviously, you got pulled in during that halftime interview with Lou, but what did you
Hi,
see so
Neha,
far from
कैसी
this
है?
match?
I think the biggest thing is just 100 Thieves, obviously, as you were saying, they've left it open in this series for a reason. They were ready for that pick. They kind of expected.
ये white shirt वाला कितना
there's an opportunity we can make the most of, and they've prepped really, really well. I think that's the clear bit. They were ready for that.
क्या हाल है मित्रों? अरे एकदम मजावान यार. ये long time no see.
And they were absolutely on top of that.
Let me check. मैंने जो कल का clip करा था
round 8, something that you want to see early on.
So this is like the success of Nongshim in a way. This is what the Breach comp does the best. So
oh yeah, chat. I have something
to
this
defender half.
A clip
I was a little bit excited. I was starting to feel good about Nongshim, but it was more as the game progressed. So this is truly
मैं बस ठीक हुई है. कैसे हो? क्या हो गया था? बीमार?
Since 2024, it's all about enabling Dambi, but then you see it more when we move across to that second half, especially. It stops working, it slows down, and the counters start to appear from 100 Thieves.
And that's the problem with Breach as a whole. When he's in any comp, is he starts to get kind of red really easily. And I feel like for Nongshim, they tried. That round was the only kind of wild card that they threw out there, but everything else was
I think that's one of the reasons why we saw Cryo top the charts there. 400 Thieves being that defensive cipher and just slowing down the very telegraphed plays. That feels like it compositionally, you're kind of stunting yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you've said that they're playing into their style ultimately.
Yeah.
That's the biggest strength. That's the thing that makes Nongshim so brilliant and has got them this far. So we can say it's stunting them, it's restricting them, it's maybe
ये clip है guys, ठीक है?
what they can do, but also what they've already.
ये कल का clip है, ठीक है guys? कल का clip है ये. यहाँ से देखना. ये clip देखना तुम लोग. Bro, ये clip देखना. मैं इतने जोर से चिल्लाया, मेरा माइक ने वो कैप्चर ही नहीं किया है. मेरे माइक ने वो कैप्चर ही नहीं किया है ब्रो.
Over 300 ACS on that last one as we turn our focus now over to Lotus. That is map number 2. What are your thoughts about that map here for these two squads?
It's interesting because obviously
और बस थोड़े दिन पहले बीमार हुई थी.
It's a map they're clearly not too comfortable with. When we were looking at it in prep, it was one that was
देख रहे हैं damn crazy bro flexing his clips during EWC watch party. I mean there is a gap between it भाई मैच चालू नहीं हुआ है तो of course why not तुम लोग ने miss out किया था तो.
Does that then mean that we end up seeing a similar surprising result on this map? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very possible. For Nongshim, we've seen it
How
once here
shameful
at
are you,
EWC against
bhai? Yo,
Gentlemen,
what
where it was a
shameful,
big
bhai.
overtime, but they got the job done. Ultimately, though, it's definitely not a map where they're incredibly comfortable.
मेरे को ये clip हटाना पड़ेगा लेकिन post stream में से जो इसमें sponsors थे मेरे इसलिए.
You know, Breeze, they like to slam A because they make A small. On Lotus, you can't do that. So I do worry here that they need to show a lot of resilience and bounce back because
तुम लोग like नहीं कर रहे वो shameful नहीं है.
Listen, let's forget the history, right? 100 Thieves, they've been good at this map.
Okay.
Forget the history.
All right.
Based on that last map alone, 100 Thieves is winning this. Guys, there's no way. The macro.
She's feeling it, guys.
That's an incredible setup for what's about to come.
She's feeling it, bro, for real.
Okay.
But you've never seen Nongshim run it down. I have.
Okay.
I was on the receiving end. It's not fun. You can win a first map against these guys, and then it doesn't go to plan after that.
Okay, true.
So who knows?
Well, that was my question. One thing that jumped out at me about EWC as a tournament as a whole is we've seen so many times people losing on their own map
अब
picks,
तो मैंने
including
डाउनलोड
when
कर
they
लिया
lose map one, they're like, oh no, and then they go steal the map
टैग
away.
करके
Why has
पोस्ट
that
करता हूँ
been so
YT पे लिख
prevalent
के
so far in
violating
this
EWC
tournament?
policy.
I think it
There's
just
no
comes down to
policy
preparation
like
time.
that.
Like you've got a
कि भाई
wide
तुम अपनी
range
स्क्रीन नहीं
of
दिखा
teams
सकते
that
तुम्हारी
some have
स्क्रीन
had
पे.
loads of time,
But yeah.
some have not had a huge amount of
तो
time.
वही
And when
shameless
you've got
तभी तो
international
बेशरम
matchups that are quite new for the first time,
ये
and
मेरा
you
नकुल
don't
भाई अच्छा
necessarily
है भाई.
understand exactly what it is like to play
बेचारा
against a
ये
certain
सब सह रहा है
team. Sometimes
अत्याचार.
just that surprise factor can catch you off. Either
ना
because the players
sponsors
go,
नहीं ठीक
okay,
है ना वो तो
and
हट
this is
जाएगा
now what
clip.
it feels like, or the other team has gone, yeah, they're going to pick this map every time. We're just going to spend all night preparing for it.
I think to add on to your point as well, I think the meta sort of enables that to be the case. In the double duelists, we see a lot more Phoenix. We see the snowball start to get online very early for a lot of these teams. So it doesn't matter. It's, let's say it's your map pick, but the opponent wins a pistol. They win a bonus. They're in an advanced ult cycle here. It doesn't matter if you feel strong about the macro if you're getting run over every round.
Athena, your region is up 1-0. Give us the copion on why they're going to close it out.
Listen, I just know that Valorant is a momentum-based game, and based off what we're seeing right now, Nongshim, they're not showing me that they have a lot under their sleeves. It feels a little bit more 100 Thieves-sided. That crazy clutch coming in from Cryo, he's on fire. He's one of those players you really want to see perform, and if he's performing like that, and Asuna and Timotino come online, it's kind of GG's.
Is it 2-0 or 2-1? We're going to a map 3.
Unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to agree with that. I think this is going to be a 2-0. As much as I'd love to see Nongshim go on and win
भाई
the whole
पोल
event.
में चेंज ही था रखे हैं.
Just for
People are
much
voting
like
to
everything else, I
NS
would put
now.
this down to
Wow.
2-0.
Very quick.
You guys are forgetting something really important.
Here we go.
Pacific will win. Pacific will always win. They come back reverse sweep time.
All right, before we get back with map number 2 of NRG versus BBL, or before we get back with map 2 of this next matchup.
It's not over yet, Digon.
Don't forget, season 2 of Level Up with the EWC documentary will be back on Prime Video, so go check that out whenever you can. Take a look at the trailer.
Let's go.
Valorant has exploded into a global phenomenon.
Spike planted.
16 teams vied for the crown, but now only one will take it.
Watch their dreams shatter before them.
बट बेस्ट चीज़ था नकुल का स्टाइल रयू को सरप्राइज करके बताना कि हम दोनों भी हिंदी बोलते हैं. मेरे को रिएक्शन याद है. ओए ये कैमरा है ना भाई, वो OBS बॉट देख रहे हो.
I remember watching Pokimane and trying to get a drop, and I was like super excited to get it, and I was just grinding the game with my brother. I started like really playing the game when I was like 14, like 15. I realized that there is some potential here that could be done in this game. I started winning some tournaments, like local lands, and at some point I was like, maybe I could like go far.
I think he brings a lot to the team, his communication, his flexibility on the duelist role.
He's funny, making jokes, and at the same time he's like very serious and hardworking.
So Sayonara was someone that was really well known to basically everybody in the scene.
Bro,
he was
this
playing
guy's
in the
voice,
Tier 2 leagues. He was looking fantastic statistically.
When I started playing, it was quite exciting. I was happy that I could be making a career out of the game.
भाई क्या आवाज है भाई
He was able to bring all of those
Respect,
player
bro,
skill
full
sets
respect.
along with the flexibility in his Asian pool and still be able to deliver at the same level he does when he's at his best.
I said my family I'm gonna be pro player, and they said ignore it, go school. But I said just trust me, and I trust myself too. And when I signed the contract, I proud myself too much.
He gives us energy, he gives us his aim, he gives
That's
us
so nice.
Like everyone thinks he can only shoot, but he can do everything. Like he can play every character, he can play every role. Like he's a joker.
Pal का आवाज
It feels like people
level का
believe in me
है,
for a
hype
reason
है.
because they know I'm
Hype
good.
और
So I
ये
take it
भाई.
as a compliment each time and try to prove to everyone that I am that guy and I can play as good as I can.
He's kind of like playing a lot, learning a lot, and kind of
Turkey.
trying to share it too.
He's not a player who wants absolutely to be micromanaged, for coaches to be involved in everything. He's very confident in what he has, in the things that he's done previously, and we just need to make sure that we're there and available to do everything we possibly can for him.
You're looking at all these rookies that are coming to Tier 1 and they just look like the best players on the planet. The young generation can take a bit more strategic approach to the game while still having fun and running around. I'm so unbelievably excited to play on the biggest stage, especially here in Paris. I just can't wait.
Hello.
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm champion.
Let's go second map. Lotus incoming. कौन जीतेगा?
The human body was built to move.
हाँ
Not
chat.
trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day.
Secret Lab की ad बहुत sexy लग रही है भाई मुझे.
Your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered
कमल मैप पे खेलने वाले हैं. Yep.
gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
बस इंडिया में ही कोई नहीं मिलती भाई.
It's a nice shot from Starso. I don't know if he has time for this one though, Kev. It's going to be very close. Oh, that is unbelievable.
क्योंकि 100 डेज को सपोर्ट करूंगा तो एनएस जीतेगी. ओके मैं एनएस वाली सपोर्टर हूँ भाई. मैं भी एनएस वाला सपोर्टर हूँ बट ठीक है.
Hello everyone, welcome back to 100 Thieves versus Nongshim Red
बैठे तो
Force.
उनके दो ही कोच हैं. हाँ.
100 Thieves up 1-0 and on the cusp of making the grand finals and one step closer towards etching their name in history at EWC.
Yeah, an incredibly dominant first map from them. Nongshim cannot get the ball rolling with their old school signature style. I want to see something new. I want to see something fresh. I want to see some passion and power from these players to stay alive. Otherwise, they will be heading home. Their key will be crushed here at EWC.
And on the other side with 100 Thieves, I'm looking to see them keep up their creativity, make sure they're
Ordered
keeping up that
ramen?
confidence as well in the server against Nongshim. These are no easy players to beat.
Okay,
they have
let's
proven
see.
records.
Let's
like
see
you
if we're
mentioned
gonna enjoy
earlier,
ramen or
winning
throw
that
it
first
off.
map doesn't mean everything. The return in the fight, taking that map pick away, is definitely
एनएस
a
फाइटिंग देख के
possibility.
जी फाइटिंग याद आ गया.
Yeah, talk to me about that, pal. What are you saying right now? You're in the dressing room of 100 Thieves. You've just had that big map win on your opponents. How are you
मुझे भी चाहिए.
preparing for the next when momentum is in your favor?
Whatever I didn't say yesterday.
Let it bang.
It's about just trying to reset. It's about just bringing yourselves back to a point of, okay, say what we need to put that map behind us. That's always our go-to ritual. Right, get everything out, do your little toilet breaks, have your snacks, and then just about getting yourselves back into an equal playing field.
Yeah.
Okay, you might be 1-0 up, you might be 1-0 down. Bring ourselves back to a point of, okay, now we have a new challenge.
Let's
start with this pistol
go.
round. What is the strat for that? So a little bit of just making sure we hear the feedback from the players. They get stuff.
Just
they get
through the
best
ramen.
stuff, they get to
Bro, he's
celebrate
rich.
stuff, and then you just
Spoiled
reset.
बीच में आएगा फिर ब्राट आएगा.
56% win rate so far this year for Nongshim. But they're going to have to come up big here on the pick 400 Thieves.
I think it's kind of crazy too
माँ
because
कसम मैंने इतनी टाइट कर दी बोतल.
100 Thieves
Fuck.
actually had an 80% win rate on their pistols, winning 8
I mean,
out of 10 of their pistols. I can't remember who won that first game because I was busy going wild.
Nope.
But we're actually going to see
What's
the
not going on Vice?
Both in that one, surprise, surprise.
Oh, now wait. They have two controllers.
Old school patented comp. We saw them.
One duelist,
a Tofo team,
one initiator,
the job done. I will say,
one sentinel,
glaringly missing for me
and Timitino neon की जगह वेले ले रहा है. Okay. Dambi again neon X-Ross the race ले लिया है. These guys are going again normal comp.
Here to really abuse that, to make the most of the fact that
man, I threw it in a way. They threw sunset. Wow.
In really awkward positions where he's not having his line of sight. They're not taking away any of the information he's able to steal, and then they're able to shift that Omen across to the Viper and the Vise sides to hard hold it. And at that point, it's just up to Nongshim to try and explode through as much defense as possible.
On that second half as well, Ivy's got to have to defend against that waylay, but there's so much verticality and burst there that it is able to bring that it makes his job very
Food waste over a game for sure, Rich Pratt. I know, right?
But I will say it does look like the odds are stacked against him here.
100%. I think we're going to see a lot of the fighting from Dambi and X-Ross, absolutely, and ultimately it's that duo taking the fight. 200 Thieves that's going to have to make the difference.
Big time. You have waxed poetic about many things, but the Viper on Lotus is the thing.
Say your real thoughts.
How do you feel right now, given the... You're like, it's, they're playing this correctly. How do you really feel?
Viper,
is a deeply strategic game. Everybody knows that.
Rubbish.
But it's also a very deeply vibes-based game. It's also about who wants it more.
यार कोई song को बुला लो यार.
No Viper. Maybe they have a disadvantage. But maybe I don't care. Maybe they don't care. I'm feeling good for Nongshim, baby. Let's go.
Viper or no Viper? I know two guys who always want it. They're on the cast right now. It is Tom and Mitch.
That's only from you, Deacon. Well, Tom, it's time to see how Map 2 plays out, considering Nongshim had such a good start to the previous, but then
Tom, by the
apart.
way,
It looked like 100 Thieves came in more than ready for what their opponents were trying to put out there. It was a compositional conversation.
ये रयू भी अमन जैसी बातें करते हैं ना.
I feel like Nongshim came in with a comp that didn't really suit them. How they like to play, especially those late rounds. A lot of risks being taken, and sometimes it was a little bit of a handover played. I wonder if coming in here, we'll see that fade away a little bit as we move more towards comfort.
Yeah, I think X-Ross being back on the Duelist is always going to be that little bit more exciting, although I am a little bit sad that, if things maybe don't go to plan in this map, we might not get to see his Phoenix, because that's what I've been enjoying most throughout this tournament so far. But I do sit and look at this and go, okay, I don't think either team necessarily blew me away in their victory. I think a very close win, and obviously that crazy comeback victory for Nongshim when they played against the mates, which they ended up losing that series as well. So it's whether or not that we can see that slightly better attack once we get there, which they massively struggled on, or if they are going to have a sort of another defensive masterclass, which I almost felt like was more of a mates crumbling than them really having a stellar showing on this side of the map. The fact is, though, both teams are kind of in a similar position where regionally this map hasn't gone fantastically well, and then when they came here they won once in overtime. So I feel like we're in a level playing field. Just 100 Thieves, so far their game plan has been far better.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Let's go.
Preparation paid off on map number 1 for 100 Thieves. Is a false trap set their opponents got caught in. Now a pistol round with a stack up on the stairs.
ये लोग वो play कर रहे हैं.
Start. 100
तीन लोग
Thieves
stairs एक के पीछे एक.
For a moment,
भाई replay में मजा आएगा देखने को.
Timitino would continue this push. Is certainly getting curious.
Borderline disowned है.
Do the same on the other side of the map. It's rare to see that aggression on both sides of the map like that, but it has worked wonderfully for 100 Thieves.
What a shot, what a shot.
We saw a lot of talk about Timitino's excitement to play on the stage in Paris, and he's looking to try and keep that going as much as humanly possible. It doesn't seem to have felt that pressure just yet, but they do have to be a little bit careful. Francis has been a man to fear throughout this tournament. His start on the last map, even while playing the Breach,
Spike planted.
Was an exciting one. Paranoia through. Timitino's going to be running in from behind. First goes his way, but Timitino is so fast with it. 3 kills on the Sheriff. Instant shots connected. And the youngster again off to a flying start.
Yeah, a great pistol round from 100 Thieves.
I'm coming to Ahmedabad Navratri
towards A main with the 3-man stack up, the high, low, and medium. Makes it a nice, easy firing squad to start this out, but then they go for the re-aggression out on C, win all of the duels, at least the important ones.
Yeah, and a third pistol.
Indeed, yeah. It's more so towards the second half, I think, of though, like, pistol for Nongshin might have given them a bit of momentum. Instead, it was what 100 Thieves were able to do with that half-2 pistol. Completely shut Nongshin out. Remember, there was a point we were like, oh, it should be 6-2, and they finished 13-6.
भाई नवरात्रि पे बारिश ना हो
100 Thieves, I'm now going to look to them, see if they can have that same sort of start to this defense.
A-Link ले रहे लोग.
Isolated player. Dami does
push करके दाम भी निकल गया A-Link में, but बच नहीं पाएगा.
He's given a chance
No
to
way he
push
was
with the rest of his
able
squad.
to
Door
survive
open
that.
for Bang, and very aggressive up against the pistols, but it is working.
Well, that's the thing. They've got Spectres across the board and then a singular sniper. Like, this is one
My
where
100 Thieves are
you
just
almost need
predicting
to just
every move
getting that a little bit
doing.
closer than maybe you would have
I mean,
liked. I'm definitely going to be intrigued
It is
to see
very
how
obvious
these
because
are
last game
used
they are
towards
they are
the
like
bonus
full,
round. Like, what sort
you
of
know,
plan 100
rough
Thieves
and tough
have? How is
gameplay.
Ivy winning that fight from there? It seems ludicrous, but it's only going to be the one gun loss.
So it's very.
But I also wonder
like,
if part
there are
of that
very,
is just how much
know,
we see
obvious rounds
able to do with
जो
the
last round last game में निकले थे.
Let's straight
भाई अब
run
ये लोग
and
push कर रहे हैं तो पता है.
them as we go
क्या कर रहे हैं
and make
6
sure that this
What?
round is a comfortable conversion and gives us something to play with into the next round.
I do think that for Nongshin, this round is going to carry a lot of weight. Looking at how this started, 100 Thieves, it's an anti-eco, but look at how aggressive they were. They looked for all of those fights. Those are the mistakes that typically teams we see pay at least somewhat of the price for.
Let's
But
see
it's
who show up.
confidence. And it's boots on the necks of Nongshin that makes me
I know
nervous
what
as
you're
100
saying, bro.
Thieves. Big tag to open
I
this
know
up
what
coming
you're
out of
saying.
Timatino. Ivy's going to be healed back up, but that Outlaw now becomes deadly for him as well as the majority of this Nongshin squad.
I wonder if that's why the Spectres are in. If you know that your opponents are constantly buying light shields in these rounds, the Spectre becomes more and more deadly. A much higher chance of being able to clear out some of those kills. But also, as said, like starting out on the attack for Nongshin, this is where they really struggled. A bonus round victory is a necessity, unless again they are hoping for a crazy comeback and already under pressure from the aggression of that Whaley. It was mentioned by on the desk that that's going to be a consistent factor for Timatino.
Thinking of yesterday,
Okay,
where
Bang के पास बहुत अच्छी
who
position
went
है.
where they want, when they want. Now it seems like there was a different face being worn by this squad. One of respect,
Callback was needed.
one perhaps of fear. As 100 Thieves
So
have
that
kept the back, even with these
wall
weaker
can be
weapons.
walked in.
Rotations dragged over.
We can legit
Dambi
walk
goes down.
into that.
But the C site should now be easier to take. That's the idea, and it better be. There's 20 seconds left, and still a vice wall up.
But I think Asuna ने जानबूझ के किया है वो.
The spike still stuck behind.
High
RB
chances.
isolated on the TP. And as this wall goes down, Asuna's repositioned.
Oi,
He gets damaged,
Asuna.
and they drop the planter. Give it time. 6 seconds. Another shot in for Ivy
नहीं
down.
होगा.
It
हो
leads
जाएगा, हो
Francis. Sure, he'll put the spike on the floor, but he may be soon to join
Oh.
it. Timatino.
Timatino.
Up in.
Oh.
3
This
to
guy is
0 for 100 Thieves.
This was his round. Not
वो
only
इसने
was
क्या
he hitting
हार
tags
गया
from the
भाई
get-go,
बनाने
like
में.
leaving players
Cool
low
बनाया था भाई.
everywhere. We saw him take fights on the entirety of the map, starting out aggressively on A, moving his way through the middle of the map on B at one point, and then fighting back into the C site. Literally wherever Nongshin went, Timatino was waiting, and he's even there to close it out in the end. What a fantastic round from him individually. And as said, looking at the attack side last time out versus mates, there needed to be a bonus round. There needed to be a good start on the attack side for Nongshin,
Feeling
and
it
it has not happened.
taking
Honestly, up against
map.
Vitality, I don't think
Too
I saw
early to say
Nongshin
that,
approach
but
a single
अंदर से ऐसी
round
feel आ
with
रही
that
है.
sense of trepidation. And then you look at this round,
Whaley
where they
का
have
ult
the
है,
rifles, their
Francis पे,
opponents have got the weak weapons. It's a
Sky
big
का ult
map,
है.
like Lotus as well. One where if you decide to just, hey, let's run at that site and see what happens. Even against those low buys, there should be less numbers there. But they were so scared, and for good reason. 100 Thieves showed that they've got claws, even in rounds like that. And now Nongshin are left with pistols. Certainly nowhere you want to count them out. They've already traded blows. A lot of damage done, but 100 Thieves are playing this super passive. Sitting back, allowing them to have that early
I think
space.
100 Thieves
When the utility's gone, they'll
क्या
look for the
बोलते
fight.
हैं.
Backside.
Asuna की अल्ट की या तो टीवी टीनो की अल्ट पे जाएंगे Asuna का अल्ट आया नहीं बट एक किल में आ जाएगा Asuna
Pressure. Four kills in a matter of seconds, and while the aces are going to be handed over, Cryo doesn't want him to get all of the limelight, but there was only one man that was important in this round. And that was very comfortable in the end.
Of course.
All these fans.
भाई मारा है भाई क्या मारा है Asuna ने
Channelmates fans, but they're having one hell of a show here today. Came in.
भाई डाम्बी को कुछ भी मारा है.
A lot rooting for Nongshim even over on that mate side. We saw a lot of their jerseys stand up as those boys mounted the stage, but this is a completely different vibe from what we saw yesterday, from what we've seen from Nongshim all tournament long. And we're getting a timeout here. No surprise with how things have gone. A 4-0 start. The next round carrying a lot of weight for the squad. As at this stage, it's not just about this, it's about the end of the previous map. This has been a streak where 100 Thieves look and feel more and more confident by the round.
Yeah, I felt like we saw glimpses of this on Split yesterday, where Nongshim went a little bit silent. I think it was 4 rounds in a row for Vitality.
Come on, yaar, Nongshim.
Then Exros wins 1 round with the
Come
Sheriff,
on,
and they're
bro.
right back.
Come
It's
on.
like nothing
You can
ever
do
happened.
it, bro.
And I think that might be the moment that they need.
Lock in, karo, lock in.
Because that sort of quirky, aggressive style hasn't been shown just yet. And I think that can be the case. There's a couple of maps where they do look that little bit more uncomfortable on a certain side. And at least for now,
seems
like 100 Thieves are firmly in the driver's seat. Everybody stepping up, of course. We've seen this organization throughout Valorant's history. 3rd to 4th at an international event is something they have achieved before.
Bro, this camera rig,
this camera rig, grand final versus opposition from around the world is something that has evaded them. And well, if it keeps going as it does right now, they might be taking down the Santiago Masters winners to get into that grand final.
Switched up, 100 Thieves switch aa rahe votes abhi.
A team who has looked on form. Again, looking at the gigantic win they had yesterday over Vitality. But Nongshim in general, they played an impressive game. They looked like players like Dambi, even after the Neon nerf, were coming through lights out. Ivy reaching another lane, another level.
Where are they going?
Over the last couple of days, X-Ross on the Duelist, but everything, and even Francis in that previous map, but it hasn't been enough here. They've not made a dent just yet.
Are they going to push him? Smoke up, TP into it, reveal over the back? Because at least for a moment, it looked like that was the goal. Instead, they're hearing players go through mid and immediate usage of that conversion. But Dambi stop them. One man that's completely dissipated the push. A thorn in their side, a spanner in the works. And what could have been another nasty trap quickly becomes a Nongshim round.
That's a really big round for Dambi already. But Cryo left alone. The first on the board by the looks of things. Presence outside the B site was all they needed. 100 Thieves overheat. Dematino's ultimate is the go call for Dambi.
Toxin screen down.
And his early success, Dambi in particular, his early success hasn't been there. We saw 100 Thieves dealing with him, starting to shut him down on Sunset. As that defensive aggression never really found its footing. But now, a good round for him. Right after the timeout, Nongshim finding themselves success. It's not like even this weapon being saved is going to have a huge amount of impact for 100 Thieves. They've already got a lot of credits built up. But happy to save it over the butterfly effect, of course. No point messing with that.
Well, no, it's
chipping away at your own economy for, what, a couple orbs?
Well, this is it. Like, look at this as well from a Nongshim perspective. Like, you haven't managed to get any rounds onto the board just yet, and when you do, you win it flawlessly. Like, you get that economy boost, you get yourself an opportunity to really build into this game. But it's one where I don't know if it's recreatable. Like, you had a hyper-aggressive move to try and trap them in the B site. 2 players were waiting, I think just got baited out, and then just a swing through the smoke in classic Nongshim style is what ends up turning the round in their favor. I don't think it's going to rock 100 Thieves, but it might give them a little bit more of a tentative defense.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately that round comes down to 100 Thieves thinking that smoke outside C would be given a lot more respect than it was. And
they
go back to
maybe that one too.
Aggression from Timatino with his get out of jail free card. He fires once, bails, takes Francis out. A lot of utility removed. The dog you'd love to have to be the trailblazer instead. Dambi sent through to do that. The first on the board already. Wrap in from Timatino.
Never mind, Mura.
On the side. He's got it for more.
No.
With Ivy all alone. The 2 kills under his belt already. The spike still needs to be recovered. The ultimate could help, but getting into a position to use it is difficult. He knows that there's an operator on that site. He's cautious of it, but unaware of Asuna.
I think you're witnessing some of the value of that Viper
wall
as well. Like they put
shot.
that deeper smoke down, and then just the Viper wall goes up. Timatino walks through the smoke. He knows that there can be nobody on the other side because they can't have been there yet. They drop the wall. That's the opening pick. This, though, from Vora is a little bit more magic.
उनका कौन बंदा मेन से आ रहा है? ये 2 बंदे मेन से आ रहे हैं, लेकिन वो लेट आ रहे हैं ना?
He's the one that wins the round, but I really want to see
उनको चेक करने से
how
पहले आप चले
Nongshim are
जाओ.
going to deal with fighting around that Viper wall, because it can't be as simplistic as let's just walk out and think our smoke has done the work, because we saw in the last round that Timatino is more than happy to challenge that space.
Of course he is. With an op and a refract, why not? Aggression again with Ivy waiting this time. Unaware that there's a second part of that attack, but it has been spotted now. Asuna pops the ultimate.
Interesting.
In their spawn. Again, this is just him trying to stay alive, but the TP taken towards the seaside. It doesn't seem to matter. Ivy's taken the round into his own 2 hands.
Watch party streamer, let's go. Yes, sir.
With 4 last alive, yeah, he'll get the jump on 1, but 4 more to take down. A 1v5 ace clutch is needed for 100 Thieves to keep this momentum going.
It's been a weird couple of rounds for Nongshim. The first was Dambi the hero. Nope. Nope. That's awkward. And the next was Ivy. A quick shot for the first, but then the double just catching rotations. I am interested in the ult that was thrown out as well. The steel guard being utilized as maybe a deterrent, but
वो बंद किया मैंने DVR बंद करके रखा
they
है.
were more than happy
ये
to
stream
keep
के लिए
that
बंद
push
करके
forward,
रखा है
and you
मैंने.
could see the level of surprise on the 100 Thieves players' faces. Even still, though, the rounds for Nongshim thus far have felt like a bit more of a flash in the pan, some individual brilliance.
एक मिनट guys.
And with still plenty of credits for 100 Thieves, they're back with an ult once again.
किसी का तो कॉल आके गया है, बट ठीक है, नंबर है वो.
Towards that seaside, you can see the bang is stepping up a little bit, taking some space. The operator right around the corner. The dog on its way. Of course, he can always just TP out even from that spot. It's exactly what he'll do. It's because of that he's able to survive. And this early round for both teams is...
I'm good. What about you? How are you doing? I'm doing absolutely fine. कैसे हो टीम में बाकी सब कैसे चल रहा है? काम.
Someone to peek out around the
तबीयत
corner.
कैसी चल रही है आपकी? Weather का क्या सीन है उधर?
A stalemate. It really does put the pressure on towards Nongshim. Door open. They've sent Aura running. Dive in from Timatino as a result, but he spotted one outside A for 100 Thieves. There's not much they can do here. There's presence all across the map.
Also with the showstopper, they can kind of go late into this sort of round. And with the Nightfall on the other side, there's even an element for 100 Thieves that might just want to try and play this as a retake. Instead, though,
weather danger था 2 दिन पहले तक दोनों जगह movement मुझे बहुत बारिश.
100 Thieves have a completely wrong read. They are sending 4 players towards that C side of the map and leaving Asuna completely alone.
Yeah, they thought the smokes were put down on A just to rob them of info so the fake would work, but instead it's a full-on attack.
What a shot,
able to delete the showstopper. 12 seconds left. The spam is good. It stopped the plant. It's bought them at least a little bit more time. 100 Thieves. 6 seconds on the clock.
Oh my
One more denial would be enough with the spike planted. Nongshim.
Hey, I guess Enes is taking this round.
Enough room to set up
hey,
a bang. That's a big pick. He can wait now for Cryo, who's on his way down below, but the reposition of Francis, that seems to have given Nongshim the upper hand. But it may well pull them across the line with the op still sitting around. Sure, the shot is missed, but they still have time on their side. 2 players
to run
that clock down.
Snake bite.
It's good, but look, he's going to wait. Francis running that all the way down to the final second. They are playing this to win off of the clock, and I think they've already got it done. Dambi.
Nice one, Dambi. Nice one, NS. Chalo, finally round aaya, guys. Finally round aaya.
A lot of ultimates that needed to be used there for the Nongshim side, but I think the timing of the steel gun and ended up being the best, because I was a little bit worried. Like, I saw them priming it originally, and I was like, okay, for Asuna, that's basically a death sentence, especially if the showstopper is used at the same time. Then they just use the showstopper. I'm like, oh, okay, actually, maybe they're in with a chance, but he uses it in the middle stage of the round, allows them to get that plant in with a lot less danger, and then just play those post plants, play the time. 3 of the last 4 rounds for Nongshim. After the start they had, I was getting a little bit worried, and also Mitch, now that economy runs dry, they've finally broken the 100 Thieves bank.
Yeah, it felt like almost an impossibility at a certain point, but
they are going to
chipped away at it, bit by bit, piece by piece. For 100 Thieves setting up again in terms of those traps, but the walk through, the timing, caught by Ivy, the flash, perfect from him. He's been great. Single-handedly stopped that aggression, although the op shot might not land for 100 Thieves. 2-man disadvantage, pistols in play, and 1v1s across the map. I think all Nongshim need to do now is
thanks so much, guys, for 11 likes. Let's
this
go.
Round out. Although that group up does mean crossing Cryo, that there is a chance here.
He'd have to hit some nutty shots.
No,
not this time. We've seen plenty of them, and RB is just countering those eco players. Looking like another clean round up until Vora wins the fight versus Ivy. Of all the players you'd bank on so far, Ivy's probably the one you'd expect to hit that shot. He has been stellar as that solo player on the other side of the map, but this round is over for sure. And although the economy of 100 Thieves would allow for Vora to go for this, it's whether or not it's worth it. Giving orbs over to the other side could be a problem, but if he can pick up enough, cause some cost for Nongshim, maybe it's worthwhile.
Yeah, as we can see as well, X-Ross is waiting on the other side of the map. So if he did turn tail, save, Death probably waited for him over there. Nongshim, now we're looking a little bit better here. Starting to piece rounds together, starting to look a little bit more in control of this game. Remember, this is a 100 Thieves map pick, though. And I suppose that's a good question to ask as we get towards the end of this half. Where is the goalpost for Nongshim? Is 4 enough already?
What is your personal prediction over this game?
No, I'd say if they
पहला match under Thieves ने निकाला है, बहुत
अच्छे से निकाला है. I think their defensive side aggression was really difficult to play against. It's clearly something 100 Thieves feel ready for, though. And that's what makes it difficult. Dambi, aggression once
nice,
again.
Dambi. वो तो अंधा सब कर दिया भाई. 10-1 सब.
This is the ruse, but sometimes the ruse can be enough all alone. Dambi, with no help, no friends beside him, is 90. A menace. And he's given his team full control.
Wait, TP मारा, सुनाई नहीं दिया इसको?
He gets dealt with. Timotino's found a response, but that response still sees them one behind.
That's the wraparound.
I thought Suna ne suna hoga.
He's being spotted. That could have closed the round, but the swing from Ivy does just that. Timotino, an op trained on his position, and that nice will be a death sentence.
NS come back karegi, guys. NS come back karegi.
Back up
Feel
5-5. The recovery, most certainly
with no
honest. The real fear here was that 100 Thieves would replicate that performance from the previous map. Nongshim's pick, but if we could go back in time, I think that would change. 100 Thieves were ready there, but it seems like Nongshim found an extra gear on Lotus.
It seems like both teams have done that. Like, we've seen these sort of early starts, and then both teams having that ability to
good round.
Completely
good
reset.
Round,
I do think a lot of that just comes down to a couple of rounds from the likes of Dambi, from the likes of Ivy. It really does feel like the 1-2 punch of 2 players that are playing opposite sides of the map. You have Dambi just running around. Like, this round is literally him diving into the B side, coming out with 2 kills, and the rest of the team are just going, all right, we're going to hit C. You're your own entity. And then think back to some of the other rounds where you have this sort of aggressive push coming in, and Ivy's just holding the line. He's able to just be that almost turret-like player that just doesn't allow 100 Thieves that level of control. It's difficult when both of those players are playing fantastically well. That aggression that was initially working, think of Timotino finding those openers, finding that aggression. When that fails,
if you are enjoying this stream, make sure to like the stream. And also हम लोग Instagram पे बहुत close है 1000 followers के. You can follow me on
On the
Instagram.
previous map, you think about Bang hiding in the corner, the impact of Cryo, whether it be in the early fights or the late.
Been a bit quiet here.
Exactly. A complete change for 100 Thieves. Nongshim, Ivy as reliable as ever.
Round ult किया इसी पे.
Searching for that 6th round.
Dambi knows there's someone.
Just about makes it out in the spam from Bang. Good enough to trade onto Dambi. It's a solid start for 100 Thieves with the man advantage, but Bang being tagged low and the pressure still being put on.
Nice one.
Means they've got to keep delivering. Timotino with the missed stun just bails. The fall back towards the site. Space taken for Nongshim. Numbers traded. And
I guess they'll fall back. They'll fall back. Or maybe come from main.
In order to even up.
Short है भाई.
Timotino goes back for more. Asuna alongside him.
3v2 है. But it's obvious NS का round है. Bang is almost 20 HP. Asuna के पास ही HP है.
Problem I talked about. You have Ivy
See तो वो जा नहीं सकते because
site for free. TPing straight in. The pit now goes down, but it seems like they're still a little wary.
Ivy को पता है क्या? Ivy को पता है guess.
That's why the attacker yet to get that plant in, and Arsena's now found himself right within opposition ground.
But he knows. Nice read by RB का.
30 seconds
Thinking
left.
maybe they'd left.
Smart from RB.
RB was sat waiting while Ivy covers up top. Comfortable plant can now be found. Francis has been a snake in the grass for a while, but he's wrapping back to the squad just in time. Cryo, we talked about his performance in the last map, and now a chance. The judge, it seemed, would count him out. But that pick gives him a weapon with a smoke down as well. He can actually recover if he might need it because Bang, low on HP.
Nice
low on
NS,
look.
nice.
It's being taken out. Look how far back that rifle went. He's managed to recover it. Managed to get it into his hands, but this, a bridge too far for certain. Ivy, reliable as ever, is there to close this one 6-5. The lead now Nongshim's.
Again, just great work from Ivy, but I also want to
Audience
give a shout
crazy
out to
bhai,
RB.
audience crazy hai.
Just the patience they have to tap the spike in the B site and then him just wait and watch the smoke. He had an inkling that, okay, we need to maybe get another pick before we can actually get that spike down, and is just so patient. Lets his teammate cover off other angles and just holds that position for an unfathomable amount of time. That's why you see the risk taken. There was no information for 100 Thieves at that point in their early start. Their 5-1 lead has diminished into nothing. Nongshim may have fallen for the trap of picking Sunset, but it seems like they're perfectly comfortable over on Lotus.
Oh, all popped by Dambi.
Hey,
Already taking out Cryo and looks for more towards backside. Asuna, yeah, I mean, he's in a good spot, but they didn't push in. It looked like they'd invade the smoke for a moment, but
अच्छी बात है push नहीं किया है
wait
तो.
a while, and then Dambi still with a sliver of health is running around.
Oh, Dambi coming with an ace.
1 HP before he's finally put to bed.
Dambi cooking, bro. Dambi cooking.
With a vengeance.
Dambi cooking, bro.
Locked in that lead at halftime. Bang. Up against the clock, running it down, doing his best, but it's
nice round, mate, Dambi. Nice round.
God, that is just the level that this man can bring. There was a moment where they decided not to be putting him on this Neon anymore.
Learn to play Neon Dorp. Abhi, Chaman.
Stage 1. And boy, am I glad to see
Dambi
him
और मैं
back on
साथ
an
में
engine
खेलते
that
हैं
makes
पहली
him
बात तो,
so
ठीक है?
comfortable and makes everybody else so uncomfortable. 25 HP is how much
मुझे
he
सीखना
had
चाहिए
after
Dambi
that
से
first
खेलने
battle,
का.
and from then onwards, you'd think maybe he'd play it safe, but absolutely not.
अगर वो वेट करता ना तो फेड का अल्ट हट जाता तो थोड़ा एचपी बचता तो एज हो जाता. बट वो अग्रेशन में इतना सोचना नहीं होता.
Who is always easy on the ears. Let's go down to Ian Chambers.
Cheers, Tom. As we go along this week, we are going to be joined by incredibly special guests.
That tap on fade was
this
good, yeah.
process. And it doesn't get more special than this. We are in the city of love, and 100 Thieves Bang has got some serious support out here. His mum Tina and Aunt Mary are loving this experience. Tina, what do you think of all of this?
This is just a blessing to be here. Paris is beautiful. The fans are amazing. We're rooting for 100 Thieves. So proud of Sean. And we know that they are going to win.
Ooh, I love the confidence from Mama here. How is it feeling on your side, Mary? How has this experience been for you so far?
It has been so precious. It's such an honor to be here with all of you fans.
This
to
I love
support
Bang is
my nephew,
us. Hey, yo,
Sean,
shut up,
and
bro.
his teammates at 100
कुछ
Thieves.
भी भाई
Amazing.
तू अमन नहीं है भाई दूसरा अब तो हो ही गया अब तो we have this 100% surety that you are that guy only
You're from Los Angeles.
वो भी यही बोलते रहता है भाई ऐसा कुछ ना कुछ
What does it feel like to be watching esports in such a tremendous part of Europe?
This is just a dream come true, especially for a mom. I'm so emotional because I love these guys, love Sean and this team, and everyone at 100 Thieves. Thank you, boys. You're killing it.
And they can win?
Cute.
Absolutely.
All right. Did you know that he was going to be doing this when he was a little kid, just briefly?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, you can watch some more of him. This is amazing. Give it up for Mary and Tina. We get right back into the game.
Make no mistake, those cheers are also for Ian Chambers. We love to see him doing his thing down in that arena, and we also
भाई
love to see
तोशान नहीं
the
लग रहे
players
तुझे ये
doing
सा
just the same. It has
bro
been
this
a
guy
big bounce back from Nongshim, who seemed
confirmed
determined to bring us to a map 3. It's
Hello,
a
Bang,
semi-final.
noise.
You never want to
Yeah.
see them go by quickly, unless you got a game tomorrow, I suppose, which is true for one of these teams. 100 Thieves trailing by 2. They want that quick success. It's going to have to be a strong start to the attack side.
Best of 5 awaits the winner.
This is gonna be very passive, I guess.
But the fact is, everybody wants
Other Thieves for the win.
to take the title
BBL का लगा है
here at
उसने classic.
EWC, and of course, the team that did it last time already out, already crushed. That's another thing. You don't want to watch your key get crushed, your name shattered by that wonderful machine behind. Timotino, though, into the space they take. Every pistol thus far has gone the way of 100 Thieves. Is it gonna be another one? Well, he needs an early escape.
Over push हो जाता होता था तो
Right agent for it, though. Nice paranoia through. Vora forced into a fight, but still holding on for dear life. A lot of tags in.
Wait, nice shot, nice shot, nice shot, and nice one, nice retake, bro. Good retake, bro. Good retake.
Pistol round for Nongshim.
This is the
Very good retake,
thing
bro.
when facing this squad. It feels like you can start putting narratives on the table about like what side of the map they're good on, or maybe their pistol ratio and how things have been going so far. And when they have momentum, it all becomes irrelevant. Like, that's what this team has in droves. They just believe that they can run over opposition. And honestly, with 7 rounds in a row now, my gaze is going to look towards 100 Thieves of when can you stop them? When can you slow this team down? They did it in the last map, but they did it slightly quicker than this. And of course, in this round, oh, not a single upgraded
Dennis for the win.
It's just going to be the classics.
Nice Tambi, nice Tambi. Okay, ठीक है चलेगा. And good recall. Good recall.
That's certainly going to get the confidence back into play for this squad. Like you
Full
said,
support
for
भाई,
100
full
Thieves, the
support
question
Dennis
is,
को,
can they
full
stop
support.
them now? Can they slow them?
इसका
We knew
सेंस
the
लग रहा था
Nongshim
भाई.
looked like a
Let it वाला.
completely different team on the last map. Deactivated. Everything that worked for them before stopped working
Ivy
for
और
them
Dambi दोनों
over
same.
there. A lot of that I would put down to the composition that was in play. But now, everything that was there is back. Ivy's having the game, or more so, the tournament that he was. Dambi is doing Dambi things. But 100 Thieves are buying rifles. This is their line in the
Thank
sand.
God Timo made a mistake picking Vele.
Before it spirals out of
नहीं
control.
ऐसा नहीं कह सकते bro. What if Timo is very good on Vele?
Mates, 10 rounds in a row is what Nongshim won to bring it back. 100 Thieves have got to try and stop that early, but they're very nearly there already. Much earlier than last time out.
And then
But it seemed like the Thieves had it under control.
And then doing their thing again.
Instead. It's an early trade of damage.
And they're doing their thing again.
Still going back in and very nearly clearing Vora. While cowering
you
in
are better than Timo and Neon, I can say that
life
for sure. No, I would not say that. I won't be agreeing that thing.
Ivy is.
Certainly know where his utility is with the wall going up.
3v2 हो गया भाई ये तो, but 2v2 ही है. Vora is like 12 HP.
Perturbed whatsoever. The B side still the target. The snake bite will get them in.
30 seconds left.
Nongshim will hope that an opportunity is offered up.
Spike
The
planted.
golden plate. It might be Cryo in the corner. No, it's a quick swing in.
Coordination to है भाई team में.
If he was slightly slower to react, there would have been some real danger there. But it's a formality to close out for 100 Thieves, a necessary win.
Yeah, and you look at the way that this round was played by Nongshim, you can see they wanted to almost just trip them from behind, get right up in their face in the early stages of the round and not allow them anything. It was a good attempt at a bonus round with how much damage they were able to do. But the fact is, although they've broken the streak of rounds slightly earlier than the mates managed, there's an operator coming back. There's full rifles for the rest.
I'm out of here.
Well, they're saying that RB has taken a nasty tag very early on this round.
A lot of this is going to come down to Danby by the looks of things. The rotations as the heals go through onto RB on the A site. There's only one man on C. Some utility to help him out. The vice wall reposition.
Okay.
Will delay them somewhat.
Danby के पास.
Indeed, a flash over has stopped them almost completely, but 100 Thieves seem to be... Oh, Ivy! That's a sneaky play to get right through. Timotino did not see that coming. And it's given them the early info on the rotation. That the Rap is coming over to this A site. You've already got X-Ross on the cross, but the Viper wall cuts him off. 100 Thieves even then challenge through it. Take him down. Put us into a 3v4 with a big pick from Francis.
Puts the advantage back. Stun creates an awkward position for Asuna. Isolates both players, leaving him stunned. Now they need a hero from back, but he has to do everything, and as he looks to move forward to take a fight, he is caught from behind. As said, they may have ended the streak, but that hasn't changed the outlook.
We're going third map. Decider one. Heaven.
Seemingly on the horizon.
Going decider.
There is no brakes on the Nongshim train.
There's a really nasty pickup by Ivy, especially. Like, if Timotino's still alive in this fight, considering like he's been the one looking for those deeper challenges, there's more pressure onto someone like Danby. There's more bodies there. They needed it.
Slow motion क्यों कर रहे हैं?
Pickups found by Ivy. The formalities there for Danby, and
feels like ऐसे बना है.
As a result, the pistol, it gave them a leg up, but now it looks like they are miles ahead. 11 almost guaranteed with 100 Thieves playing in eco. The pistols have come through. So far, these kind of rounds have been big money-making opportunities for Nongshim as well.
इस मैच के अगर कॉम्स आ जाए ना भाई मजे आ जाएंगे.
You have to hope for 100 Thieves that they can at least draw blood.
EWC extra पे होंगे I guess कुछ ना कुछ तो कॉम्स वगैरह.
It's only been a singular round versus a bonus. 100 Thieves haven't given us anything in this map other than those first 4 or 5 to make us believe that they are going to take this in a 2-0 fashion. Nongshim have not been winning games cleanly, but they have been winning games. Over the top goes one.
Good.
At least making
nice
things
shot.
a bit more costly. Maybe
nice
the
shot, Cryo.
can help them out a little bit. It might not be going cleanly until Danby arrives, but he's now been tagged down to 10 HP. There's a real chance here. A switchback from Cryo. He believes that he can win this round.
1v2
to give him some space.
1v2 है. Danby is already low.
In fact, he certainly was.
Nice.
Is punished because of it. A stun up leaves Cryo a little bit lower than expected. He has no idea where his opponent's coming from, and instead looks to go walkabouts. But on the edge of this, his opponent just knows. Did he show anything out of that pit, or was was that just a sixth sense?
I think when he crouched and looked to the right, his foot might have stuck out of the very bottom, and there is a chance. I have to believe it. I have to believe that, or I'm going to have to accuse him of wall hacking. It's one or the other. Because that was a little bit crazy. I don't know if we'll even see it in the replay.
Ah, exactly. That was crazy
so nice
for
to
real.
take down Danby. You knew he was going to get aggressive. There,
yeah,
there it is.
The very bottom corner. And even looks at it at the end just to go like, yeah, bro, that's what, I'm not cheating.
Crazy. क्या PG easy to project की clear करने आएगा? Shut up. पैर में दिखा है भाई अल्ट का. अल्ट में दिख गया है पैर.
Last second, it's the last man you want to see. Sure, Danby might have the craziest.
That
the
foot
fact that he
hell
tried to dive through that pit alone is a little bit manic.
I'm telling you, I was
this shows why I'm doing the watch party stream.
Once, immediately put his gun up because he was like, I know
and that guy is playing over there.
I know he's going to do it. And eventually he thinks, oh, I guess he's not. Nope, right in at the last second. He's a madman. And I think that is something that for 100 Thieves, like they've come into today very ready for it. Because it's one thing to go, oh, he's going to push you all the time. But then there comes this point where, again, I look back at Sunset, there's 30 seconds left on the clock. They're sitting in mid still. And someone's surely going, I don't think it's too late. He's not going to push. And the right call there is...
Ivy already on 17. Danby is also on 17. Oh my god, these guys are... Bro.
It's when.
Yes,
wow,
exactly.
what
At any
duo.
point of any moment, of any second, of any round. Come on, they are not.
Alright. NS is also pushing.
Wow, alright.
But ठीक है, Asuna got
one hell of a start.
Nice and
Danby
Danby.
once again. You thought losing two players might deter, but look at where they are. Two players are still pushing towards the spawn. Danby is pushing back into the position that they've just died from. The A site is known to be the more vulnerable. And an early post plant, an ultimate online for Bora.
क्या लगता है retake होगा?
This is a very good opportunity now for 100 Thieves.
One slip up though, and Danby will pull that advantage back into neutral territory instead. It's Cryo showing he's still got the opping chops to take down Danby. And a 4v2 for Nongshim. Plenty of runway for this squad, but a save seems like the right call.
Yeah, finances are rough.
You know Cryo sat there with an operator as well. You're probably losing the first one who breaks through that wall, and then the credits really start to run dry. Yeah, you can take an eco. You can take two in a row if you want. Really build up some cash. There's a lot of rounds for 100 Thieves to catch up on, a lot of ground to make up.
आराम से खेल सकते हैं. थोड़ा चीजों like
That's a
चीजें को
very
analyze
successful start to what needs to be a comeback.
Yeah, good hold off the early aggression. It's the same thing
दो
we
round
needed
की
to
बात है,
see
but yeah.
in terms of the reaction to the
पता नहीं
last
चलता
map.
भाई.
I think especially after a pause, you can kind of understand why Nongshim would do that. You go, okay,
N2 वाला भी अगर 13 11 जा
whatever they
सकता है,
plan,
तो
let's
ये
try
तो
and
कुछ नहीं
disrupt
है.
them, but the dodge of the flash,
They have more rounds.
2 quick shots, and even though he falls, it leaves so much space available to 100 Thieves to fill in, get in the post, and then have quite a lot prepared. And the fact is, they didn't use the ultimates in the last round, so they have them to play with in this one.
A few tags up for Cryo early on. He hoped he'd get his reward with a late push-up, but it is an operator stalemate that I think is about to come to a head.
Toxins going up.
Cryo peeking through the wall will block Danby off. And Danby just sits and waits. While that stalemate's playing out, you can see that 100 Thieves are starting to scrap towards the C site, attempting to pull those rotations to get peeks out on the A site by pressuring the other side. But that peek never comes through. Danby, the most aggressive player that I think I've ever seen in the game, has sat in a corner for the last minute,
holding the B push is good decision.
At this angle, waiting for somebody to come stepping forward, and even as this wall goes up and down, this man refuses to move. He is waiting for a reward that he knows is on the way.
Gotta be careful though.
But now he's in a bit of pressure, a bit of trouble surrounded like this.
Another angle.
Oh, oopsie.
I don't know how Francis isn't aware of that.
30 seconds
It was
left.
very clearly documented
ये देखो
by
ये लोग
Danby.
कैसे जा रहे हैं?
And there's the patience, but he actually misses.
Miss,
Okay,
like,
he is
miss.
human. Now the overdrive comes in. Late flank call.
Nice and extra.
Showstopper popped immediately. 18 seconds for 100 Thieves.
Yep.
The TP almost seemingly used as a bit of a ruse. Instead, it's going to work out.
10
The
seconds
Showstopper
left.
is taken down. The remaining players looking to try and find a way back in. Timotino's position is perfect, though. Already executing one. Swinging from Danby, though. He's been handed a rifle. Given the opportunity to try and break the lines of the opponent's bang. Playing up close is not long for this world. And now the deeper position players need to try and hold the line. But it's all down to Moran. He will not be able to. 12 found by Nongshim. 1 away from a third map.
This is the Nongshim we were expecting to see here today. We saw them pressured in the first map and they crumbled underneath its combined weight from 100 Thieves, but now Nongshim, they come back fighting into every single fight there, every duel taken. It's taken with confidence. A big difference to that previous map, a huge turnaround, and indeed a scoreline that's almost a polar opposite of the previous. 12-7, 5 chances to close this out, and I think Haven is owed between these two teams. I feel like both have had their time in the limelight in this series, but we want to see both Titans standing tall at the same time.
I want that Phoenix battle. I'll be brutally honest with you. That's what I've been most excited for today. We've dodged it so far. RB, what is this? RB, what are you doing? This is madness in the smoke behind the entirety of the opponents, and now his teammates look to swing in. They've dealt with it reasonably well. Francis then drops the spike. RB, maybe making the most aggressive play of the day, and Francis is going to close it. Nongshim will not go down without a fight.
And this is actually a good team. भाई वो लोग इधर आए full ताबड़तोड़ करके.
It does feel like both of these teams putting their best foot forward at different times.
अभी देखा नहीं Vitality के क्या बोला उसके head coach ने. कल कैसे वो लोग जीते हैं.
One map will decide who goes on to the
you need to watch this पीछे
final.
करके.
Players looking to try and find away from a third.
But a big difference to that previous map. Polar opposite of the previous. 12-7, 5 chances to close this out.
का walk in, वो RB का walk in मतलब.
I think Haven is owed between these two teams.
ये walk in की बात कर
both
रहा
have
है.
had their time in the limelight in this series, but we want to see both Titans standing tall at the same time.
I want that Phoenix battle. I'll be brutally honest with you. That's what I've been most excited for today. We've dodged it so far. RB, what is this?
एक small gap.
This is madness in the smoke behind the entirety of the opponents, and now his teammates look to swing in. They've dealt with it reasonably well, but Francis then drops the spike. RB maybe making the most aggressive play of the day, and Francis is there to close.
To help lock
Good
down
round, good
just
round.
the
Actually,
way
good round.
that big time said it would go. They still get the job done, 13-7.
Look, I hate not having Viper, but I love the vibes more from the Nongshim team. I said, look, they got plot armor.
Good
They're
round,
here to
babe.
stay
Good
at
round.
EWC. They won't be going home, and I'm happy to see that win.
So all of us back on over here, but also joining us is Emil, former EMEA winning coach with Team Liquid, and more importantly, to this specific matchup, brother of Doom Bros, coach over at 100 Thieves. How you feeling watching your brother's squad on stage, battling it out here for a spot in the grand finals?
I'm so nervous. You have no idea. I'm shaking in my boots. I'm sitting there praying, doing everything I can just to let them have some sort of edge against Nongshim. It's crazy.
Obviously, there's a small connection here because big times, brother, also coaches over at Foot. You guys sharing those types of nerves.
I've been there. I know the feeling. It's a horrible, horrible
It is,
do
really.
you find it, because obviously you were a coach for a very long time, you're very successful. Do you find it hard not to sort of backseat coach a little bit when you're sat here in the crowds and you go, guys, why are we playing this comp? Guys, oh no, we're doing this wrong. I'll have to text him, you know?
It's literally what I'm doing here. I'm sitting in the crowd. I'm like, I'm looking. Oh, this is wrong. This is wrong. Maybe I can text him. I can grab my phone and like text him. Maybe I can see he has a phone on stage. I don't know. But it's literally, I'm thinking, if I could just hand him a note, like what would I write? What would I do? You know? It's crazy.
Let's dive into this one, 13-7 for Nongshim. A lot of it on the back of Ivy here.
Yeah, Ivy had a phenomenal game. I mean, the way that he was playing was kind of insane. And of course, actually taking a pistol away from 100 Thieves, finally.
Makes a change.
Absolutely. And for Nongshim, they're going to be happy with this one. The way that they were playing, how decisive they were too. It looked really nice. And for me, it just felt completely different.
Level is
The
open,
second that
NS,
Danby
yep.
got a hold of the op,
Yeah.
it felt like everything just fell into place.
But for me, the more I watch Ivy, the more impressed I am. This guy is a textbook big game player in my mind. It feels like every time Nongshim need a hero, Ivy appears. I love this round especially because they know how they're defaulting to break that wall there. He leaves the gap, slips through, and finds the pick as he's exiting. That's just, it's great adaptation, great high-level play. I love watching this guy.
I think the way that he uses his timings are really good.
भाई वो फुट तो क्या crazy दिखा है ना?
I think this ultimate where it was a 1-on-1 and he shot him through Viper ult, he used the crowd.
I think the way
it's great.
ये देखो ये फुट दिखा है इधर.
Great adaptation, great high-level play. I love.
And then they showed it again just from his POV, and he.
You only threw the ramen. Sade double dolki. Aye double dolki. Aman hi hai bro. Aman hi hai.
I know. It was a crazy thing. What else jumped out at you, Emil, from that last round, especially from the 100 Thieves side, since that was the side you're looking at a little bit more closely?
I mean, for me, it was the start was really good.
Yeah.
But then after the timeout, they kind of like fizzled out a little bit. It felt like Nongshim put a lot of pressure, a lot of tempo.
मस्त writing किया देखो 100 Thieves का.
Didn't want to take the fights. It felt like we're playing scared. We're playing, not together, not taking the fights. And for me, that's just something you can't do against
Kept it
Nongshim.
aside.
Yeah, I mean, so
Ivy redeemed last match का Haggas. I kept it aside. Now it's time to cook it.
On 100 Thieves, how are you fixing this problem? What are you saying to them?
Turn off your brain. Just shoot together. Just don't overcomplicate. Don't die the first 10 seconds of the game, and that's it.
Yeah.
Let's turn our focus over to map number 3.
tips
For the squad. We didn't expect to necessarily be here, given the fact that you could see on the pick side, it was Nongshim's pick that 100 Thieves stole away, and then Nongshim steal away 100 Thieves pick that forces to Haven as our decider.
It feels like this has been happening a little
too
many times for my comfort, but I was really feeling the 100 Thieves win getting into Lotus. I think comps-wise, I was liking it. I think the way that they were playing, the momentum, but obviously Nongshim just picking it back up. And then we're moving on to that Haven. I think Haven's going to be a really interesting map here because both these teams, they've played this pretty often. They know how to play. The defaults are there for both of them. I'm kind of looking at Danby and Timotino once again. Danby, once he picked up that op in that last map, was doing phenomenally.
Yeah.
Timotino, he was kind of quiet on the waylay.
Yeah, I think that will be a high-powered map 3.
Yeah.
I want to cast your mind back to when we last saw Nongshim play in the decider game there against G2, and they have that fantastic attacker hall. Yes, it slips away from them. Yes, it gets a little bit scary.
Yeah.
But this squad knows how to play the map. I think especially they elected to pick that attacker side for a reason.
Yeah.
They're going to look to run up the numbers here.
Emil, final thoughts?
I think Haven's really good map. Doomros and NBS really good coaches on Haven as well.
Yeah.
So
A little bit biased there.
no, not at all. I'm not biased at all. Obviously, I think 100 Thieves are gonna win. So yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into that final map, Puckett is standing by right now with some Vitality fans here in Paris.
Let's go.
EWC4
भाई ये होल्ड रखना पड़ता है ना जो जब तक शिफ्ट नहीं होता.
As everybody's waiting to see Vitality. Sir, who do you want an autograph from today?
जल्दी कर. जल्दी कर भाई.
I prefer Deke.
जल्दी कर.
The best culture with
I feel that thing, bro. I feel that thing, bro.
We're gonna get that for you. We've got some Gentlemates jerseys. I've got a Cloud9 jersey. Young man, what are you doing at the Vitality booth?
I'm a super fan, but I'm looking to meet some of the players over here. I'm very excited.
And who do you guys want to meet today? Who are you most excited to get an autograph from?
Honestly, Dirk or Chronicle.
Yeah, Sayonara.
Sayonara? Why Sayonara?
He's young and he's so talented.
How old are you?
He's young and so talented.
Are you ready to go pro when you turn 18
Bro,
like
16?
Sayonara?
Like, I'm ascendant, but I need to get right to Regents.
Okay, we got to keep rolling down the line. As you can see, the fans are from all over the world. We got Americans here, a lot of folks from Paris and all over
What
France.
is this Milky
and then, of course, we got some of our
Way?
Chinese fans.
What?
But up front, we got to show the people
Wait,
here.
wait.
Are you guys hands cramping it? How are we feeling, Yinsu?
How am I feeling?
We doing autographs too?
You know the meme that's like, bro thinks she's on the team.
He's on the team today. We feeling good?
Hello, bro.
Yeah, and then Chronicle.
You doing good? Hello, bro.
You two seem to be the most famous. Sayonara. Yeah, why are you winning over so many fans?
Team, bro.
I think because you're 18. They all want to be you. Who's the oldest on the team? Yampi, how old are you now?
I'm 24.
Do your hands cramp when you sign autographs yet?
Yeah, for sure. I hope it's gonna be over soon because I can't take it much longer anymore. So.
You guys put on a hell of a show for all of the
Hi,
fans.
Nicole.
Anything you want to
Welcome
say to all the
back.
Vitality supporters who are here to get your autograph today?
I mean, thank you for coming. I wish we would be on the stage rather than being here, but you know, it's still nice to see people coming to see us. So thank you very much.
Vitality's knocked out, but they're still hanging with the fans. Come see them here in the Vitality booth.
Play is in our DNA. Whenever we let it out, it becomes our superpower. Now imagine an entire city being built to supercharge it. Kadir City, powered by Play.
ये क्या crazy city बनाया ना?
농심 레드포스 발로란트 팀입니다. 오늘 유언 목소리
Valorant
나오는
agent
거 한 맞춰보는 컨텐츠를 해볼 건데 한번 맞춰보겠습니다.
Wait, I have a rock in my shoe.
누구세요?
Deadlock?
알 것 같아.
Glow या तो Deadlock.
오케이.
Glow.
뭐야?
와, 다 달라?
킬조이지. 야, 뭐야?
Stop अलग-अलग लिखा है.
레이저 아니야?
너 뭐야?
킬조이.
클로브 같은데?
우와.
뭘 몰라?
Glow, बोला ना Glow.
오케이, JJ야.
Oh, there's so
After
only
this match
5
with
of
Q,
them?
Valo, साले दूसरी match है back to back.
오케이. 난 준비됐어. 이건 거 같은데.
अरे मैं miss कर दिया, क्या
There's
बोला?
only 5 of them? Shit.
ये Sky हो सकते नहीं, Sky नहीं है. Killjoy नहीं लग रहा. Deadlock.
아니, 나 되도록 하면서 저런 말을 들어본 적이 없어.
한국어밖에 안 되는데 어떻게 알겠어 이거? 목소리만 맞추는 거 같은데.
목소리도 못 맞추겠어.
역해가 너무 많네. 해외 버전 해야겠네 이거.
Who builds a neoclassical mansion in the middle of an ocean? Obnoxious.
Harbor.
오케이.
이거는
마지막 거 듣고 알았다.
Harbor.
난 그냥 감으로 해. 난 감으로 하길 선택했어. 감으로 적어. 이거잖아 말이 안 마지막 목소리가 딱 그거였네.
정말.
나 모르겠냐 왜?
근데 나도 솔직히 적고 나서 모르겠어. 너 뭐했어?
하버야?
하버 아니야? Let's go. 뭐야? 하버인가? Let's go.
Let's go.
내가 하버 해놓고
Nosy weirdo.
Neon.
Weirdo.
역해가 뭐 있지? 바로한테?
어디서 들어봤는데? 아니 이게 되도록 목소리 같은데.
되도록이미 나왔잖아. 그렇게는.
Neon bro, Neon.
고민되네.
나 일편단심.
킬조이 아니면 아카야. 킬조이 아니면
킬조이 같은데. 킬조이 맞네. 네온이야?
Neon bro.
그래 네온 목소리.
야 나는 킬조이 3번 연습했는데 한 번도 안. Really?
Out of my way.
Omen.
이거는 스펠링 틀리면 탈락하기로 하자.
나 한국어로 적었는데?
Obvious Neon, yep.
예. 아니야 레전. 공짜
모를 수가 없다.
공짜 점수. 예.
Smells like
Raise.
victory. And gunpowder.
नहीं तुम्हें पता है इन लोग को क्यों दिक्कत आ रही है बिकॉज दीज गाय प्ले इन कोरियन वॉइस पैक्स उनके गेम के तो कोरियन वॉइस में वो होता है थोड़ा अलग साउंड करता है पूरा इसलिए इनको ये करा रहे हैं
이거는 모를 수가 없다. 이거는 진짜 모를 수가 없다. 이걸 모를 수가 없어 이거.
아니 지금
야 이거
챔버.
이거 해봤으면
챔버
뭐야
오 소바
이걸 써봐?
근데
야 그냥 발음부터 러시아 사람이잖아.
진짜.
Seems like I'm the better one.
네 성현이 나 그냥 눈치로 보겠어. 오케이.
어떻게 알았어?
솔직히 잘 모른다. 그냥 너가 했던 걸 기억.
थोड़ा नहीं पूरा ही अलग है आर्टिस्ट ही अलग है ना मतलब हाँ
너 뭐 했어? 너 체인버였어?
체인버잖아요.
체인버라고?
응. 뭐야?
배웠네? 뭐야 얘네 아는 척 뭐야? 와 꺼드럭대더니 와.
Never mind, I just play Neon. I don't.
체인버는 좀 더 목소리가
care.
어쩐지 그 익숙하다 했어. 오늘 이렇게 유언별 목소리 맞추기를 콘텐츠를 진행했는데 좀 많이 재밌었던 것 같고요. 이상 농심 레드포스 발로란트 팀이었습니다. 안녕.
안녕.
Hihi. Let's go heaven चालू करो. नहीं तुम लोग में से एनीमे कौन देखता है? नकुल आप देखते हो, आप लगते हो देखते हो कि आपके PS3 से मैं भी देखता है। कैसे देख लेते हो भाई? किसको कहा मैं समझ गया हो तो है।
It's going to be very close.
एनिमे तो एनिमे डिपेंड करता है, वो बात भी है। Nothing is granted, everything is earned.
Esports World Cup 2026 Valorant semifinals.
That's
We
so
are on
good.
map number 3, and before we throw it to Tom and Mitch, we got ourselves Agent Select. Welcome back, Digon here alongside Big Time Athena and former head coach
Bro, he's talking
and
about
champion
entire
of
anime,
EMEA, Emil, who's definitely not biased at all for his brother's team, Doom Bros' team, 100 Thieves. He's going to break down Agent Select with us.
That's kind of crazy that you're throwing him under.
I'm just saying. Hey, look.
Wow.
Big Time is by himself here, so I just needed to make
Dog
sure
थोड़ा
that we
पीछे
all
चल रहा
know
है।
what's what.
Yeah, that's true.
I can stave off all the bias. I'm feeling fantastic for Nongshim. What do you mean? They're riding so high after the last map. They stole away their opponent's map pick, moving across the Haven. Whether I know it's gonna be electric. Maybe they got Danby. We know. How are you gonna stop them if you're 100 Thieves? You just can't.
How dare you say Nongshim is good? Let's go 100 Thieves. Come on. No bias here. No bias.
No bias.
No, I hope they pick something good for Haven here. Something classic. Something that I know what they're gonna do here.
Okay, Tino again on Neon, Dambi, Exros. These guys are now
I hate Breach.
It doesn't look like we've got it going out from Nongshim. This is the double duelist that they are so well known for. Danby on the Neon.
Mirror
Exros
comp?
on that Phoenix.
Mirror
Now,
comp?
just cast your mind back. That G2 game, the attacker side was insanely dominant there. Really running up the numbers. So for me, the pressure is on 100 Thieves to counter with what looks to be a mirror comp here.
Yeah, but 100 Thieves, they both beat MIBR and BBL in EWC so far. BBL, obviously one of our teams, making it all the way through to semifinals. And here, both these teams, the copycat matchup, but I think it's really on Asuna and Timotino here if I'm looking on the side of 100 Thieves. It feels like I've been saying that all series long. We saw Cryo have a really good first game. That second game looks like they were struggling just quite a bit, but now these two, they've proven themselves as those duelists, getting a lot of those opening picks and just being enabled across the map.
Emil, if you had to pick one player that needs to step up in the server right now, who would it be?
I would say Asuna. I think Asuna's Phoenix and him having impact here is gonna be the key for them to win.
Asuna's Phoenix, X-Ross's Phoenix. It's going to be a huge matchup, mirror match in terms of the agents, but only one will be able to look themselves in the mirror knowing they are going to the grand finals. Always looking good in the mirror are our casters for map number 3. It's Mitch, man, and Tom.
It's always fun to see both Doom Bros on the broadcast. A deadly duo in everything except for a show match. Now it's time to see if one of those Doom Bros who's going to be going all the way to the grand final for 100 Thieves and Nongshim. Everything is the same map, the same composition. The only difference is the players on the server.
Yeah, I think we come into this and now the sort of gaze switch towards 100 Thieves. Can they pick themselves up after that defeat on their map choice? Timotino having a bit of a rougher time. Shut down after what was a stellar first map. And then for the other side, Nongshim, can they keep that pacing up already though? The defensive knife side not shying away from a fight, but maybe they should have done. Ivy's reign of terror was something to behold on the previous map. Timotino has been excellent in these pistol rounds. Still 3 of the 4 have gone the way of 100 Thieves. Will they turn this back to their 4?
Cage triggered. Well, they start with a disadvantage, but not for long.
Nice shot,
Cryo bringing us back to even, but the spams and the smoke is deadly both ways. The wrap up from Timotino could be the difference maker, though. He has a backstab guaranteed. Ivy looking the other way on the walk up middle. It all depends on when Timotino strikes. As the drone goes out, there's 2 players spotted in utility. A stun through.
Nice one, Timotino, but never mind. What a classic shot.
Stunned up up with his gun up, finds himself a kill, and
My
Nong
vision
Shim
dream
the
team is
advantage.
Dorp, Shorty, Jatin,
Stuns are
Prota.
cosmetic. That's why everybody hates the breach now. They didn't realize you could just hit the shot.
That's not
anyway,
happening.
Bang though spots players against
Nice one,
him.
Bang.
He's given his teammate a wonderful
1v1.
chance. The Sova versus Sova, the doppelganger, one has to fall. France is trying to bait the idea that he's on this side, but he is walking towards A. Timing just about gets around the corner. But Vora now is going to almost have to just keep his position hidden. Francis won't be aware of how close his opponent currently is and looks to reset the battle, looks to get towards short, hunt for where his opponent went. A game of cat and mouse with neither
अच्छा पूछिए
side
भाई फ्रांसिस का
really giving the game away of who
But बुरा
is
भी है,
who,
मतलब
who
he's
is the
just looking
cat,
at
who is the mouse,
what do you
who
say,
is the
backstab.
hunter, who is the hunted. As that defuse gets to halfway, Vora now gives himself
Half
a little
clear
bit of
defuse,
extra
wow,
time,
yeah.
but he is being flanked on. He turns
Nice
and
round,
it's
nice
Francis.
little, nice round, nice round.
Francis is the one to win
Nice
the
round.
fight. The hunter takes the first round.
Now Vora got sight on him first. Francis played that one blind, played it off instinct.
Let's go, let's go.
But it was enough for Nong Shim, and
ये
this was
देखना
the
है,
most
right
impressive of
से
all.
है.
How he survives there. It doesn't just bring it to the man advantage for Nong Shim, it keeps the spike under their control, under his control. And that's exactly what this pistol round was. A 1-0 start for Nong Shim. And an eco for 100 Thieves to follow. And this really does feel like a true decider, a true middle ground of these squads. These compositions, I think, where both have shined the brightest. And I'd have to agree with what was said over on the desk by our wonderful Emil. If there's a player to step up here, if there's a player we expect to see hit another level, it is Asuna, and he has to. We know that X-Ross delivers almost every time he's on this agent.
Yeah, and well, even if he doesn't, the depth of talent that they have is just absurd. Danby's about to walk into the stack.
Nice.
Funnily enough, even though it's a stack, I still sit there and wonder how many players does he get? 1, 2 already. Bear in mind, he's completely alone and no one else is here. You think maybe he's
okay.
But the fact is, they were locked in with him. You surround a beast. And well, maybe, just maybe, there's an ounce of fear, but not for Danby. Timotino now looks to try and do the same, but he doesn't have the weaponry to replicate that sort of magic, and they're looking to try and kill him off and keep this round clean. He wanted to not go down to X-Ross, but in the end, he falls to the man. He didn't want to give the orb.
And that puts X-Ross up to the ultimate, the run it back online coming into round number 3, the bonus round. You know, you stack a site like this, thinking that if the whole team pushes, you'll have enough there to deal with at least a few of them to make it costly. Well, they sent only one man. Only one man with a sniper rifle.
Let's go, Ennis. Let's go.
Of snakes, and he came out with the anti-venom. Crazy performance from Danby. As we said, the run it back for X-Ross available, and he is wasting no time. It's already activated. And it's
Ordering one more ramen.
Yeah, he's just going to get them into a post-plant scenario, just about. We'll be able to get rid of it. Now counter spam can come from Vora. A chance to maybe take them in with a tap onto that plant. But it's definitely easier said than done. Bear in mind, this is a lower purchase for Nong Shim. If you're a 100 Thieves fan, they can't afford to get away with this round, but already it's looking pretty good. 2 quick kills.
Nice,
that
Enes.
Odin already deleted, and the remaining 2, they don't know they're being backstabbed. Danby did not stop pushing.
Danby.
He never stopped pushing. It's left to Bang.
Nice.
Double, but there is 3
nice round,
for Danby.
Enes.
And a round close, a bonus converted.
Nice
I love
round,
the
nice
idea
round.
for Nong Shim to start this out with just the ult used from the Phoenix for a plant. He was looking for nothing else. No deep control, no fight. And the normal response when you hear that ult activated is to fall back.
What a round,
Just to
exactly,
give the
bro. What a
space.
round.
They know that. So rather than hunt deep for a kill, they take the advantage that's being given to them. And as you said, Danby's continued push. It was
Danby is
only
pure
meant to be a
demon
safety
time
net.
by bro
They
is
almost
cooking
needed
now.
to fall on it with Bang finding that
Bro,
triple,
that's 7-1,
but the time at
cooking
that
hard.
point was already applying enough pressure. 3-0 start. And now a very low buy from
Stampy
100
knows someone's
Thieves.
there.
You mentioned earlier on that if you have a stack, you send one man into it, and he gets 4 kills. You're hoping maybe you can catch everyone,
regrouping,
but instead
bro.
you just get one. Sometimes this man feels like
Wow.
a team. We have seen this multiple times where he goes into a site alone and comes out with an advantage for his squad.
Right, check karo
Has been
NS.
shut down. A lot of damage being done. Bang again. He's already had
Bro.
a few kills stacking up, but even with what they built, it's going to be
No.
that we were hoping to step up. Ends up maybe having his worst whiff of the tournament so far. Even still, both players low enough. The Cryo at least has some hope.
Well, shot to the body will be enough.
तुझे कराए round निकाल दे तो.
Didn't see him. No, they haven't caught him just yet.
तुझे round निकाल दे तो करायो.
One shot to the body enough, but it's the headshot onto Francis! And the follow through on RB! It looked like a whiff might have thrown their chances out the window.
भाई क्रायो ने असुना का कर दिया
recover. A man who had an
क्रायो ने असुना का रिकवर कर दिया bro.
He was the man.
Bro. No.
Was shutting this squad down indeed on the Cypher, doing the damage, and he's here to do it yet again in a round that
I wish they were not low. Lucky. Bro, what do you mean by lucky?
Well, that's a very stressed
Cryo,
look at
bro.
MBS. We've said it already that these are two very different looking teams. A team that in the past won Ascension and made it all the way to win a Masters. And sure, a couple of
फिर से करना पड़ेगा redeem का you बनता मेरा.
last year over on 100 Thieves. But their investment over the years has been clear. Their success has not. Nongshim managed to do it incredibly quickly through their rise. Is this going to be the day for 100 Thieves to make it to the grand final?
कर दिया.
Or will Nongshim be turning 2026 into their year?
They've traded drones out on B. Nongshim putting that in from window. I don't think they were worried about the mid take, but I guess just showing some presence after 100 Thieves. The defensive side, that's the first piece of actual info they've had to work with in a minute. I've seen one player towards A long.
Nikal away. They heard the operator ring out bullets, and they want to try and challenge it. Still quite a lot of Cypher utility, but that first trip, I don't believe has been caught. Instead, a problem. Bora finds the burst. They managed to deny the ult, and again, Danny just looks to take over. Still a player in the corner, but even though Cryo might be in the dark, he just about survives. The spam.
Wait, what is spam, man?
Evenly. Cryo's still incredibly low, but they haven't found him, and he's shot
nice
the spot.
Cryo.
A low HP X-Ross, but he'll catch him with the jump. That's going to be an opportunity to get the plant down. His opponent a little bit further away, and nothing that Bang can do to stop him, but there's only 10 HP, an ultimate for X-Ross. If he can get around the corner, he might be able to pop it instead.
NTRNS,
But Bang had such an HP advantage that he's able to close that out.
Yeah, it's a bad corner to be stuck in with that Phoenix ult. Like, you pop the ult, you swing out. Sure, it's going to reset your health right away when you die, but the spam is going to come through quite quickly.
अभी कौन
and in
सा
most
है?
positions, you're not going to get anything from there.
ही भाई एक्सप्रेस क्या हग्गू काम कर रहा है?
As you saw, the bullets whiz past Bang's head, but the shot not quite landing. That looked crazy, though. Seeing Francis just run it down with the spike towards short in the 2v2.
नहीं करना चाहिए था
They
भाई, हो
obviously
जाता.
really wanted to deal with that player, but that was a hiccup that gave 100 Thieves a chance.
Well, yeah, it looked like Gandhi had already done enough. It seemed like they're not shying away from this fight. Pop flash ready, but maybe thinking better of it. There's the pop, but no reaction off of it.
info भी मिलता है, 100 HP भी हो
Maybe
जाता.
some spam that might give them a little bit of information. Instead, now comes the ult.
अभी अल्ट किया है ना लेकिन भाई ने वो भी विफ कर दिया.
It's only damage. At least the start is X-Ross
नहीं
goes
नहीं
down.
नहीं bro,
Gandhi
ये throw हो
follows.
गया.
Numbers kept even. The drop down from RB hard, and it's bang to pounce on him. But the team being taken, it gives Nongshim back the advantage, the upper hand reclaimed. They run it back. It was already used up early on. X-Ross is back to full HP, nice and healthy. Francis not quite in the same boat. And they called to just freeze. Wait for 100 Thieves to run dry on information, to make a gamble, maybe flee the site, or maybe stand in no man's land. That ultimate from Ivy now will find Cryo. They'll have the information to work with. The spike is already running the other way.
Yeah. I think if you're anyone else, if it's any other team, I think Cryo starts running the other way. But he probably believed in that moment, actually, they're going to try and kill me. They're going to try and kill me. They're not going to let me flee the scene and reset this fight. With Ivy throwing those cages, it held him to the other side of the map. I think the call's also been made that cannot cope with a 1v3 attempt on the 100 Thieves side. The 4-2 scoreline will be guaranteed for Nongshim. And Cryo, all he can hope to do is hold on to the gun.
There's some decent ideas starting this out from 100 Thieves. The idea of the flash, it looked strange in the moment to see Asuna step back into the smoke and fire a flash out onto long. But at the exact same moment, a reveal came through from Vora. The idea, obviously, blind them up, buy yourself half a second, but just enough for the first ping. But it was broken immediately by Nongshim. And so 100 Thieves knew, okay, there's players here. The rotates start. They batten down the hatches. They deal with X-Ross on the run-through. They contain that mid-fight as well. Not managed well. It was this push through from Danby. The fact that, again, he finds so much value with Asuna down and out. RB traded.
नकुल भाई वो redeem नहीं कर सकते वो
वाला इसलिए. The TP that was taken moments later from Bang.
जानबूझ के लिखा पहले एक्स्ट्रा ताकि redeem ना हो ऐसा नहीं होता कुछ भी लिख दे वो गई redeem.
Especially after they dealt with the run it back and found mid-lurk. Clearly, Nongshim recovered.
Noob are you?
100 Thieves feeling the pressure once again. Both teams have
I
been
know
quite
not to
sparing
do
with their
that.
pauses.
Why you want to do that?
I feel like
नहीं हुआ देख ले मैंने बंद करा इसलिए नहीं हुआ.
Throughout this series so far.
मैंने तुरंत बंद कर दिया.
Of course, for 100 Thieves, there was a lot of pressure on this org, as said. But you go back and they've had moments at international events, but making a grand final. It's not been seen with the investment into these rosters, with young blood being brought up from the
अबे
tier 2.
redeem ही नहीं हुआ chat पे दिख जाता वरना अबे redeem हुआ तो उसने बंद कर दिया chat पे दिखा भी है कि ये successfully redeem वाला.
Showing that they weren't just a one and done, a fluke event that came off the back of a singular agent. Okay, that singular agent is popping off once again for Danby, but
तेरा नहीं हुआ but नकुल का हुआ था ऐसा but redeem हुआ था ऐसा.
Red Force. They're running into
pistols. That's a great paranoia. It gave Danby at least one pickup, but the trade's not good. That's a rifle recovered for 100 Thieves. The four-man stack towards this C site paying dividends early on. And a deep push from Timotino gets him in the right place at the right time. X-Ross, a huge player to take down. Still giving him a chance. Timotino
बहुत बढ़िया Timotino.
Challenged once more with the spike as well.
Dot आ गया वरना एक लाख जीत जाता.
Might have made his way to the A site. He emerged from the shadows, but he is very soon to be sent right back there. Big pickup from 100 Thieves. They gamble stack early. They send the op the other way. And everything goes in their favor.
I think also an important round for Timotino individually. He's been having a rough one so far. I think this was his second, third, and fourth kill all in the same round. Giving him that operator, leaving him to lock down one side of the map.
अभी तो of course भाई round चाहिए.
Bringing him to life.
40 में तो बिल्कुल नहीं मिली उसको पता है उसके हम उसको reload नहीं करना चाहिए क्योंकि वो peek कर देगा.
At the last four, and look at what it's done to the economy of this attack inside. But even still, an early Hunter's Fury may be signaling that this would be an aggressive push. And although they've taken ground, it's more to force them maybe into a panicky B hit. But, well, it doesn't look panicky.
taking themselves the opening and put so much pressure on Evora.
Nice one.
Almost exclusively to the hot hands. Nongshim now with weapons recovered. And a blip on the radar moments ago has gone silent. Asuna and Bang, both coming from the window. No idea that Ivy is playing so slow through the door, but they've caught him. That should have been what secured the round, but now it has spurred 100 forward. It's given them a chance, a small chance, but one nonetheless. Deep, but time surely already gone. Backstab here from Bang, huge! With Francis down now, it feels like they have a chance, a moment, but as slim as it is, the time could have decided it if the bullets did not. A thrifty coming out of the side of Nongshim.
Good round by NS.
Yeah, it's safe to say that there was a reason we were excited to see Exros coming in on the Phoenix. Didn't have the best time on the Rays in the last map. Had an ace in the first map, but still definitely wasn't up to the standard we expect. But this round is exactly why we get excited when he picks up this agent. As you said, almost got a kill exclusively with the hot hands, but also the opener that he found versus that operator of Timotino, bringing him straight back down to earth after a big round for the squad. Sure, the economy of 100 Thieves got a massive boost in the last with all those upgraded weapons, so that gives them a repurchase, but that has to be a knock to the confidence.
Go.
Still able to come in with a full buy here. Oh, no, you can so quickly push away the thoughts of the previous round with a stronger start here, but Asuna down when he was 2 away from the run it back. The big safety net with a big hole in it now. Nongshim, one man to the good. And 100 Thieves, in terms of information, like they're leaving that C site open. With this push up on the A site, all of their focus should be towards B. Yep. Ready for this breakthrough.
What is Asuna doing, man?
Bang and Vora now even starting to leave that. The retake of B as they clearly expect a late hit on the C site, and there is still a chance. There's no reason to believe that Danby couldn't be playing a fake towards this B site. We've seen Nongshim do this many times. The quick redirections. Timotino now taking all this space. This is risky. They noticed.
Yeah, but now it's a problem. Him staying alive is an issue for them. 25 seconds left on the clock, and it almost looks like they have stood still for maybe just too long, but then Danby strikes at the perfect moment. X-Rocks at the same. And now Ivy just the backstab, the final knife twisted in the back of 100 Thieves. That almost seemed like the clock was about to be an issue for Nongshim, but look how squeaky clean that was
NS
towards
is about
the end.
to get
no, you freeze that timer at 25 seconds. Nongshim sat outside B and looked like
crazy
getting ready to pivot to that C site.
Nongshim
Pick up from Danby the second that he deletes Vora.
अगर फाइनल्स में चली जाए
didn't start in an unlucky fashion, but
opponent
that
energy
is
हो
what changes it. Now the spikes go in B. The trap on the C site is left untriggered. Nongshim were waiting 30 seconds for an opportunity. They were waiting for a way out, and they found it. Danby found it, and he has been the one to locate every crack in this defense. 100 Thieves facing off against him. They've beaten him 6 times and lost 13.
Missed.
Danby knows. I mean, he's not blind. He sees that that molly hasn't gone all the way, but he's hesitant to clear that corner for good reason. 100 Thieves right at that choke point, ready to flash around on Asuna. The second contact is
इस बार
found.
तो कर लेंगे वो चेक मुझे लग रहा है कॉर्नर्स इसलिए वो थोड़ा वैसे खेल रहे हैं.
Maybe falling back for the trap. There's the flash, but they are ready for it. He even pops ult in the middle. What's going on here for Extra? This is a semi-final. You can't be running around like that.
Exactly, bro. What do you mean?
It just almost feels like he's just
But
having a good time, having a laugh with his friends in ranked.
कौन सा कमांड था ढोकला चेक करने के लिए एक्टिवेशन ढोकला.
Any round that they can. 2 completely different vibes.
Well, his whole job there was just to be the recon.
Nice
right?
round,
Recons
NS.
don't shoot. They don't have guns. You ever seen a Sova drone shoot back? Cypher camera now. Don't talk to me about that. But he goes in, plays his role. Point of contact, finds the info, and they close it from there. And very nicely dealt with it as well when you see that initial fight. X-Ross taking the duel. The flash from Asuna, the trap triggered, and yeah, from Xross's perspective, he's pretty much dead. He immediately pops the ult. What he can't see, but we can, is 3 players behind him weren't blind and we're very, very ready to shoot right back. A bloodbath, and it's only 100 Thieves contributing. I think the attempt at the spam right off rip, and it looked like he could have gotten a lot there, but barely a tickle onto Nongshim, and ult activated by Asuna to run it back in full effect as Bang crunches from the other side. The paranoia lands, and Asuna should be getting
Bang TP'd in.
Xross is taken 2, and yeah, I'm not too sure what that was from Bang, but luckily it's the only player lost.
Yeah, originally I thought that had to be someone over on the attack side, but no,
RB was getting out of the corner after being hit by a paranoia. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, but they both TP'd, and I don't know if Bang was trying to act as a distraction for an ult, but that seems like a blunder.
Yep,
as you said, though, they come out with an advantage. Drone is going to clear outside of A. B site looks like the target.
Cover going out.
And a plant should be guaranteed. Cryo has been flashed off the
7-15
angle.
को
He's got
दूसरा
to be
मैच है
careful.
BBL और
This Xross is waiting, but he wins the
BBL
fight anyway.
और अपना
Makes this further and further out of the control
राजी का
of the opposing side, and it's all down to Ivy. He's looking for a second target. He's hoping to try and bring this a little bit closer, but they are waiting. Arsenal has his teammates back. They will get 4.
I started to think back to Ivy's performance yesterday. The second he had the trigger discipline.
Oh, he could do no wrong.
Onto Cryo, yeah, it felt like he was going to walk away with a whole lot more than he should. But a necessary win for 100 Thieves. That run to the grand final still alive for this squad. And it was this from Bang. A nice double on the crunch. Let's not talk about paranoia TP. It's fun when it lands. It's flashy, but the rest of the squad was here to recover on that.
Wait a minute.
All
2 ciphers.
मन हो रहा है बाहर जाने का ऐसे
Neither for 100 Thieves. Their recent form on this map through EWC and the qualifiers shows them able to pull off big halves on either side of the map, but they want to give themselves some runway in case that pistol goes the other way, and the pace of Nongshim just is not stopping again. They fail on the B-site plant. They go right back to the B-site plant. Do you expect there to be a gap? No, Ken, they haven't seen Danby, but he's whiffed. He's missed his shots. He's still standing. He's mortal after all, and eventually will be crushed.
I know exactly. 7-5 at the half, still possible, and it looks to be likely. Nongshim fighting themselves back into a commanding lead at the half with a Hunter's Fury. Fora desperately trying to fight his way through, but he can't escape the first pulse. Just about slips the second. The shock dart will guarantee no diffusion for now. It looks like enough has been done by Francis. 8-4. Nongshim with a solid first half here on Haven.
Yeah, a safe pair of hands to take them through that final round, and a commanding lead will put them into a good position. 8-4 for Nongshim. A chance to crush the key of 100 Thieves after this half is done. And for them, a chance to go for their second international trophy of the year. They missed out in London, but now look set for another grand final, unless 100 Thieves have got something to say about it. Let's go down to Lou with a fan from each team.
Très contente effectivement d'être accompagnée de 2 fans. I am now joined by 2 fans. On the side of 100 Thieves we have Jeremy, and on the side of Nongshim we have Colin. And the first question I wanted to ask you, Jeremy, is that are you wearing the right jersey? What's happening? You know, we're here for Sen. Is this the reason why you're rooting for 100 Thieves? Bang, maybe?
First match was beat by NS.
So we gotta root for it, no?
जानबूझ के push करते थे.
We hear some boos. What do you have to say?
Yo.
I mean, I think 100 Thieves wins the match, and they're kind of struggling, but I think they will win this.
Still feeling confident with resilience.
Confident.
And what about you, Colino? Pourquoi est-ce que tu soutiens finalement Nongshim? C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas beaucoup de fans de Nongshim, notamment en France. Qu'est-ce qui t'a fait les soutenir? Basically, why are you supporting them?
Parce que je les ai rencontrés face à un match M8. C'est une équipe qui est sortie de nulle part. un joueur sorti de nulle part. Ils ont changé la méta
Barabar.
Valorant
Barabar
en
बोल
seulement
रही
le temps
थी
d'un
थी.
master. Et ça, je pense
Yeah,
que c'est
yeah.
une première pour une équipe.
Real.
Okay, very good reasons. They changed the meta basically. I discovered
Yeah,
them by watching them facing Gentlemates, and I was just
Real.
dazzled by them. Now, guys, I'm suggesting a little game. You know, we don't do just predictions. You're gonna say 100 Thieves win. You're gonna say NS win. So I'm gonna offer a rock paper scissors. Whoever takes the win. This is a BO1. We don't do BO3s here. This is a best of one. Let's see who can take the win. Are you guys ready? We go at shoot. Rock paper scissors shoot. And that's a win for Nongshim. Let's see if Colin is right. Back to the game.
बेचारे में.
Nobody tell MBS. Nobody tell him. He's stressed enough as it is. He's stressed enough.
I think I might have seen him turn around during that one. Let's hope he was
Hey,
too
focus
far
on
away.
the game. Focus on the game.
Listen, I don't know how his eyesight's holding up these days. We'll have to hope. We'll have to hope that that's going to be the saving grace for 100 Thieves right now. All sights on that prize. A grand final spot up for grabs, but they are trailing by 4 at the halftime for Nongshim. Ever since they found their footing on map number 2, it does look like we've gotten the Santiago victors back. This squad, someone that has already defeated some of their demons from the past, doubled down on defeats they've dished out, but they don't want to be outlasted.
Okay.
Pistol round.
Full दौड़ के
to lead the charge, and he's done. Good reveal.
दौड़ के जा रहे हैं.
This pistol round's looking flawless
Bro,
already.
pistol round बहुत ही crazy खेला इन लोग ने.
It leaves Ivy and RB with an absolute mountain to climb, and you can see how far ahead they are in this round with them looking to try and manage those orbs. They've got to be careful of the
Nice.
walk-up, but RB's dealt with ease. And now Ivy, a 1v5 will be the moment of the tournament. Instead, we see us sooner. He got an ore, by the way, but nobody else is going to be handing themselves to Ivy quite like that.
Yeah, Asuna should be the one looking for that fight, but the rest sit back and look for the round. Spotted up top, they'll fill in the space, and Cryo's ready.
Nice one, nice one, 100 Thieves, nice one.
Down those stairs.
Let's go.
It is a fifth
W.
found for 100 Thieves, and this pistol.
W.
It was necessary to close the gap. I like that they started it with confidence. The pack mentality and the full push towards the A site. The reveal behind, absolutely perfect. As Timotino, rather, was dragging the gaze of everyone on site. And the rest could flood on through. I do want to see that be a factor for 100 Thieves, the pacier rounds up against Nongshim, because we know this defensive side, they love to push, and there is definitely merit, and there was on Sunset, to sitting back and waiting. But for the first few, I think setting the pace, setting the tone, important for this attack side as they mount this road to recovery.
Yeah, I think also we need to see that double duelist that the desk highlighted. On the defensive side, it's forgivable. They were struggling with the sheer pace and aggression of their opponents, and although there was a round or two from Timotino, he was ultimately shut out. Now he's the tip of the spear. Arsena there alongside him. Wasn't able to get too much in the kills department. This is the half where expectations now fall onto their shoulders. And especially, yeah, I was about to say, we're going to see some weaponry juggled over so that Arsena can just run in, die, fine, get a kill, fine. He just needs the orb.
The impact seen in the previous half. There's the orb found for Asuna. He doesn't mind what happens to him from here on out. Timotino falling is something picked up. There's a bulldog now for X-Ross. It's not fully gone yet, but it should be too low. It should be too low, right? That should be too low. Dambi's actually getting really close, and they've got a
Nice
cage.
No way, Enes. No way, bhai.
Thieves were at the door, but they've changed the locks.
No way.
4 rounds to the goal.
क्या निकाला है?
But that one never should have been.
Bro,
that might be it. That genuinely might be the
W.
round that defines this tournament for 100 Thieves. You've just
क्या
lost
भाई
it, and
आईवी आया मार के
basically
चला
with
गया.
seconds to spare.
क्या
You were
खेला इन
busy
लोग ने क्लासिक
managing
से?
your orbs. You were busy focusing
Jord
on which
click, bhai.
player would
Jord
get their
click.
ultimate. And you got overzealous.
और
You
करो
got
push.
sloppy. You got lazy. And that's the moment the Nongshim Red Force decide to strike. There never should have been a hope in hell that they win that round. And for 100 Thieves, I don't think there's anything worse
By this round.
They've broken into a jail and locked themselves in it. Or Nongshim locked them in. That's incredible.
Well, that's like they've broken into the bank and they forgot to take cash.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. They walked out with nothing.
They took a risk. Not even a risk. They sent a man to his death to get an orb, to give them a better chance at winning the next round. And in the process, they lost a round that was genuinely fighting for a spot in the grand finals. And you say going out with a whimper, that is a dream compared to what they've just experienced. Burned too bright. Yeah, they've been singed. This is incredible. This timeout. I don't envy any of them. I don't know what you say after a moment like that. Everything done right until the very final moment.
But this almost just has to be a motivational speech.
I think you've got to fake a tech pause to get your adrenaline down. Like, that's the only thing.
I do think that Dabby ripped out his
bro, आपने देखा Discord DM? Yes sir, मैंने देखा. मैंने बोला कि मैं आपको stream के बाद बताता हूँ.
In these moments for MBS, like, you can't even be critical. Everybody on the stage knows what they've done. Everybody in the crowd, everybody at home.
If you're critical, the game's over.
Everybody knows what's happened. This is about getting the mental of the team back on track. You had your lifeline. You had your road to recovery. And you've thrown it away. Now you need to find another route. You need to cut through the forest. You need to dig a tunnel underneath the Nongshim Red Force because yeah, you've just hand-delivered them an advantage they never should have had.
Moments like that, I can't stress enough how they will break the strongest of teams. It's so easy to point the finger, to have blame in a moment like that. That has to be a shared burden. Sharing a burden like that while Nongshim are running away with it on the other side of the stage, that is not an easy task. My heart goes out to them.
Wait, it just has to be a right.
I
like,
feel so sad for
forget it ever happened.
So much easier said than done.
Yeah, of course. Play it round by round. I think if you're a 100 Thieves fan, you've got to hope for an immediate response. But the problem is you've obviously lost a lot in terms of finances, weaponry. You at least have that run it back available to you. That is the one small silver lining. And we've seen them have heroic rounds. We've seen moments from the likes of Cryo, especially with the pistol in hand. But yeah, you look at the buy that they're coming back into here. And it's
वाला मैच नहीं भूला ना तू Fnatic वाला.
For the defenders, wow, they've just had a huge
Fnatic भी कर सकती थी भाई. Surrender.
Courtesy of
yeah,
the Thieves.
Silver linings, Tom. They've got to run it back. So that's, you know, let's just look only at the positives. Now I'm finished. Now we can look at everything else.
There's a gun.
Everything else is a negative.
Here we go. Arsenal leading the way. They've managed to walk their way in, and that's not a bad start. A chance for an immediate response, actually looking a little more likely than expected.
Nice
First fight going their way, but the immediate shutdown of the ultimate.
But bang ka Bozi, bang ka Bozi.
Someone by surprise.
तो
instead, Dambi's hot on their heels.
उनका
The
गेम वैसा
spam
था
in
ना,
an attempt, the
उनका
spike
नहीं है,
ticking
चुप रहे.
in 100 Thieves' favor.
Sir, still winnable है. हाँ एक round का trauma लगेगा. वही.
This could be the reset that they needed. The best chance for it. The rifle up close in the smoke. Asuna needs to step up in a big way, and he does. The hot hands for two. The deep push for even more.
Nice,
but he falls.
and
Now it's the pistols left, but the time ticking so quickly already. Dambi and X-Ross would need to be perfect.
Nice shot, yaar.
Now it's left to just one. They can throw themselves at this one at a time, but tucked in the corner. Bang didn't have a chance to fall away. X-Ross has to break the cam, tap and bait in for the fight, and even with Cryo falling so quickly, there is no time to recover this round.
Yeah, fantastic work. As said,
nice,
we're going to be critical in those moments, but
yep.
to have the resilience to immediately break back, Arsenal having a fantastic round. His ultimate actually not being that much of a factor. It was mostly him standing within the molly, fighting them tooth and nail. Timotino's lurk with the pistol as well.
बुराने का shot मारा लेकिन last में.
A saving grace to slow down the opponents, and then they just
Double
play
D
that
मस्त मारा
time.
उसने.
They play it
Clean
well.
था एकदम.
An immediate resurgence, a response.
वही तो अश्वे भाई कुछ
Not
भी हो सकता
allowing
है.
Nongshim to extend that lead any further. You now look at the defense, and they have some troubles with their own, but
push कर
they're
रहे
immediately
लोग.
locking up. They're immediately hunting for Vora. They're even throwing in a running back of their own, but kind of stuck in the mud. The trip
पूरा सी
saved
कंट्रोल है
them.
उनके पास.
That certainly slowed this
की
push
काम
for
वाली डाला
Nongshim.
उसने.
But going in the other direction isn't
एक्सट्रॉस ने काम वाली डाला.
an easy closer. This position from Francis will be spotted, will be seen by Cryo.
Air Francis.
Dotting their
Benji.
I's, crossing their T's. 100 Thieves now. Boots on the ground for the A site. Post plant almost guaranteed. Damn, he scares me. Oh, he's jumping out. That's what
nice.
I mean, bro. There's no way he should do that. There's no way you should even expect a player to do that. But I see him walking forward in heaven. I see no one nearby, and I think, yeah, he probably does believe he can win this round.
I'm not going to lie to you. I knew 100% he was jumping out that window. The second he walked up there, I was like, he's going to try and hit the timing as they go for the plant. Yeah, there are worlds where he comes out with a multi-frag. This was not that world. They were very, very ready for him to try and make that play. Now it's a round where the additional weaponry for Nongshim isn't going to affect them buying into the next round. They have the credits to do so. For RB, the only thing he's really hoping for is an exit frag, and if not, to die to the spike. Maybe steal an extra gun away, but not in this case. It will be a 7th round for 100 Thieves. This one is a little bit more clean. It will start to build up that economy once again.
Little by little, and brick by brick, 100 Thieves can get back into this. It's certainly not too far gone. They've already overcome their biggest challenge, which is not crumbling after that crazy round from Nongshim. The defuse under their nose has cost them as the gap extended in Nongshim's favor, but now it starts to close once more. Seeing that, the timeout pulled into play.
Well, we've said this consistently. The Nongshim coaching staff are very proactive with their pauses. They spot the problems early, and they look to stamp them out before it gets too dangerous. And I think they do it more often when they know they're on their weaker side of the map. Like, you look back to their victory versus G2 on Haven, it was a 10-2 attack side. They dominated the attack and won 13-10. They had their struggles when it came to the defense. Versus Mates, the defeat, again, it came on the defensive side. 3 rounds to 8 of their opponent. And even going back to the qualifier, it was 11-1 attack side versus Gen G.
बॉक्स पे लैंड होता तो चांसेस था एक फ्रैग का नहीं रे बट उसके पास एंगल नहीं था ना उतना अच्छा वो पॉसिबल नहीं था उतना कि भाई मार ही देता
in the hands of Arsenal was enough
for
them to take a round away from them. They want to make sure that even though they're 2 rounds ahead, they don't allow their lead to slip.
It must have felt like the beginning of the end for 100 Thieves when Nongshim found that round. But they've now seen their opponents kept back up to the plate in a big way. Well, this was knocked out of the park by Ivy. Spam through the smoke for the man advantage. And it does feel like 100 Thieves have been the victim of that. It feels like everyone who faces Nongshim is the victim of that at a ridiculous rate.
Ivy just has a BS monitor that's off the scale. Like, you're just going to hear it almost beeping off the charts if it goes anywhere near him, because the amount of spam kills that he's able to get has got to be infuriating. If he didn't seem like such a friendly guy, I'm sure many would be cursing his name. That's already a spot Francis has him for. Whether or not they pull the rotation. Look, okay, I said it was spotted.
Nice one,
Instead,
Francis.
well, Francis gets the trade onto a Danby who threw himself to the wolves.
अभी तो
RB is well aware of Cryo's position. A 2v4 now needed to stop double digits.
Left. And that's the option to go back, pretty much taken out of your control. They could have already pushed C long, and now you've lost your lurker, so no garage control. You can't go C, you can't go B, not without a gamble. Instead, they'll play with the space they know they had. At this point, long is a danger.
Nice
and that
timing.
dropped out from X-Ross is 2, but 10 seconds left. They just
nice one, X-Ross. Nice one. Let's go.
But of course, for X-Ross,
let's go.
Swinging in to take the fight.
He's been having an insane map. Like,
कैमरा थोड़ा ऊपर
what he was able to do with the Guardian when they were a little bit further behind. I think now that might be his 20th kill onto the board.
फिर kill feed तक जाएगा बे.
RB again was well aware, but it's just the timing. We mentioned it, the risk of jumping out that window, and the next round they jump out the window again. They do not care what the risk is. They can make it work.
He not only jumps at the window,
Last
but with 10
wala
seconds
naam
left, when he can play
chha
Ring a Rosie and wait for backup, he swings wide.
Why not?
And it's almost, it would be so frustrating. I'd love to say, see the silly mistakes he's made. He's 20-9. So
OPRX wala is acting like the Japan guy who Japan versus Brazil
can't argue with results.
Okay, a bit more than a drone.
He's being deleted again. This is a big pickup. Last time when this happened, 100 Thieves were already a man down, and the trade came in quickly. This time, they get to play with their advantage.
थोड़ा नीचे कर सकता है ना? I felt that too. I feel that too.
Completely abandoned.
Expectation, and everyone thought it was a fluke, but now
this attack. If they wanted to use it on entry, they would find nothing, but it seems like gambled on the other. And there you go. Fury will spot nobody on the site, but immediately the defense look to try and re-aggress. Cryo knows there's an opponent on the other side, but instead, it might be the push-up from the other. He's TP behind him. He's TP behind him.
Bro, what a TP, RB.
Plays that you normally don't see work, but RB's doing it on a semi-final stage.
He saw the TP and assumed that RB had ran away, had fled.
This way.
But Nongshim are playing a confident game. We've seen that from the get-go, revealed through, but Broken immediately flashed, gets them through the choke point. They're paying with bodies as they go. As soon as fire with bang, strong as can be in the spam for more.
2v1
as X-Ross finds himself alone. It will be a round win for 100 Thieves. 10-8 now, still a healthy enough gap there for Nongshim, but signs of life going nowhere for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, TikTok play in the middle of it, but it was after already taking control of the site, already shutting down Danby, and the Hunter's Fury, although not dealing any damage, it gave so much information over to the attack. They were able to get comfortable in their post plants. It definitely seems like a game of the calm versus the chaos, the patience versus the aggression.
Exactly.
And with 100 Thieves stabilizing, if they can take this round versus the Pistols, they'll be one away, but that's not the start they were looking for. And also look at the ults that are available for this defensive side. It's a weak weapon round, but it is not weak overall.
Strange to see Nongshim stop like that. They've sent Danby back in the other direction. 100 Thieves no doubt expected to see continued aggression from this squad, but it was a freeze from the defense. Now 100's Fury almost trying to bait 100 Thieves into pushing this position so they can pounce with the players up close. But it's a very passive stance coming out of Cryo, coming out of Bang. The drone going, oh, that's a brave swing! And now the pressure for Cryo, as he's at least able to deliver one, shutting down X-Ross, deleting the ultimate that was in play. But these fights, not clean, not easy for 100 Thieves, but they do put it into an almost unlosable position in the end. Chances for Nongshim, but none converted.
No, as well, I mean, I mentioned that, as said, although it's not a round expensive in weaponry, it is expensive in ultimates. Nongshim throw a lot into this round. The run it back, the overdrive, the Hunter's Fury, all expended in this round in an attempt to turn the tide, and it's Timotino and Arsena that are able to hold that line. That's a really important round from 100 Thieves because it eliminates almost every valuable ultimate that Nongshim has.
Well, we said we needed Asuna to step up. Bottom of the board now, but 100 Thieves not struggling, even with X-Ross on the other side, showing up again in the same way as we've seen him many a time before. Continuing that performance with Timotino down. Left on a sliver of health himself. The hot hands thrown out the other side. RB wasn't even forced into the open by it. Tried to get ahead of it. Caught off, the numbers back to even. Francis put under pressure, but he's got support. X-Ross is on the side, not for long. 100 Thieves make a quick advantage out of that.
Planted.
But they still have to deal with Ivy and Danby, the two shining lights of this squad. Dambi, the hero of old, and Ivy certainly the hero of new. It's a beautiful start. The finish needs to be Ivy. He's isolated. The Cypher on the other side, but no info on where Cryo might have gone. The time will start to be a pain as the reposition gives Cryo a lot of space, a lot of time to work with. Waiting out that smoke has run the clock all the way down. Ivy needs to get on that defuse soon. Ticking faster and faster by the second, but he'll get it to half at least. The fight though from Cryo, baiting him in and then finishing him off. Double digits.
Incredibly well played by Cryo. The full reposition at the last second, it left a million angles that Ivy had to face off against. Even knows the timing of his cam coming back online so he could pop that right in his opponent's face.
But ये लोग देखना first map हुआ था ना sunset, उसमें first round इनका ही था. But these guys don't push. अभी देखो time तो नहीं था वैसे push करने का, but एक बात है ये.
It puts them level, a streak of rounds, putting them back in this map. We thought the round number 2 of this half was going to be the backbreaker, the one that crushed what is, for a couple of these players, a young, inexperienced group,
I guess,
versus a Masters winner.
So.
But 100 Thieves are showing
but it is winning.
That they are not going to crumble.
Let's see.
No, their resilience deserves a round of applause. I genuinely, to bounce back in the next round from what was a death blow to the majority of teams, what would be.
What should be, yeah.
Very much so. But they looked at it as a bump in the road. They reset, they found themselves neck and neck now. With Nongshim on the back foot, you would think.
But Asuna, wow!
Right. There it is. Francis taken out. That's the rifle on the ground for Nongshim. Only pistols remain, and a mass exodus of the C and B site as they look to reinforce A. Enemies at the gate. That's the last thing they heard.
30 seconds left.
The 100 Thieves have gone elsewhere, looking to steal some map control away, and, well, Ivy's filled back into space. It's dangerous as he finds the first. X-Ross here by his side as well. Filling back through to put the pressure on the planter, but the TP out resets us comfortably.
Oh, no.
That's a mouse wheel jump you never want to see.
Yeah, that's not some new tech. These players are demons with the Sheriff, but something 100 Thieves have done well is just not giving them opportunities, not giving them free fights. Unless there's a teammate alongside it. And they now know that X-Ross is not on this spike. He needs instant shots.
By
the first one goes pretty well. Second one as well! Oh, my lord!
Almost.
Just in time. You can never count him out, but 100 Thieves, the trade was quick enough.
It came down to the wire, considering the weapon.
अगर वो wall bang ना होता, भाई genuine
it does
bro.
make me, you know, if it's early stages, I'm thinking, wow, well, that's a great contest from them. It's a close round, but it's been a lot of close rounds. But 100 Thieves are edging that victory out every single time so far. For Nongshim, this half has been, well, again, you take out that ninja that they had, that sneaky defuse, and it's been a disaster of a half.
Yeah. They've definitely been struggling over on this defense. A second pause being called. I think 100 Thieves have done an excellent job of soaking up the pressure. And then when they can get back into those post plants, they've been almost unstoppable. It literally is just a blip in the second round where they thought it was done. Every other post plant they had has looked very good. They've been incredible at buying themselves time, and the clock then becomes an additional member of their team. I think shutting down Dambi early as well, it makes it so difficult to break the sight lines on the entry back into the site. He's definitely had a quieter second half, while X-Ross has been nothing but quiet. Even still, though, a second pause called, a last-ditch effort to talk from the coaches, and 100 Thieves 2 rounds away from a grand final.
And it looked like it was all over. Not that long ago. Now the lead is theirs. Nongshim putting their credits into this one. Ult's nearly online, but not quite close enough, at least for now. Picks needed, one for Xros, and this round becomes incredibly difficult if it's not traded quickly. Ivy spotted already, trying to make the play out of the garage, but he's not alone. Dambi comes to meet him. Now it's going to be a blitz. Cryo tries to fly under the radar, but second man through. Ivy catches him. Dambi, the trailblazer, spots Bang right outside the site, but a 40 frags for Timothy Alvora. Puts 100 Thieves within punching distance of a grand final. They've got the code dialed in, punched in, and all that remains is to turn that final key.
I said it already. They're a team that over the years, their attendance at international events has been few and far between.
भाई जीवितो ने
They
क्या
made it
मारा
here
है?
last year, entered the group of death and left in the group stage. Now they sit one round away from maybe their biggest moment in Valorant. A grand final, millions on the line, and a chance to be immortalized. But Nongshim are not a team to go quietly. They're not a team to shy away. They have pushed up with 4 players outside this A site, and they're looking to fight.
It's been seen though. It's been spotted. The drone had already seen 2 players up close, but they find out there's much more than they bargained for. Hunter's Fury kept reinforcements back, and Dambi found one. The plan tries to come out, but the run it back cancels just before the clock. Not quite as favorable as it could be, but a reposition of the plant. They'll now look to fight deep. Ivy more than ready.
Nice one, Ivy.
They're prepared for everything thrown his way. And Asuna, the man who had to step up to the plate, we said, had to be the difference maker. Well, an ace
Asuna.
certainly
NT,
Instead, it
bro.
will be Nongshim. 12 to 11.
Good throw.
Map
जब तक पागल है क्या? अभी भी
going
time
the
है.
distance. And it's a team who's already hoisted a trophy this year on an international stage, who's fighting for survival.
What an insane round again from Ivy. The man could genuinely have a highlight reel from every single series he's played this tournament. It came down to the last map versus Vitality, and he became an immortal enemy, someone they will look to get revenge on for years to come. And for 100 Thieves now, the pressure is on. They're doing it again. Walking up the other side of the map, it's the same scenario with aggression. The point of call, the constant slam of the button, but it's Vora that gets the opening this time. The trade onto Ivy, he could only get one. Vora with another. He's there again! It's left down to Francis. The one man standing, the first kill's easy. Tournament survival. Bang, the prodigal son of 100 Thieves, returned to try and take them to a grand final. He was on Sen City, but now he sits with the Thieves, looking to try and rob Nongshim and maybe us of an overtime. And Francis is waiting to see if his opponent looks to wrap around.
It's expecting the aggression. Of course, it's what Nongshim would do, but Bang playing this patiently. His smoke is faded now. The advantage in that fight gone, but the timing couldn't be better. 100 Thieves. They started this with success. Over on map number 1, it looked like the series was theirs. But Nongshim battles back into an almost undeniable advantage. And at the final moment, when they're counting their money, the vault door swings open. And who stands there but the Thieves? Bags packed, ready for the grand finals.
It's been a long time coming for this organization. They have been in since the beginning. They've been invested. They've been purchasing the young talent. They've been even bringing back old names, committed to some, but constantly attempting to make it to the very top of the tower. And versus Nongshim, I'll be honest, after round 2 of that half, I thought they would be boomed. I thought they would be out of it, facing off against chaos ensued. But they are the control, the calm,
crazy
the reality
match.
that Nongshim had to face. As 100 Thieves will step on this stage one more time in a grand final and have a chance to take a title, immortalize themselves alongside Heretics. And for Nongshim, it was a massive return, but not quite their day today.
They made a deep run. They can be proud of that. They put out some big teams.
भाई लेकिन गलती तो थी भाई
way.
नोंगशिम वालों की. उनको पता है पुश नहीं वर्क कर रहा है.
With a bang was
Why?
100 Thieves, an unbelievable display from this squad here today. They counted themselves in when everybody counted them out. Congratulations, 100 Thieves. Let's hear from them alongside Lou and Ian Chambers.
Absolutely. Look, we started this day with a huge question. Who will be our grand finalists? We know that one of them will be 100 Thieves. And standing by with Asuna right now.
Crazy होने वाला है bro. अगर ये टीम स्पिरिट के साथ ये प्ले स्टाइल का कल भी तो.
A real chance to make history.
Yeah, it feels amazing. I'm so happy to make my first top 2 grand finals appearance, and especially in front of such an amazing crowd. It feels great, and yeah, feels like a burden lifting.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you as well.
And RJ
being for the first time in the grand finals at an international must feel amazing, because when I started playing Valorant, since I started casting, you were part of 100 Thieves. So if you want to maybe just tell us about that journey and how much it means to you to be there.
Yeah, it's been a long 6 years, and you know, I don't want to end this chapter without winning, so just gonna keep going and pushing along.
A grand finals is played to be won, right? Exactly. Donc, deux premières questions. C'est sa première grande finale à un international. Il est trop content, évidemment, d'être là devant un public incroyable. Même s'il y a beaucoup de gens qui étaient pour Nongshim aussi. Ça fait 6 ans qu'il est là chez 100 Thieves. Et évidemment, une finale, ça se gagne. Donc, il espère évidemment la gagner.
You mentioned it yourself that it feels like almost like a weight lifted. Talk to me why this is almost a bit of a redemption arc for yourself and the team.
I mean, I made EWC last year and we bombed out instantly, and it was pretty heartbreaking. And the year before that, I got Shanghai and top 4. So it's just nice to, you know, get a higher placement than last year. And, you know, we're not going to end here. We're going to go all the way and win.
You know, Timotino said to the French fans, buy the 100 Thieves bundle. Do you have anything you want to say to the French crowd, maybe? Something different?
Thank you for all the support. It's amazing to hear the cheers, and it's a one-of-one crowd. I can't believe it.
Wow, thank you so much. And also on a personal level, thank you very much. Il vous applaudit, il vous remercie, mesdames et messieurs. Merci à vous de faire du bruit pour eux. Également, il est ravi d'être là, and I think it's time for some key crushing.
Yeah, well, you mentioned a one-of-a-kind crowd, a one-of-a-kind experience as well here, Asuna. Crushing a key at the Esports World Cup. I think you nervous.
Yeah, now cheese देखने की.
Well, the thing is, it's a punishing thing, isn't it? And it's what separates this tournament from everywhere else.
All of them.
Is that, yes, we celebrate our winners on the highest level, but of course we punish our losers like nowhere else. Just before you run it, hold on.
Too eager.
Too eager. I just want to hear the fans. Do the fans want to see our next key crushed?
Yes. Yes, guys, I want to know if you want to say maybe anything to Asuna before he gets the key crush. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. What do you want to tell him?
I think it's just too good. Just keep doing what you're doing. It's going to be great, I'm sure.
It's going to be great.
Big
Let's see
fan.
how great of a key crush it gives in the end.
Okay, the time has come. This is it. Pacific's last hope gets crushed by the full force of our key crusher. I heard you give like an audible gasp there. What did you say?
That's personal, bro.
Oh my God, that made a big noise. I was not ready for that, and it felt like I had the lives of a team right there, and it felt like, I don't know, pretty personal.
Come with me, let's go a little bit further, because you mentioned how much you love being in front of this crowd support here, and there's a lot of them. I want you to talk about, let's just spin you around here. I want you to talk about what that crowd support, a lot of them were against you as well, but the noise, what did it feel like while you're in the server?
Feels amazing, and hearing, you know, the chants. I remember, like, in clutches, we still hear the crowd just quietly, and I could tell Vora, or Danby, and it's just amazing, and yeah, just one of one.
What do we think? Are we happy to see 100 Thieves in the grand final? NRG, BBL, who do you want?
NRG, I want my revenge.
NRG, bro.
Congratulations, man.
I know.
See you in the final. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Ian, as it is Asuna and the rest of 100 Thieves in a hard-fought battle all the way to the third map. They get the job done over Nongshim Red Force and book their ticket to the grand final of EWC 2026.
And what an exhilarating win, because this roster, it's their first time making it to a globals, let alone a global finals, man. What a placement for this team. I believed in them from the beginning of this tournament, and they've just come in, proved themselves over and over again, the creativity in the comps, but also the mindset to be able to come back from what, 9 to 5 in that last map.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. It's a Cinderella story for these guys. I'm loving watching them play. My heart breaks for Nongshim. You know, you saw it there. Just got T getting crushed as well. It's them eliminated. Pacific's last hope out of the tournament here, falling to the might of North America.
Players, coaches, managers, all hugs around for the North American squad, who are starting to achieve that potential that they've built upon Asuna for so long. And as he said in his interview, he feels like the weight has been lifted from his shoulders, but the job is not done yet. As we welcome you back to the analyst studio, joining us fresh off his victory, another fantastic performance. It's Timotino here from 100 Thieves. Congratulations on the win. What are your initial thoughts here, brother?
I mean, I'm just so unbelievably proud of my team for having so much resilience. We had some great rounds, we had some not so great rounds, and we just really kept the energy all through the series, and I'm just so proud of us.
Yeah, I think I know one of those not so great rounds you're talking about. I think you're talking a little bit about that, Thrifty. Tell me about it.
I mean, we have a rule, our coach has a rule, where if you get ninja diffused, you have to do, I think it's 1,000 push-ups each.
Dang.
So, you know, I'm gonna.
It's a long evening.
You're gonna see me tomorrow. I'm gonna be jacked. I'm gonna be huge. It's just, holy, we needed so much resilience to come back from that, because never had a round happen like that.
Talk to me about that resilience. You know, you're down big at the half, win the pistol, lose the eco. How are you recovering from that? Who's the vibes guy? Who's the one?
NA versus NA, दोनों North American teams in finals.
I mean, it was mostly Peter, Asuna.
Who knows?
Like the second.
आज हम NA series कर रहे थे. First map bullet and this is ले गई. Second map में हम लोग ने सोचा NA जीतेगी, but the comeback.
Focus. It never happened. Let's just
comeback is real, bro. BBL कल भी कर सकते हैं.
I'm not gonna lie. After that round, like there was no pressure anymore. We just played the game. We just didn't care. It was like, it's whatever. We just got anti-eco. Ninja diffused?
Yeah.
You know, just play. Let's have some fun.
That's fair. I have to ask you, though, because you guys have had, like, the perma curse in Americas, as we know, constantly that 4th place.
Yep.
This is your first globals. What was it like? What was the prep like getting into this? Because you guys are farming right now.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, people tell me that, monkeys is cursed, they only had 4th. But, you know, I've never been there. It's my first time. It's not a curse on me. I don't believe in it. So, I mean, it's just incredible. Like right now, we've been practicing so much. We've been working so unbelievably hard, especially my coaches, every single day. You know, after the match against who was it? Who did we play yesterday?
MIBR.
MIBR. There you go. After MIBR, they stayed all night. They did so much prep, so much against Nongshim, and it really showed today.
Yeah.
How did you find playing against in an international event like this? You play against teams from all the other regions. How did you find the aggression of Pacific, of Nongshim? It's so well known. They won Santiago with it. So how did that feel different to America?
I mean, I'm just so used to it. You know, coming into Tier 1 as a Tier 2 player that just played Envy all the time. I'm used to that playstyle. That's the playstyle I'm used to. You know, they run at you and you have to be ready.
Yeah.
So I was just, especially like BBL and Nongshim, those are the 2 most aggressive teams in my opinion. I was just so ready to just hold my crosshair and shoot them.
Yeah, one of your teammates that really popped off during this series was Bang. We've got some highlights here from him. What was it like being in the server knowing, like, man, everyone's firing, but he definitely was?
Oh my God, it was incredible watching that round on Sunset where he fake TP'd and killed 3. I was amazed. I was standing up. I mean, Sean is insane. He's just a big-time player. and he played insane today.
Speaking of Sunset, you guys hit that all tournament. Was that your plan coming into today?
Not really. I think we didn't have that much back into Sunset. We really focused on other maps. So it was kind of just like a pocket pick. We know we're strong on it, but it's not our strongest map, and we're going to play it if we need to.
Yeah, your map pool is actually crazy deep.
Yeah, I mean, for a best of 5, you guys have got to be feeling hyped.
I can't wait.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. What changes the most here? Grand Finals, best of 5. This whole tournament's been best of 3. Like, how does your mindset change?
I mean, I just get to play more. I play more maps. I kill more people. I love that.
Asuna actually said he wanted to play NRG. Do you agree?
I agree. I fully agree.
You don't want to play BBL?
I don't want to. I mean, I'm down to play BBL.
Yeah, I don't like the way you phrase that either. You put him in a tough
I don't like that.
Hey, I've been all about
Smart डाल दिया.
That's true.
Who won?
We had our
100 Thieves, bro. 100 Thieves. They just come back crazily,
selected
bhai.
100 Thieves. It was Athena. She did believe in.
Yeah.
We take a look at
Come
that
back here,
bracket,
bhai, 100 Thieves
as it
ne.
was 100 Thieves getting the job done here against Nongshim Red Force, knocking them down to the 3rd place match tomorrow. BBL and NRG, our next match here. Who do you think is going to win? I know you want to play NRG, but who do you think is going to win here, Timotino?
I think NRG is going to win. I don't think it's going to be a close match. I think it's going to be an ugly match.
मैंने
where
कुछ
BBL
notice
is gonna
किया,
give it
guys.
all they got, and it's going to be really ugly. But I feel like NRG's got the experience to back it up and just shut down rookies like BBL. So I think they're going to come on top. Come out on top.
I love that. I have a question for you based on the crowd. Because obviously, it feels like everyone's constantly against you. You have like a small section crowd over there that's actually really big 100 Thieves fans. How do you feel playing against that? Do you feel it at all when you're in game?
Yeah, I mean, I feel it, especially after the games. I take off my headset, and they're all screaming my name. I mean, it just feels absolutely incredible. There's one Japanese fan that's
कल 4:30 बजे होने वाले
I love that guy so much. Whoever you are, you're the GOAT.
Let's get that guy a jersey.
Actually, we were talking to the French casters, and they were like, "Oh, Timotino, I looked at his real name. That is a French-sounding name.
I love French.
French-Canadian. He's one of us." So definitely the crowd supporting 100 Thieves. Congratulations on your win, man.
ये consolation final क्या है?
I mean, guys, I said it yesterday. I'm gonna say
Chad,
it again.
किसी को पता
We
है
have to
क्या?
buy the 100 Thieves bundle. We're gonna win it all.
There you have it. 100 Thieves making it on in to the grand finals. But we're not done here at EWC. Before we get into our second semifinals match, we have Ginny standing by with Apex Legends and Fatal Fury, who has their finals today.
We got some pretty great action happening today around EWC with 2 titles wrapping up. So first things first, Glitter, we're going to have a check-in with Apex because today is the day where we crown the winners.
We sure do, and it's not going to be a slow and easy journey for our winners either because we've got match point finals. So for anybody who doesn't know, it means that we play until there's a winner. One team has to hit 50-point threshold first, and after they hit that threshold, then they have to get another win. So this could go 5 games. This could go 15 games, and we won't know until we know. So it's going to be pretty epic. And with the big teams that we still have in there when it comes to CC, like we still have Falcons, we still have Liquid, all in this competition right now. No,
neither do we anymore.
That's all right, though. It's a great opportunity for some points.
Absolutely. This is their chance to actually, for any of these teams to kind of get a leg up when it comes to the CC. But that's what's happening over on the Apex stage. We also have Fatal Fury that's going to be wrapping up today, which is kind of why we're prepping behind us to really get that ceremony going. Chris, you're having some updates and insights as well in terms of what we're going to be looking at today. So what's happening at Fatal Fury?
Absolutely. We started things strong. It was 5-1 the first game, and Virtus Pro's player Mitsuhashi has just progressed to the semi-finals, so guaranteeing them some nice points early on. We also have Vitality still in the competition, one of the main ones to be competing against Falcons in the club championship, who we saw all of Falcons players drop out over the first five games.
Dang, that's actually pretty quick.
Yeah.
I did not expect that. Vitality for you guys still in the running. For us, they actually dropped
I think
out
मैं बंदी
yesterday, so they did
Feel आ रही है
qualify for
मुझे.
some points. But when it comes to your favorite, who you think is going to be lifting that trophy later?
Yeah, I'm liking Lagia, to be honest with you. Representing Rejects, that's another big club championship team. They're going to look to try and get some points because he's one of like the 4 favorites from the start of the competition, still in it. So we've had a few upsets, a few people overperforming, but he's the one I'm looking at.
All right, thank you so much for the update, Trav. I appreciate it. That's it from us. Back to you.
पर मुझे ये कोई समझाओ ना ये क्या है? Oh, first, second, third place के लिए है collation. Oh.
All right, past the Versailles onto Montmartre and here. It's supposed to be right here. Did they feed me the wrong information? There's no way I'm letting them keep me out.
अभी समझा मैं. Yeah.
Tonight's the night of the Esports World Cup opening ceremony, and I still haven't gotten my invitation yet. Something about not wanting a repeat of previous events. But I'm not gonna let something as silly as an approved guest list stop me from hitting that red carpet. I'm finding a way in. Time to crush some carpet. This is yours. You speak to me, this is yours. Please. If I don't speak to at least 3 people, I get deported. I was told that in order to come to the red carpet or the orange carpet, you got to be wearing red or orange. What is this?
I'm not on the red carpet.
Pan down.
Yes.
Pan down.
Okay.
Pan down. What color is this carpet? I can't let you borrow this because I have a black shirt underneath.
I think we'll both get in trouble if that happens.
Yeah. I am the red carpet. I am the red carpet. Does France even have good karaoke?
We do actually. Are you a good singer?
Oh, Champs-Elysees, ba-da-da-da-da. Did you just get in, or have you been here for a bit?
I just flew in today, and then it was straight to the gala dinner, and then I came here.
The gala dinner, what did you eat?
I don't know. I don't really remember. It was very French, but it was nice.
KC fans are freaking crazy and rabid. How did you train them to be like that?
They try to be like me when I'm casting a game.
I've seen them go after some
LCS
KC का founder
है, co-founder
yeah, we hate you guys now.
I love your hair.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Can we get a full spin?
Oh,
a
DJ.
full fit check. Ooh.
That's the vegan buffalo.
Okay, wait. Hold on, back up.
Why?
How do you even get a vegan buffalo? What is vegan buffalo?
Okay, I'm a vegetarian. I'm really into the cause for animals.
Of course.
And when I saw that they have done a buffalo vegan, I was like, I'm gonna have 10 of this.
I'm hearing a rumor that you two are basically on standby in case any of the players on any of these teams get tired. Is that true?
Yeah. Chunks for FIFA and me for any team shooter. Like, I think we're getting called now.
You're getting called onto stage right now. Quick, what game?
Valorant.
Valorant.
Oh yeah, I thought you were doing FIFA.
No, I'm doing Valorant. You're doing FIFA.
Oh, we're switching roles.
Sure.
Oh, that's how good we are.
Have you been to Paris before?
Yeah, I've been here for Champs, so it's my second time, and I also understand French, and I have French family, so it's nice to be here.
J'aime le croissant.
Ouais, je l'aime beaucoup.
J'aime beaucoup. Okay, you've been practicing. You're practicing, or you've been watching a lot of Emily in Paris?
I've been practicing and watching.
Sounds like the show is just getting started, so let's get... Let me in. Let me in!
क्या है ये? क्या है ये? क्या है ये? क्रेजी एकदम. अब थर्ड फाइनल्स के लिए नोंगशिम गई है, तो उनको पता है वो थर्ड में गई है, लेकिन उनको अभी ये नहीं पता कि थर्ड आएंगे कि नहीं, राइट? 5 मिनट में शुरू हो गई है।
Sage, drop me skin. Give skin. One round, skin. Sage, drop me skin. Give skin. Sage, drop skin. Sage, what you're doing? Give skin.
मर जाएगा।
One enemy remaining.
Oh well.
ये
There is BBL working their way on into the stadium, ignoring all the noise that they've created themselves as the villains. They hushed off the Paris audience and the Paris crowd, but they don't care because they're winning one win away from the grand finals. And on the opposite side, sun's out, guns out for Ethan as NRG trying to make it back to a grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think both these teams coming into today feeling very good. BBL, young kids with that momentum, feeling great here at the Esports World Cup. NRG, they have that experience, they have that class, they've lifted that trophy. Over there are champs. It's a clash of styles for our second match.
We were speaking about redemption at the beginning of the year. It could be the case for both of these teams, more especially so for NRG, but for BBL, they have so much to prove. I think they are the youngest, and therefore they are the hungriest ones. We've seen people that have been here for a very, very long time. This is something that they dreamed of. To me, it's crazy to hear players say something like, oh, I've been playing since I was 14, and now I managed to be here on stage and surpass this limit.
Yeah, again, right, just for NRG,
yeah,
that redemption story, right, getting back to that world championship stage, going to be great for BBL. I think a lot of it has been, they're so young.
I think I'm done for the day, chat.
Don't know what to be afraid of, and they play exactly.
When we first got them in EMEA, we got to see them in Ascension.
भाई 100 Thieves के मैच के बाद मुझे और कुछ मन नहीं हो रहा है भाई, कैसा क्रेजी मैच हो गया था ना भाई ये 100 Thieves वाला तो भाई, not gonna lie bro, that was very crazy भाई, very crazy. First map no doubt उन लोग ने बहुत ताबड़तोड़ अच्छे से खेला, properly खेला, but on the second map they just started, you know, losing the momentum. NS got the chance to, you know, make a huge gap, but फिर अचानक से NS ने थ्रो करना शुरू कर दिया, started pushing like nothing, just जहाँ टाइम मिला वहाँ पुश कर दिया, जहाँ जगह मिली पुश कर दिया, वहाँ पे गलती कर दी, एंड फिर वही है कि कुछ राउंड्स में विफिंग्स हो गए एंड ऑल, उसके वजह से पूरा वो स्विच अप ऐसा फ्लिप हो गया पूरा मैच, तो पूरा क्रेजी हो गया ब्रो, बहुत क्रेजी भाई। ये मैच मिस नहीं किया ना मैंने, वो अच्छा लगा मुझे, ये मैच देखने लायक था, लेजिट देखने लायक था। नो डाउट BBL वर्सेस NRG इज आल्सो अ गुड मैच, बट आई थिंक NRG गोना टेक इट ब्रो, आई थिंक NRG गोना टेक दिस थिंग, आई थिंक टेक रेस्ला, यस सर, मजा आया, लेकिन कल करेंगे, कल करेंगे कल। द थिंग इज कल का मैच कितने बजे, तो फाइनल्स आएंगे 7:15 के आसपास है, ठीक है, तो 12th को थर्ड प्लेस का मैच इज फॉर एट 4 फोर्थ जो थर्ड प्लेस वाला मैच है वो 4:30 को है, तो हम लोग लाइव आएंगे प्रोबेबली 7 के आसपास, सो वी कैन स्ट्रीम एंटायर थिंग, तो हम लोग पूरा ग्रैंड फाइनल करेंगे, कोई सीन नहीं है, बड़ा भी के लिए इतना रखते है ना। थैंक्स सो मच गाइस, जिन लोग ने आज सपोर्ट किया स्ट्रीम पे, थैंक्स सो मच ज्वाइनिंग इन, मज़ा आया सबके साथ वॉच पार्टी करने में, थैंक यू सो मच। बाय नकुल भाई, बाय तोश, अपन रात को अगर फ्री होता हूँ मैं खेलते हैं, ठीक है, अपन खेलते हैं एपिक्स खेलते हैं एपिक्स। बाय रयू, बाय नकुल, चलो guys, thank you so much guys for watching the stream. Stay safe, stay happy, keep gaming. बचेगा थ्रू इस साल तुम लोग कुछ ना कुछ अचीव करोगे लाइफ में. Trust me, trust yourself. Keep manifesting, boys and girls. I'll see ya tomorrow for the grand finals of EWC. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Good night. Oh, sorry, not good night, but yeah. Have a good weekend time with your family and friends. Appreciate the time. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir, so much. Sade. आया बड़ा नौटंकी. हाँ, bye.
When I see you, she's still inside. I'm sitting in the curb of the parking lot, talking about our lives and the futures we've got. And she says, don't you worry, you're only 19, so why you in such a hurry? And it's a parking lot sunrise, with a girl who says that she might just have me Monday. We're until then I'll wait under a parking lot sunrise, with a girl who says that she might just have me Monday. But until then I'll wait. It's a little bit late, it's a little bit light, but when I'm with her it just feels right. I say I've been running around, I'm exhausted, but when I'm with you it feels like I've been anesthetized. She say I don't really mind being put under for you. I'll be waiting for the sunrise, and it's a parking lot sunrise, with a girl who says that she might just have me Monday. But until then I'll wait under a parking lot sunrise, with a girl who says that she might just have me Monday. But until then I'll